Alright, let's focus up.
9 months with Sparky, fire.
Oh shit.
Welcome back to Worlds 2023. This is where it all gets decided. The last day of the play-ins with 2 spots in the Swiss stage.
I can't believe the show is starting at 4 AM.
First up, we
The
have
show is starting at 4 AM. That means that fucking the rehearsals or whatever were probably at like 1 AM. How did they even wake up in time?
What a day! I'm Ender here with Goldborg and Raz for all the action bright and early. How are we feeling today?
We're feeling pretty good. I'm really excited for the few matchups we've got going ahead, and that VCS preview, unofficial final, revenge time, all of that. I'm super excited for that one specifically.
Yes, I
Oh, chat, I can't believe we woke up in time.
As an LPL fan in 2019, 2018,
We're crazy.
I hated when we faced up against each other, but you get reminded, but people didn't see that matchup. People didn't see the final. We get to see it on the biggest stage with a lot of fans.
They're professionals.
So I think that's going to be a
yeah,
great
so am I. I'm
It's
a professional too.
And I feel like always when you get a regional matchup redone, it's always a bloodbath.
They
So
were
we've got
milli rocking.
A lot of fun in store.
Wait,
Now,
well, how do you
yesterday
milli
we
rock?
said
It's like that,
goodbye
isn't
to
it?
Loud and CFO Flying Oyster, while GAM Esports and BDS lived.
It's
to
10
see
AM here.
Another day. You've got it all right there. We've got
Whereabouts in the
matchups
world
here.
are you from, Tommy?
VO5.
Yo, Psychic
Remember
Muffin,
that.
next
They're
5
simple
gifted subs.
stakes
You're
in
crazy.
today's
I'm gonna
advancement
mute
matches.
alerts.
Winners
Yo,
walk to the
Kakuka, what's
stage,
up? Why the
and
fuck are you
losers
awake?
Go home. And this does mean that VCS with this matchup are guaranteed
You're at least 170?
only one representative out of these two going on.
But it's a guarantee, you know?
True.
This is a region where there's been a lot of doubts, especially coming out from that MSI 2023.
Bro, Portugal.
Even coming into the first few games that GAM had,
USA
we went
gang,
this
hell
VCS,
yeah,
we had
USA.
2 seeds. Well, at least now they're guaranteed to get 1 to the Swiss stage and once again
I'm
proving
a league
their region
enjoyer and a
belong,
Caedrel supporter.
to more
No,
than
you just
wins.
haven't gone to bed
whenever
yet.
you
That's
go
what
through
you are.
events like these, people question the depth of your region. Well, Team Wells is the one that's first seed going into this final, so no questions anymore. And also just like
Team Wells is the Mariana Trench if you're talking depth here.
I like this, and I don't understand the reference.
Ocean. It's a really
a whale,
deep.
it's an ocean.
It's like the Grand Canyon of the ocean.
You got
Really?
some Googling to do.
God. All right, thank you. Appreciate that. I will
Little bro don't
educate
want to
myself.
marry on trenches.
All right, well, no more
You didn't know
Mariana
that?
Trench. We'll keep the marine biology out of it. Instead, I want to talk about who we think is the MVP of play-ins. Raz, you want to kick this off for me?
Glory.
This one
Change my
is
mind.
topical because of who's fading today. It's
Glory.
Kiaya. Kiaya, even
It's
in their
Glory.
losses, had big showcases. I'm reminded.
Actually,
of the
no,
loss
he
that
did
had
solo
versus
lose one of the
Robo, where
games.
his Rumble just tore him to pieces. In fact,
He
got the
did solo
kill.
lose a game.
And then throughout,
But still,
what
Glory's
got
fucking
them to
insane.
this stage to begin with was his Cassante. The first time he got this one, it was like a replay. The first time, he blew Flash off of him. The second time,
bolt
Flash
to
is
roll,
gone,
a
so he ends
fat
up chasing
one
him
at
down and
watch
getting
you
the
at
kill.
4,
Robo was
celebrate with
bullied
me
in this
420.
matchup. They
Bro,
catered this throughout the
shut
draft
up.
to
Stop
make it as
writing that in my
favorable as
chat.
possible, and he gave them the best.
Yeah, and it's not just on the Cassandra. Well, hell, you
You're gonna
cannot
roll one up
allow
at
him to
4
get
AM?
Cassandra. Let's
Yeah.
just
What
get that
the
out
hell?
there first, because he's a menace in lane. He's even more scary in team fights. But he's also just a threat.
Actually,
pretty
yeah,
much no matter what
Azzy is the
champion he plays. He's regularly getting
Azzy is
jacked,
the
and against
MVP of
the
play-ins.
champion, he can straight up blind pick.
Yeah.
In the VCS, he was kind of like a bit light in that approach as well. In the fact that he'll just take over laning phase. Your enemy top laner can't do anything about it, and he will literally 1v9 a lot of these matchups.
And the thing is, we've seen bits and pieces of
I
his
got a
champion
blanket.
pool. He has a wealth of options of AP picks. We've seen his Fiora internationally prior to
Yeah,
this. Just take a
Junjia
look at
also
the stats
crazy
here.
good.
Solo kills per game. He's guaranteed 1. So I'm excited to see the kind of exciting
Junjia
gameplay
crazy
here.
good.
I think he's getting a little bit more support from Levi. Levi's not been having a good time so far this tournament. We will talk about him later on.
Yeah, these people
but
didn't wake up
Kiaya
in
has
time
been
to watch
good
the game live.
individually.
4
Look
AM.
at the energy that he has. He's ready to play.
I absolutely love it, especially if we can keep him on those AP top laners. It's so influential. But speaking of Kiaya, let's hear what he thinks is the reason for the team's turnaround.
Yeah.
Em cảm thấy rất là nhẹ nhõm vì
One sec.
bản thân em vừa qua thời gian
yeah,
mà
it's
bản thân
given
em
it.
cũng đã cảm thấy rất là áp lực khi mà để thua trận đầu tiên. Thì sau khi trận đầu tiên bọn em đã thua trước lâu thì bọn em cũng ngồi lại với nhau bàn bạc và nói chuyện.
Why are you wearing a towel?
Bạn ngủ với nhau.
Now listen up, buddy. It's not a towel.
Mà gặp em
It's a
mỗi lần mà
blanket.
team em gặp có một cái vấn đề gì đó mà nó không giải quyết được thì team cũng Vũ Nhiên em cũng nói đơn giản là team chỉ cần bình tĩnh và reset lại bản thân rồi nói chuyện với nhau và tâm sự với nhau thì em nghĩ điều đó cũng là khiến cho em quay trở lại được cái phong độ tốt nhất, nên là em nghĩ đó là lý do.
Natural Olaf kit, so Kiaya has to be ready to go all in, ready to pull the trigger, but Robo just walks up, you see C immune, immediately just
Chat, listen up.
on top of him, bit of a fumble though, and the axe
World's predictions in the Discord are available.
Instant knockback, Kiaya! Oh, he's dancing on him! This should not be allowed! What is this Nard doing? He's just killing 2 grown-ass men on the top side of the map. Look at that Yordle go!
Thì ở trận này thì bọn mình
He's
tin là
just
bọn
killing
mình sẽ
two grown
đánh bại
ass
Team Wales.
men.
Tại vì ở giải quốc nội thì bọn mình cũng đánh bại Team Wales rất là nhiều rồi, rất là nhiều lần rồi. Đối với bản thân mình nghĩ thì trận ngày mai sẽ là trận khá là căng vì Team Wales đang có một cái chuỗi
Can we get a
thắng
T1
gọi
chess
là 2 trận và họ đang có cái đà.
update?
Và mình nghĩ là bọn mình, bản thân mình và cái team cũng như vậy thì
Yeah.
thì
T1
cũng
chess
đều xứng
update.
đáng,
Yeah,
tại
he's
vì
still
Team Wales
playing.
đã làm rất tốt về việc họ đã thắng 2 trận trước đó rồi, mà hai đội hữu rất là mạnh nữa. Và bản thân team mình cũng như vậy, thì mình muốn gửi gắm đến Team Wales á là lần này họ không cần có một chuyến bay về đâu, họ chỉ cần bê về vui vẻ là được.
All right, usually it's the race for the planes, but we're going to be swimming today, I guess. I love it. I love the little smack there at the very end, but I do think we need to take our eyes to the other side of the map.
Go
here
to the Discord.
highlight the mid laner for Team Wales.
Yeah, you know, Raz was talking about MVP.
Go to the Discord.
I personally think we can do even better. I think
it's prediction
Glory
time.
for me has been my main MVP. He has by far in play-ins.
Who's gonna win,
been the
chat?
best
Team Wales or
laning
GAM?
Mid laner.
Woo!
He has not lost a single matchup. He's often incredibly far ahead. And in this game against BDS, his Syndra is one of the reasons they got to hold on. Don't get me wrong,
Fuck it, it's
Artemis
in
is
Wales,
for sure
gang.
the carry of the team, but I think Glory's the backbone from the pressure he gets in the laning phase to how he utilizes that with the team and what he's able to gain in the mid to late game by setting the team up with objectives from the pressure he managed
Fuck
to
it.
get.
Wales gang.
This team is so chaotic, and I feel like Glory thrives in it. Even in mages, where like you want some structure, he does not care. And you're right, Artemis has been doing doing really well. They've been throwing resources towards him, but it does start through mid lane, and Glory has been the guy.
BDS versus PSG Talon. I mean, that's not even close, is it?
Yeah, and then, you know, I wanted to one-up it a bit. We were
That's
talking
fucking
MVP.
right.
I want to bring an all pro to you guys as well.
That's
from
fucking
players
right.
here that we can get. But also just look at those stats.
Yo, take it easy on the desk,
I will
man.
not take it easy. CSD 14, what does that say, Ender?
That says plus 20.
You can
Plus
read, yeah.
20 as an average for our play-ins as a mid laner. He is the #1 laner from the
That's
mid
like
lane.
my
Gold
CS
difference
mid
as
lane
well.
diff.
First,
My CS diff
this
mid
guy
lane
does not lose
numbers.
laning phase.
Where did they get my
Absolutely
stats from?
takes over every single time.
Where did they get
all
my
his
stats
pro
from?
moves. So yes, let me go to that all pro right
have an
now. Let me
all-pro?
show you what we got here as well. It's Glory in every
What
single
am I looking
position.
at, Goldberg?
And why is that? Win lane, win game. Throw him in the top lane, 20 CS advantage going through there. Okay, Prior in the top lane. Mid lane, you already know what he does. Bot lane, let's do the same thing. Support, yeah, we've seen some playmaking from him, some CC. We've seen on the Aura with the shockwaves. You can probably play
pen
that
works.
support. And as a jungler, we all know that it's easy to play when you have winning lanes. So you doesn't even have to worry about that. Glory, 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 glory. We already have the theme, the grind, the glory, and we got Glory in the back 5 times. He's gonna win today.
This guy needs a breather.
Nope.
Please move us along.
Yep. Well, before the VCS Summer Finals rematch, Lore checked in with Koa, head referee from the
Oh,
VCS,
yo!
to talk about what this means for the region in the Verizon.
Someone
Game.
DM'd me and said, look at our signs. Hey, listen up. I like the signs. I like them. Why'd you say Caedrel?
Back in Seoul for the battle
What is wrong
of
with
the
you?
VCS as GAM
Yo!
and Team Wells will clash on
Why
the
is
pitch
there
today. I
rat
have
Riz
Koa
there?
with
Bro,
me,
you're
head
lying.
referee for the VCS. Thank you so much.
You're lying. There's a rat Riz
So
in
what does it
XP
mean for
Chomic.
you as a region and also for you seeing both these teams facing off against each other today?
We haven't had really good international results in the past couple of months, if not a year. And so it's a big relief for me to see my teams facing off big regions in the world and get a victory from it.
I feel like the history between these two teams is rather interesting because GAM, more veterans on the team, and it feels like Wells is
Morning,
more of the
Caedrel.
new
Hey,
generation
good
for me
morning,
of the
buddy.
VCS. How do you rate this matchup
morning,
and the
buddy.
chances of both teams and the fact that they're carrying the legacy of the VCS, being a really aggressive region, upsetting most teams usually?
I would say it's a 50-50.
Okay.
If you base on records, it'll be like 70-30 to GAM. But seeing Wells' performance in the last couple of days, I would say they're 50-50. They have really good coaching staff. They have players that are really
Alright, I'm gonna
passionate
push the
about
final
game,
ads run
and
now.
they're
You can
new,
avoid the ads by subbing, but
that's also
after these
a,
ads, no more ads.
them being new is also a good thing for them.
After these ads, no more ads.
Similar
That's
to
it.
what we have with Team BDS, for instance,
You
and the
can
fact that when
fucking
you have
swear
so
at
many
me all you
rookies
want
who
to,
are really
fuck.
hungry for the win, you can have
And
unexpected
it's cold,
results.
it's
What do you
dark,
rate,
it's miserable,
the
it's early, I'm
success of
tired,
Team
but
Wales so far? Did
I
you
got
think
Team
they would
Wales
perform so
versus
well?
GAM.
Team Wells has had a phenomenal start. No one would have predicted a new team, a second seed of the
Team Wales versus
VCS to perform
GAM.
this well. they came into Worlds with less expectation than GAM. And they got more than what the viewers asked for.
How difficult was it for GAM coming here at Worlds? Because I remember MSI really didn't go well for them, changing the bot lane as well, bringing new players in. Palette, we know him from other international events. Do you have faith in the team this time around?
I do have a lot of faith.
Let's
in
make
GAM,
it so
but
we
as a
have
head
to be
referee,
awake
I'm not
at
rooting
4
for
a.m.
any of
for the
them.
World
I
Championship.
want my players to
toast.
play
La,
at
la,
their
la,
best
la,
and
la,
leave
la,
the
la,
place
la.
without any regret.
Well, perfect. Thank you so much for all your insights, Koa, and also thank you for all the translations you've been doing here at Worlds. And you guys, back to you.
Okay, I got energy.
Well,
I
I'm
can
sorry,
feel it. The
Koa,
gas is
but
coming.
Only one team can win today.
gas
in
is
our
coming.
First matchup of the day. That's just how it works, Raz. That's how it goes. But we've got the VCS Summerfinals rematch between Team Wales and GAM Esports coming up, and this is a historic matchup because this is
4
the
days
first
until G2
time
Army.
that
Hell
a
yeah,
region
brother.
not called the LPL or LCK have faced up with two of their teams in a best-of-5 at Worlds.
And it's an amazing moment. We've said this just
4
a little earlier
days
on the
and
fact
now
that everyone gets to
dreams
watch a
born.
VCS finals that upended the LPL in bloodiness.
Why do they call you
And
Sparky?
that's saying something. For so long, we talk about how bloody
Because
the
I'm
region
electric.
is, and now we get to see it on a major stage. So, you got to hear it from the head ref in Koa. It was GAM favored. GAM historically has dominated them. 3-1 in the finals, 6-1 just in totals. All-time scores between these two teams.
Oh, what?
It has just been GAM favored, which is so crazy because the usual fans that have just been watching Worlds catching up on these teams would naturally think that Team Wales is the better team.
And that's the thing, because in the VCS,
Why
you
you
know,
guys
they got to
cringing
play
me?
very
Neighbors are
different
lucky.
games where GAM came through from
The
the upper bracket.
BDS
They clearly were the
PSG is
favorites
later.
coming through from regular season.
Yeah.
Team Wales
Bro,
were down
fuck
from
the
lower
neighbors.
bracket. They both played Team
Fuck 'em.
Secret in the
Bro, if you're gonna kick
semifinals
me
to a
out
5-game
because
series,
I'm
both
going
of
to
them.
Korea
But
soon
once they
anyway,
finally
fuck 'em.
came to that final, B was also hospitalized and could not play against them, so they had to play with a sub. This is the first time that the full roster of Team Wales will be playing against the full roster of GAM at the same time. So not only is it a chance to get a new outlook of how this matchup actually could have paved out originally, it's also a chance for redemption for Team Wales specifically.
Mental fortitude for sure is like the name of the game for Team Wales.
Drop
Just in this
kick their
tournament,
door?
losing the first game in like
Why would I
disastrous
drop
fashion,
kick their door?
And then still picking up the series, playing 5 series in a miracle run that you mentioned within the playoffs under the circumstances that they had.
Well,
It's
3
crazy to see the
hours of
resilience that this
sleep
team has.
and
You
10
cannot
hours of
expect
Worlds.
what they have for the day.
Now, Raz, let's talk players because Slater
Grrrr.
got really hyped up coming
Come on,
into
wake
the
up, everyone.
tournament.
Yes.
Day 1, underperformed, but now Pentakill Central. Like, are we back up on him? How does this
Wake up,
matchup
everyone.
fare with him?
Everyone wake up.
Just a bit more. Like, I do think he's played better. The first series that
Wake
he had
up.
versus Route was disastrous. as
Wake the
mentioned
fuck up.
Earlier.
We ain't got
I
time
think
for no
he's been
sleep.
Recognizing the pressure
We
that
got
he has been
Worlds
getting and
BO5s,
playing towards
baby.
the top side a little bit more, and Slater has been they've given him the draft that's necessary. I think the Kaisa priority has been the Xayah actually.
Now
the
you
Xayah
can't tell
priority
if my
has been
eyes are
really
open or
working well
not,
for
can
him.
you? Can you see
And
my eyes?
he's been good in team fights. So although weaker opponents they've been facing,
I'm actually
I
closing
think
my
he
eyes right
has
now.
gotten
I'm half
much
asleep.
Stronger.
I also think on the other end, Slater's just really not been feeling it this patch with the Xayah and the Kaiser. One of his best champions in the VCS was the Seri, one of the best games he had. Was also in playoffs when he was playing that Seri too. So I think there's a mismatch in terms of the confidence coming through as well. You can clearly see it from the stats here as well. Artemis is just straight up
Focus up.
in the better AD carry. And that also, once again, means that we will watch this VCS bot lane from both teams, finally with full support roster being up against each other, play it out as it should have been in the beginning.
I absolutely
What
love it, but if it's
the
not bot
hell?
lanes, it's junglers, right? And how does that fare? Because Levi is the clouded jungler. Everyone knows Levi, but BJ's having a tournament here.
BJ has been insane. The first dive that he had top lane. Just don't give him Jarvan. That's my only take. Don't give him Jarvan. He with how crazy their series has been versus CFO, he was the difference maker in how he's been constantly blowing flashes and being the big playmaker in these fights. So I have a lot of praise for BJ and how he has shown up in this tournament. It has not been good for Levi. And that's the struggle for me. We know what he has been capable of in Worlds prior to this and domestic play. It's rough to see his early games, but I do think he can get better.
It just feels like it's now or never for BJ. Levi's always had his number. BJ's always had to play second fiddle to Levi. This is
When
the
muted
time where it
alerts?
feels like he has to outperform.
Yes.
This is going to be such a sick matchup. I mean, these two players, if the Jarvan comes in, either way, this is the ultimate advertisement for the VCS. We have one last day to decide it all here in the World's 2023 play-ins. 4 teams, but only 2 can earn the right to represent their region against the
One sec.
Titans waiting in the Swiss stage. Let's kick off the action.
Show me it, show me it.
打这一代也是很久之前的嘛，然后 其实我之前的
PSG Wacko
战绩不是特别好啊。
For every like League of Legends player, like going to Worlds is like a dream. So
Yo, Shio was in the stream yesterday flaming me in Mario Kart.
When it comes time to show up, BDS show up.
打完 MSI 之后，其实我们就是有针对我们在 MSI 输掉的原因去就是加强嘛。
You're so bad at Mario Kart.
这方面的失误也是有明显
Okay,
的
bro,
在
come on,
减
let's
少。
have a fucking game, buddy.
Before League, I was not really confident in myself, but now I know what can I do in game.
He's
Junja is
confident.
looking really good right now, but I think I will crush him.
Oh yeah, Shio.
就是你可能还不知道我这个人是谁，但是我会让你在跟我们交手的时候记住我的。
I will crush him.
This game is probably the most important game of my life. I just have to give everything I got.
And the flash over walls level 1, baby.
Ai thắng thì cũng đều xứng đáng, tại vì team Well đã làm rất tốt. Bản thân team mình cũng như vậy.
Đối với BDS thì tụi em nhận ra được
This
sức mạnh
tea
của tụi mình.
tastes kind of sus.
Khi mà em giải quyết được cái mâu thuẫn đó, điều đó sẽ khiến cho em càng gắn kết với nhau hơn. Điều đó khiến cho em có một cái không phải là một cái team nữa, nó là một cái gia đình luôn á.
BDS luôn là một khu vực rất là náo loạn, cách đánh nó rất là máu lửa. Tụi mình sẽ tiếp tục truyền thống đó và đưa BDS lên tầm cao mới.
Mình chỉ muốn nói là mọi người hãy tin mình đi. Trận đấu này bọn mình sẽ làm được.
Bum, 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 bum. God. God. Hey chat, I got a present for you. You didn't sleep yet?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the caster desk as we find
Dagda!
the best of 5 action. And Dagda, we've got a VCS Finals rematch to kick us off here today. I mean, there's no way this isn't a banger. Right?
I mean, if anyone watched the VCS final, it was a bloodbath. Like, game 1 kicked off with more kills per minute than anything else I've seen. Like, it was absolutely insane.
Go sleep, you're
I'm
going
so
crazy.
excited to see these.
Bro, 3 hours of sleep. In a couple hours, I'm gonna start hallucinating and BDS might actually win the series.
The playoffs, 'cause it's hectic.
Yeah!
The craziest thing to me is that we're swapping seeding essentially between these two teams. GAM came into the tournament as the first seed from the VCS. They won their finals 3-1. But as Goldberg was saying on the desk, you know, Pia coming in right now, this is not quite the same.
Wait, I have a
matchup that we
Coca-Cola in
saw
the fridge.
In the VCS finals, Wales here with their full roster this time around. And we'll have to see if that's enough to upend the storyline that has been consistent so far.
But yeah, on the opposite side as well for GAM though, like they've kind of got a bit more practice in, right? We talked about like Pallet not really being able to get into playoffs. He wasn't really able to be part of the team. They didn't really have much scrim time. The Asian Games also kind of made that awkward as well. But at least getting onto the world stage now, they've had a bit more time to practice.
Big pace.
I think there's going to be a lot of focus, even you heard on the desk, towards that bot lane. Artemis playing
We
as
got
the best AD card
T.
coming out of the VCS, going up against Slater, who really wants to prove himself against Artemis here.
I feel like both of these AD characters
And the
have
coffee
had
from yesterday.
kind of a rising star
Huge
mentality
pace.
going on during play-ins. Like
Holy
we've
fuck.
seen pentakills coming out. We've seen Artemis, who consistently has looked incredible during these team fights. And I feel like with the way that we've seen these two teams playing, actually in play-ins, it's been relatively slow. I mean, yesterday especially, GAM really taking the time on finishing these games out. And Team Wales, they've got this strange dynamic where the first game has been a bit of a struggle for them, then they've got better and better as the series goes on. I feel like best of 5. If that just continues, like, are they going to win 4-1? We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm excited to see how this one's going to pan out. As
what time
you
did
can
you wake
see
up,
on
Ender?
their screens, we are into Champions. I think I saw an Ari band there.
Well, we'll have to see if you're going to be correct as the graphic pops up at the bottom of the screen. There's the Ari band. You got good eyes on you, but I think the big one for me as well is I just want to highlight like him yesterday was an absolute monster. We saw on the desk like the double kill he was able to pick up on the turnaround gank and top lane. Like he is
feeling himself at Worlds Play-ins 2023. So I want to see if he can have that same sort of impact.
Sometimes.
But getting into draft, we're getting junglers banned away already. It feels like, again, you're kind of high focus
Jack's
on
ban,
these
huge.
tank and CC-oriented junglers has kind of been the way of it. So do we get to see a Sejuani ban?
Huge.
Do we see a Xayah ban? Will she end up being first picked here? Those are the questions that I'm kind of looking at.
They want Rakan?
Yeah, I'm curious about if we get any Sejuani today, because
Rakan?
Sejuani, it's been somewhat of a bait pick so far across the tournament, like statistically not doing so hot. A lot of teams have wanted to go for it. It's not really been working out across the tournament so far. We'll see how priorities change.
Manifest Cloud Soul? No, don't do that.
But again, like, I can expect across
They could
this
do
best of
Rakan
five,
first
the
pick.
drafts are going to get a bit weird with the fact that
But
it
they
is
could do
a
Xayah.
match. These
What do you
two
value more?
teams
Okay, they
know
take Xayah.
Yeah, and that's where it gets
Well, I
interesting.
think Team
That's where
Wales
even
take
the
away
draft starts to
Rakan.
get interesting. But nothing interesting at the
1000%.
moment. Xayah going to be
Rakan
taken
Rel.
out immediately,
Kai'Sa.
which means chances are we'll see the response of Rakan, just because you don't want to give
Could be
the
good.
numbers duo across. So, although, maybe
Don't
not.
click
But I think
Nautilus.
even then for BJ,
Actually, do pick
I think
Nautilus and
selecting
die
your
on it.
jungler here could be working really
This doesn't
well.
make
So
sense
looks
what
like
they just
will
did.
give the
Because
Rakan
they are doing
across.
this
I'm not saying
expecting
maybe
Rakan.
go for the Lee Sin, but again, we talked about it. These teams know
But
each
they
other
could
very
also just
well,
not
so
pick Rakan.
immediately trying to get those comfort picks.
I think it's really good to get that Cassante for Sparta as well. Just
They
have
pick
him on
Rumble,
comfort. We already mentioned
Jarvan.
Xayah has been a monster.
Why are they
So
picking Rakan?
many
They
solo
should just
kills.
play- they
Averaging
should just
more
play
than a
support
solo
on
kill
4-5.
a game across this tournament.
Syndra.
Really locked in, as well as that Rakan that we talked about.
So
You'd
the
have to
Syndra
space
blind
back
makes
Kai'Sa,
sense because
I
of the
think it's
Ari
a good
ban now.
call to go for the
Oh,
Syndra
Jarvan's
here,
banned.
because when you
Oh,
look
yeah.
at the front to back, essentially, Team Wales are
Oh,
going to be setting
yeah.
up. Syndra works
I didn't
fantastic.
see it. Hey, yo,
in
it's
that
4
map,
a.m.
in that style, so
You're allowed
I
to
think
give me
GAM kind of taking a
one or
nice read
two,
here,
one
but
or
it does make it
two.
interesting to see
Get out
exactly
of jail
what GAM wants
freeze.
to go for, 'cause I think
Don't
this,
pick LeBlanc. I think
early
it's really
Cassante
bad.
does open up things like the Gwen.
Just pick
if they
80.
wanna try
Pick
and go
Kai'Sa.
for it. So
Pick
I'm
Kai'Sa.
curious
Yeah,
if we actually
okay,
get those bans coming
LeBlanc
through
ain't
from Team
good.
Wales towards Kai in that top side, and the junglers kind of get left to their own devices.
LeBlanc ain't good.
I thought they were going to lock the LeBlanc for a second there, but it is going to be the Kai'Sa coming on through. So, advantage in terms of solo lane picks. Team Wales.
Oh, yeah.
And then Catty over
Okay,
GAM.
what are we banning?
Syndra locked in. So,
Renekton? Rumble?
we could see quite a few more jungle bans.
Nico?
We've seen a lot of jungle bans across the course of this tournament. I've had a couple of wonky matchups
Nico
because
Arena?
of just sheer quantity of
Nico is
champions.
here?
Yeah, and a bit of a wonky ban
Bye,
that people may
ban.
not be aware of is
Bye.
the Wukong. This is a massive pick for Levi domestically, which is why we're seeing it banned away. He was the only, I think he had 4 games of it, despite
4 a.m.
the
in
nerfs,
England,
even
Giga
coming
Chad.
into the
Oh,
end of
TP.
summer playoffs. So this is a guy that definitely likes to get his hands on it, but you can see as well, Team Wales again are going to start prioritizing more of these junglers. Vi gone, more than likely the Sejuani, I imagine, coming in, but Levi is a massive Nocturne player, so you still have those opportunities to go for
Bro,
some
this
picks.
LeBlanc ban is so
I wanna
fake.
bring
They're
up
banning
that
it because they
Sejuani
hovered
again
it.
that we
It's such a
mentioned
bad
before.
ban.
BJ, it's his most played across the course of the year.
Change my
14
mind.
games and over a 64% win rate across those games as well. So the Sejuani could well be a good ban to go for on the side of GAM, but so far they're focusing on the mid lane.
Yeah, still going to be focusing. Yeah, okay, there's the Nocturne ban. So yeah, it looks like they, as you say, BJ probably going to go towards the Sejuani himself. Get your beefy front
Levi
line,
one
a
trick.
ton of front line as well for this Kai'Sa, who's going to be very happy. And then I'm
Is he picking
kinda
Lee
curious to
Sin?
see if it's going to be an Azir pick here for Glory.
Is he
I think
really
when you
picking
have
Lee
this
Sin on
much front
4?
line, you're going to be relatively okay. It does
Don't
suck
pick
a
Lee Sin
little
on
bit
4,
into
pick
the Syndra
Sejuani.
matchup because she has that long range stun, which you can then set up for more aggressive
Pick
jungle picks,
Sejuani.
like even a Lee Sin here for Levi if you want to. But
Don't
and with the
pick
Nico
Lee Sin.
gone
Come
as
on.
well, looks like maybe you're going that way, or an Orianna as well, but same idea. These are tough matchups into the Syndra because she's got that long range CC.
See what Glory ends up
Poppy
going
is
for. I
open.
will say Glory has been
Yeah,
phenomenal
well,
during the
they
late
should
phase
definitely pick
so
Poppy.
far. But
They
BJ
should pick Poppy.
changing things up.
Poppy
We said
Rumble.
the Sejuani, he's not going for that. He's
Poppy
going
Renekton,
for this Lee
Poppy
Sin
Gwen.
instead. It's a pick he's played before. It's a pick he's looked good on domestically. Let's
If
see
they
what he
don't
can
pick
do with
Poppy
it.
jungle, I'm
International
shocked.
stage.
And we've seen him had some phenomenal plays on this over the course of play-ins as well. Like, I remember the one, I can't remember which
Yeah.
team he's against, but the
was
safeguard
BDS,
to his
right?
Q. I think
I'm
it was BDS,
shocked if they don't
safeguard
pick Poppy.
to land the, or to follow his Q to get the kick flash. It was stunning. So definitely has the mechanics to
Oh,
play
wow.
that. Levi going to respond
That
in
is
kind though with a bit of an
actually
aggressive
mind-blowing that they
jungler
can't
as
play
well.
Poppy
And
here.
setting up for a very aggressive mid jungle
That
now
is
with the
mind-blowing.
Syndra and the Viego there. So definitely going to be curious to see what Glory wants to go for. I think you need to match fire with fire a little bit here, but I'm not exactly sure how much ignition they have left in it right now.
To see the Renekton.
They're just gonna last
be
pick
locked
Orianna,
in,
aren't they?
so a lot
Aren't they?
of early power in this composition from
Unless-
GAM.
if they can't pick Lissandra,
prowess of that Syndra.
it's going to be
Renekton,
Orianna
no slouch
or
either.
Azir.
And we'll see what the answer is going to be in this mid lane. Like you said, a lot of tough matchups for
What else do you
up
play?
against that Syndra with the Nico gone and the LeBlanc gone.
The thing
Fizz?
is though, like, for GAM, it's kind of a we win hard or we don't win, right? Yes, you've got
This
some
is good in
decent
the Syndra.
scaling in the Syndra and the Xayah, but when you're going up against, I mean, with the Orianna now added into the mix as well, like a very strong front-to-back team fight, it's actually going to be relatively difficult for GAM.
Alright, chat.
The top side
You, yes, you, in chat.
Syndra can set up
Wake the fuck up.
in these early skirmishes, even set up for lane ganks very well for Levi. So I think the idea here is going to be Slater Palace play through the
Wake the
strength
fuck
of
up now.
Rakan. Just try to get some control there, although the Nautilus.
Oh, it's the mid matchup of the
work there a little
balls.
bit,
Yeah, good one.
But then have that kind of.
I know there's
mid-game
one
spike
dude
that
in
you can
chat.
play off of. When I
He's
look at
laying
Team
in bed
Wales,
on his
it's
pillow
very
like
much a
this.
case of, hey, look, we can try and play off of the Lee Sin
On
in
his
the early
fucking
stages
phone.
to counter gank, but see if we can get to
And he
scaling,
doesn't want
get
to type in
Orianna
chat
online, get
because
Cassandra
one of his
to be
hands
this
is like in the
makeup
blanket
for
and the other one's
late
holding
game.
the phone.
It's very
And I know
difficult.
that's you right now. That's
Yeah, I'll
you.
be looking towards
You can't
Sparta
type in
for
chat,
Team
but I
Wales
know
here,
you're
not
exactly
just,
like this.
You know, obviously Cassandra does Cassandra things later on in the game, but
And
also
you're like this.
when it comes to absorbing pressure, if GAM do try and play through that top side, we've
You're doing
all
that.
seen what happens.
I know you
when
are.
You try
You're-
and
there's
dive
one
a
dude in chat doing that
Cassandra
right now.
That's got fingers on the ends of his hands. It can be terrifying to deal with. I'm hyped to see this.
Bro,
one,
I've
though.
been there.
Team
I've been there.
Wales, I mean,
I'll be doing the exact same thing.
They were the underdog against BDS.
And you're
They
swapping
won
sides
that
every like
series
10 minutes.
2-1.
You're like,
They were the underdog against CFO. They won that series 2-1. And now, almost swapping seeding with GAM, who've had to come through the lower bracket. A lot of people at home
Bro,
are
I've been there.
becoming fans of the Wales across the course of play-ins. We'll see if Team Wales can live up to that new expectation.
Yeah, I think Team Wales.
I know
gonna have to
someone's
try and
gonna
find
fall
some
asleep
sort
with
of
the
creative
stream
way to set
open.
up fights here,
And we're gonna
because
wake
when
them
I
the
look
fuck
at,
up after
again,
game
the
1.
front to back you get
Trust
with
me when I say
Xayah,
we're gonna wake them the
Syndra,
fuck up.
Trying to walk through choke points into GAM is going to be incredibly difficult. We're going to have to see how they're going to manage this one, though.
Dagda, we are here. It's time for a VCS
If you're watching in bed,
Finals
don't be
rematch.
cringe.
It's Team Wales
Don't turn the volume down. Keep it
against
normal.
GAM.
If you fall
As
asleep,
we
don't worry
head
about it. You're in
onto
good
the
hands.
rift for the start of
You're in
what
good
should
hands, I
be
promise. I
an
won't
absolute
fuck with you.
barn burner of a best of 5. Don't forget as well, as you start your day here, to log on to lolesports.com. You can get plenty of drops and all sorts of goodies if you're watching on
Just
the
close your
Make
eyes,
sure
bro.
you're logging
Close
in.
your eyes.
Don't just open up the website. Log in as well.
Close
or you'll miss
your
out on your
eyes.
Also, just thank you for joining us.
Watch
Yeah, I mean, Europe, it is incredibly early here. North America, shout out to you guys for joining in as well. We appreciate it, but actually, you're going to have to hold on to that.
Shout out to North America.
Just get a whack as they get the word down to spot out what B&J is going to be up to.
Yeah, so just scouting out that early game. But yeah, you're absolutely. I mean,
Listen
we
to
got
this,
Bath
listen to
on
this, listen to
morning.
this.
That's usually when I go to bed.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
My sleep schedule's totally reversed for today. But I'm hyped for it. I'm totally okay with getting up early when we've got this kind of a matchup to start us off. Let's talk early game though, Dagda. We'll go to Ward on B&J. So GAM have
Coca-Cola.
full information to start us off.
Yeah, I think this is where, again, it's going to be a case of watching how Kati, after he hits level 3, can set up for some sort of play with Levi. Like, my eyes are kind of on, okay, you can play through your solo laners really well here on GAM, especially with the amount of control Kiaya should have. And when I look, boss, yes, you've got some setup you can go for. Actually,
Whoa,
they're
whoa,
just
whoa,
gonna
whoa,
press
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa.
Okay,
What's
so
passiert here then?
I don't know if this is the play. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. You can never tell.
5
if they're
a.m.
really gonna
Coca-Cola?
commit,
Yes, so
especially with
what?
These two duos specifically.
Yeah,
So what?
I know back in the day,
I'm a healthy
it used to
young
be,
man.
Hey, look, Xayah Khan, you both take W level 1 and you're like invincible essentially. Like no one can try and match you because the attack speed that you get off of Xayah works on Rakan as well.
Oh,
That's
nice
good
flash. He was dead
from
there.
Artemis.
Shot from Artemis, but that's an ignite onto Pallet. He can't, because he had to defensively flash, he can't then flash to finish off with his stacks there.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying is that like you can't really play as aggressive as you used to because the nerfs. Like,
5
ages ago
a.m.
came through
soda.
onto this bot
Yeah, what's
lane.
wrong with that?
And I think especially when you're up against the Nautilus, you can provide stacks for the Kai'Sa in the early stages. It becomes kind of tough to really take that 1v1 in the early stages. So, or sorry, 2v2 I should say. But
Levi
level
did
2 is
3
taken,
camps in
and
the
now
bot
Levi
side
feeling
invade with bot
confident to go
push.
for the
Not
invade.
bad.
Certainly
Kinda
is
hard to
BJ.
contest because
Not happy
Rakan can
about it,
move.
but he's on a ward.
But
It's
nice
like
move.
Levi
Nice
will
match
just
from
back away from this one.
the
Wolf
Wales.
should
Oh, he
reset.
got it.
No. BJ managed
That's
to
big,
get
big,
it
big, big, big.
ever so slightly wide on the shockwave as well. He'll be able to finish that camp off. Levi,
He's gonna have to drop blue.
chance of backing away on this one. Slater and Pallet move.
The risk
into
of
jungle
Lee
off the
Sin
back of that
crossing the
prio.
top side right
Let's secure
now
blue.
is
Yeah, I was kind of
bot
concerned
dive,
when I
but
saw
bot
how much
wave
control
crashed
Glory
and is
had over
bouncing
mid
now,
lane, but
so
actually look at the health
it's actually
bars
not going to
for
be a
Kati
dive
and Glory.
problem,
They
it's going to be a
both got
gank
hit
problem.
in that mid lane, trying to make sure that Glory wasn't able to.
Oh
form
my
across,
god,
so then
Lee Sin could have
BJ
ran down
realized
here
that his
like
bot lane
this.
is
That would
completely
be a
gone.
very
But just
Canyon-esque
take
move.
little transitional gank
Canyon
here,
would
see
do
if
that
he can spot out where
1000%.
Cassie is, but wants to try and play
In
from
a game
top
where
side
you think
jungle.
jungle's
But now watch
cross-mapping,
Kiaya. He's moving down
Canyon
as well
would be
to make
running
sure they
here
can
right now.
cover it, and there's no way that B&J can actually respond to to this invade on the bot side.
100 times out of 100, I promise you he'd be doing that exact pathing.
Not really interested in the
Now
fight
here
right
comes the risk of
looking
bot
for
dive.
that Crab trying to find...
Because you
or
cross through
trying
mid
to
and
even
show.
up that early jungle
Really bad
CS
sometimes to do
lead.
that.
Levi moving in here. Bia could be in trouble. This is his first time fighting these guys at the best of 5. He missed
BJ's
out
pathing is
on the
horrible.
finals.
Now he's crossing back through mid again. He's basically on
Artemis can
mission
move
the whole
back in.
game.
Levi just trying to zone away a little bit. But now, as they will get themselves the bottom score as well.
Now he's going back again to Raptors.
The fact that we're getting so much aggressive movement is sick. Again, though, I like, even though that they don't get the kill on
Look, no
bot
top
side,
camps either.
you're still forcing
It's
the
a horror.
wave out of the control of Artemis. And because he has no flash, he has to
He's
be
a bit
so
dizzy, yeah.
careful if any of these dives actually do try and come through. So at the moment, it's more kind of poking and prodding. But again, it's kind of coming out in wins for GAM at the moment.
It's a great matchup for it as well in our jungle, right? Lee Sin versus Viego. Either of these gets early kills, like you know that the game's gonna start to get messy.
Turn around.
Move up towards that top side. We talked about Kiaya being a big player to watch in this series. Sonic Wave has one flash forward.
Nice gank.
First blood.
Big. Let's go Wales.
Big win for Team Wales on the top side. You kind of see
Let's
how
go
Korea
Wales.
knew he'd pushed in a bit too far. There isn't a lot of places for BJ to be because he wasn't on the top side of GAM jungle. So he ends up going a little bit too far forward to get vision, ends up getting spotted out. So nicely done by BJ to get that first blood.
Great start to the game for BJ here. And worth mentioning as well that BJ, this isn't his first time at an
Not worth,
international.
you know
Even though it's
why?
Team Wales
What do you mean,
Snorg
not worth,
first
you know
time
why?
BJ, previously
Super worth.
Saigon Buffaloes. I'm sure a few people at home will know the name. And Kiaya will certainly know the name after this one.
Yeah, I mean, really nicely done. And even Sparta flashing forward to make sure he could get the damage down so that then that execute came through off the
Lee Sin took the
Sonic
kill.
Wave. So nicely done.
Nah,
And
Lee Sin will
Kiaya,
be useful this
I mean,
game.
still gonna be fine.
I promise.
He's already up quite a bit of control in this lane. You can see CS slightly in his favor as he collects this wave.
-1.
I expect he'll still be able to keep a good amount of control on this top side until you kind of hit 2 items for Sparta, and that's where he can kind of just tank a little bit what Renekton wants to do. But still, when you look towards,
We need a
like,
dragon here
Gerald
for
and
Wales.
2.5
Okay, by the way,
I think
I'm not
that's
going to be
where you're really
biased
gonna
this
start to see,
stream,
okay,
but I
we
do
can
want Team Wales to
begin
win.
to rotate people around here.
I
As
do
GAM,
want Team
unless
Wales
Team
to win.
Wales can actually get in position here. It looks like they want to try and gank onto the bottom side. Know that
Did
there's
Diego
nothing
see the Q
there.
from
Levi
Lee Sin?
didn't spot the Sonic Wave.
Didn't see the Sonic Wave. He's going to face check it. Oh, no!
Oh,
And a Void Seeker
Big
across
kill.
the map.
Wales.
BJ all over.
All right, let's go for Drake.
That was a jump scare for
Hey,
Halloween.
hey, we're
Turn
not going
on the
Drake?
lights, you're like, nope, don't want to be here anymore.
He wants to
And
clear camps.
unfortunately, would
He
already
is a
split
very
that
down
bit
on
too
camps.
far forward. BJ is everywhere at the moment, and Levi struggling
He's
a little
very
bit to
down on
keep up.
camps.
I was going to say he needs to pull his jeans up at this point. It's
Needs to
too
pull his
low
jeans
hanging
up?
fruit,
What?
but I just couldn't help myself. BJ, though, phenomenal start to this one. And rightly so. Team Wales, again, defying expectations so far in this tournament. And starting as they mean to go on in the series as well.
Oh.
Hang on, Kiaya, pull underneath the tower.
Oh.
There's no minions here. He takes the tower shot.
Bro, some guy in chat.
Is he gonna commit to this further?
Some guy in chat says,
No, I think Kiaya
Caedrel,
had to
why
get
aren't
that
we
wave
supporting
back, Sparta
PSG?
controlled in
It
place.
makes the
BJ now spots
G2
out
draw
Levi
easier.
has the help of mid.
True.
Levi
It means the
went over,
G2 could
extended
draw
This is what
PSG
we
if they
want.
win and they can't draw
Non-stop
BDS if they win.
action. Stun
And you're
comes in, though.
griefing,
Levi
BJ.
gets out of
You're
dodge.
fucking griefing.
Shut down onto BJ.
Maybe we need to sacrifice BDS for the greater good of the tournament.
From BJ
So
onto the
G2
backside
can
of
draw.
Levi at the back of that,
Instead of
making sure he's
Weibo
able to
Damwon,
get
they
away
draw
from
PSG.
Glory's ultimate and able to follow that one up. So nicely done, and I mean, great turnaround. The fact you're getting these kills now onto Levi is going to mean a huge amount.
That guy in chat is thinking about the long con.
Here. Good damage out from Slater in this bottom lane. And just heavy trading. Literally in every single lane right now, we have people going toe-to-toe.
But this is exactly what we expected. Like we said,
I'm lost to
watching the
respawn this
VCS, they
game.
ended up with more
We're
kills
supporting
than
Team
there
Wales.
was minutes in game number 1, and that trend kind of
I like
continued on
Wales.
for the rest of the series as well. So this is exactly what I wanted to see. These two teams going ham against each other, but it's still 2-1. Golden's still very even.
Ooh.
So maybe this is the turnaround.
Great
Oh,
hook, and
Xayah
it
6.
forces out the ultimate. Still
Oi.
level 5 for Artemis and Beer here. So Slater, I'm not sure how he managed to get that XP advantage on both. I suppose they were zoned out earlier
I
when
don't
Levi
actually see
came
this.
to the bottom lane.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That little bit of advantage coming in. But here you can see, oh, he does not want to be there as Levi ends up getting caught. The fact you end up getting the assist there with the long-range Void Missile is perfect for Artemis as well. So he gets a little bit of advantage. But this was beautiful play. So Levi thinks he has this for the caddy. He's trying to lean over. As BJ goes
Yeah,
in,
Syndra
you
versus
see
Lee
there,
Sin.
Shockwave tries to go off. But actually the flash comes through from the vehicle at the last second to make sure that he's in a good spot.
Bro,
and Levi's able to
Coca-Cola is overrated as fuck. Tastes like shit.
So now moving
I'm
to
going
the
back
mid
to the
lane.
water.
as Levi does get himself the Rift Herald. So has an opportunity to inject gold into one of those carries.
The only time Coca-Cola is good is on a very warm, sunny day, and it's in a glass with ice.
Get some gold onto Slater. He is
It's 5 a.m. in the morning, watching Team Wales play against GAM on an October evening.
You can kind of see here.
It ain't good.
It
ain't good. It ain't good. I'm gonna say it. Now the Starbucks from yesterday, though. Now that goes hard.
So I think Levi will clear out his entire bot side.
No,
then
that
start to
goes
lean
hard.
mid. Even look at the slow push that's happening bot side as well. Like it feels like to me, this is just a full setup for this early dragon, and try and stack that up so you can play.
Oh, he missed.
Kiaya tanks a tower shot to try and
Oh,
get
we are
the first play
Kasanting
down,
up here.
but
Wait, hold up.
He's liking the look of this fight right now. All out available for him, but might step too far forward as Kiaya just goes into Dominus, and Sparta sort of just has to back away.
It's not the best of times, may not be the best of times on bot either.
Yeah, trying to get out with his life, gets a root, walks up towards
Yeah, run.
safety of Glory, but Glory stunned
Whoa,
out. And actually,
Catty Syndra does damage. What
here.
the frick? Why can't my Syndra do the
range
damage?
to get that dash and then the knockup.
Still though, these are the little victories that GAM needs, trying to play off the fact that they just have power in the early game.
Oh no, ultimate comes out. Scatter the wing.
Oh my god.
Solo kill. Catty stepping up in the mid lane.
Catty is gapping that guy.
Praising Glory this entire time, but may not be the case. Artemis, great hook on Slater.
Yeah, Slater's in trouble here. Passive stacked up, but Artemis can't go further. In the meantime, Kiaya comes up in the top
Hey,
side.
no,
Sparta
Renekton.
uses the all-out health bars.
Get him, Sparta!
For Kiaya, but the Q doesn't get him.
Get him, so oh, yeah.
It's Sparta taking the
Yo,
one
BJ, you're
forward.
1v4.
Moving in to try and contest.
Okay, you're 3v4. We got the boys here. Glory's back. Big shockwave. Yo, look at that Rakan. Look at that Rakan.
Get the Viego!
The boys.
The
whales. Holy fuck, 4 kills.
Come alive. The Krill are picked up with 6-2 on the
That's
scoreboard.
fucking right, boys.
Four
Let's get it.
members go down across the course of that. Catty,
Imagine solo killing mid and then losing the dragon fight because you solo killed mid and you get punished for winning lane. Now, if he forced Orianna to base, that would be one thing. Because he killed him,
and here Kiaya goes over aggressive.
you know, Orianna would run back, you know, she's still 10 seconds dead, she would have run back, catch mid wave. But because she died, she TP's in. And Syndra has no ult, and Syndra didn't base. So actually, Orianna is stronger this fight.
With that ward at the back, Glory's able to come in. The knock-up off the ultimate sets up beautifully for the shockwave on towards the Syndra, and then with the rest of the team able to follow up.
Actually,
Levi, no flash, no ult,
I don't know why
no
they
hope,
even started that
killing
dragon.
BJ.
So far, so good for Team Wales. They got themselves 2,000 gold lead.
Krill? What is a Krill? The only Krill I know is Krillin.
Just hold that thought, because yet again our top laners are going toe-to-toe. And it has to be said, coming into this matchup, Kiaya on paper should have been the favorite.
Krill is whale food. Really? I thought they just ate fish.
Very tough for Kiaya in that topside matchup. 0-2 for the
What's a
Renekton.
Krill?
Maybe 0-2 on BJ as he takes half his health bar as he says hello to Catty.
Oh, double knockup comes out from Pallet. We'll have to back away in the end. And we have,
Small shrimps.
I was going to say we have a moment to breathe, but actually
Does that count as a
BJ's moving in
fish,
as well.
or is it like a
And
vegetable?
This is our kind of matchup, Dagda.
Someone said planks. Planktons.
All I'm saying, man, is this is feeling very Fight Night-esque as we start to move into this. Kiaya will clear it the way. Wasn't sure how much Sparta wanted to go
Basically
for
fish.
that. As again, Riptar goes down.
What? You guys said it was
Just get the charge,
plankton.
no objectives. Levi trying to be a pain towards BJ in the backside.
I think Plankton from SpongeBob. He's like a little vegetable, isn't he?
Side of the map, so that's why GAM trying to play very heavy. Would love to get that last plate before his plates drop in a minute and a half, but with the control that GAM have, unfortunately Artemis can't respond in bot lane and he'll have to leave.
So,
Plankton
we've
or
got a
shrimp?
second here as some resets
What?
coming through across the board. We've got Triforce finish for
What?
Levi. We've got BJ as well with that Gore Drink. And we're starting to see some items come out across the board. What should we be expecting for the next few minutes?
The next one's going to be the Rift Herald in a minute and a half. So these resets, you can already see, I actually don't want B to go bot side. He should be moving top lane,
Google
trying
even
to
just
establish
says-
the vision control that you need on that top end of the map. Kiaya not having control against Sparta is massive for Team Wales, because you actually then manage to get control here, as you can see, where you really shouldn't be able to.
Oh.
And how aggressive do you want to go here? Hang on.
Sparta playing with fire a little bit here.
But how broken is
Looking
Cassante?
out with his life. Gets the plate as well. To be honest, he's happy with that.
Because it means now that with Sparta having control here, you can actually have him first move.
He's a
towards
sea
Rift Herald,
cucumber.
which makes it very tough then for GAM to try and contest, because they are just going to
They grow at the bottom of the ocean?
You can even see BJ moving up here as Sparta wants this. But
Thought
no,
Sparta
just
was
back
dog.
away. But this
Yeah,
is
but he's
mad,
playing
'cause,
Cassante.
like, when I came into this, we were literally praising Kiaya to start things off. Sorry, my bad. Sparta, like,
He's playing.
in this Renekton Cassante matchup, traditionally
He's
it's
playing Cassante.
Renekton takes Demolish, he just kind of ignores the damage from Cassante, it gets turret plates and start to scale into
Alright,
into,
you know
like,
what to
his
pray
core
for,
trigger and
chat,
that kind of
right?
stuff. But you're not getting that opportunity.
You need
here
to pray for.
We literally just saw the opposite of that, where Sparta walked up to the tower,
Ocean
completely attacked the
Soul.
Renekton and took a
Maybe
plate
if we
from
play
them.
Ocean Man, it'll
does feel
summon
like
it.
a bit of a
We got
role
Team
reversal.
Wales.
And in terms of like the players and their
Soul,
history as well,
Ocean
we're
Man.
expecting Kiaya to be the
Ocean
favorite,
Man.
not just in this matchup, but in terms of the
Surely it's
1v1
Ocean Soul,
between
right?
these two players. So, I mean, wow. As we're in our first qualification, best of 5, our MasterCard lane economy snapshot is very nice looking for Team Wales right here.
And especially for a Team Wales, as you said, that, I mean, 3-1 lost to GAM in the finals. They're looking pretty damn good here.
Mighty
Good
hook.
Fear caught out here, has to flash away.
Hey, Rakan ult. Zion ult. Worth.
Gets out with his life. Artemis, you're in a bad spot and has to flash as well.
Absolute disaster for
Did they
Team
call him
Wales.
R
We're
to
just
hit
setting
when he
up
lands
Halo.
the spell and
Usually
R to
the
miss
ones
when he
that have full
misses?
control over Rift Herald, but B and Artemis overextending in mid, forced the flash.
Glory
and
has
the
ult.
cleanse
Yeah, he has
gone
Leandry's.
there, which means they're not really in a position to go for this.
Renekton has
You don't have
Renekton has TP, sorry.
ults, I don't think. BJ's is down. Maybe they can make something happen.
Bean?
Playing with fire there, forced to
Oh,
flash
he's
away.
griefing.
He's been caught. He tried to go for a kick, I think, but bailed at the last second, and he's taken
What is
out
BJ
for
doing?
it. GAM find themselves a huge advantage.
Yeah, he tried to bait out the the knock up from Pallet, the stun from Kati, and then have everyone on GAM try and turn towards him, but they played it
best.
patient, and he just
Shut
kind of
up.
ends up leaving himself exposed as GAM
Stop
happily
talking
take
about
that,
my
take
Lee
the
Sin.
Rift Herald now as well, and they're in a great spot to continue pushing pressure.
Less of a Bean J there, more of a Beange on that play. And
What's
now
a
Team
Beange?
Wales, it feels like that big advantage that they had with this
Nice,
tower going
top tier
down
one.
at the top side. Gold is going to be not far off of even. That first Drake went to GAM earlier on. Second Drake is onto the map already.
Wow.
But Team Wales,
To be honest, it's not that bad for
You
Team
can
Wales
tell
if they
the
get
GAM,
Drake,
they're
obviously.
Like, look, we don't have the opportunities to try and go for this. We used literally everything in the
Ocean
kitchen
Soul,
sink in that
look at
last
this.
engage.
Bang.
Whereas when you look across the Team Wales, because it was BJ that got caught, they have all their ultimates up. So good call from GAM to say, don't go near
This
this.
game is
We already
fucking
won what we
bullshit.
need to. Let's just take the tower and get the gold we want. But see here,
Where
they
is my man Lee
expected
Sin going?
Cassie to turn, Pallet to turn with the ult or with the engage, but because they didn't, BJ's kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. forced
Cancel
the
his
flash,
Q, but he
still
didn't
get the
ward
follow-up.
jump far enough
And you
away.
see Beer, look at his HP there.
Yeah.
There's no way he can realistically follow up on that engage without just immediately getting one shot. So,
And these Vietnamese teams are very bad at saying, you know what, maybe we won't fight this objective. Oh, we lost our Nautilus Flash and his 10% HP, and Cassante's bot.
They end up like misplaying where
Yeah, maybe we should give the Herald. No, they're like, yeah, no, let's walk in, see what happens.
When realistically they could have kept Sparta in top lane and actually used him as control to then move in towards Rift Herald, have the push in top, get push with mid with Artemis and also Glory to then contest. And I think it's these little things
We're
where
slow pushing
it's
top
for
at
Team
17
Wales
minutes in.
that ends up costing them, and why I think a
Fair
lot
enough.
of people were kind of doubting them coming into
I
playing
don't really
stage.
understand why,
We got to
but-
see cleaned up in game 2 and game 3 of
Yeah.
a lot of their series. So
I guess so you can catch the next wave safely.
try and bring it back into this, because I mean, you look at the goal at the top of your screen. We're actually at a very even game point right now, despite the fact we just had so much action in this game.
that was going to be my next point, actually. The fact that we're here.
Oh, I can make
VCS
cereal
Finals
after this
rematch
game.
Here for our World Swiss
Poggies.
qualifier.
I
And game
love
number 1, we
cereal.
got 1 Drake apiece. Gold is basically even. And even though the kill count is reasonably low, or at least it feels very low, compared to the amount of action that's actually been happening in this game.
What do you mean
I mean,
caveman?
both
food?
teams really taking haymakers at each other, but we'll have to see where the next one's going to connect.
I
For
got
GAM,
Nesquik
it feels
balls.
Like they're trying to play off
That's
this
all I got.
topside vision control they've just established. Maybe look for Glory if he overextends, but you can see there Glory playing very, very safe because
Nesquik
he just doesn't
chocoballs.
know where the members of GAM are. Whereas when you look at Team Wales, it's like, okay, can we try and play off of our strong point, which right now is Sparta and BJ.
He's
Can
playing
we try
really
and get
safe
this
on
bot
top.
tower for ourselves, crack open our first third of the game, and a lot of this is going to be Artemis having good wave clear like this in mid, with BJ supporting him, and then leaning that pressure down onto the bottom side.
Pat, am I cooked?
Nah, he's on
Where
Glory.
did GAM use
He's
the Herald
on.
after
As
the
you mentioned.
when they got the Drake afterwards? Team
His
Wales.
items needs to be cautious currently, but when it comes to those team fights later on,
Hop.
Yoriana's a monster. Sparta, look at the 1v1.
Whoa,
Kiaya
Kai'Sa.
finds it as well. The flick back is perfect.
Nice
It
side lane
sets up
gank, but they're
Aramis
losing
to
top tier
cut
2 for
down
this.
the beast.
There's the exact play we're
Orianna
talking about,
couldn't
but
shockwave
GAM
the
also
wave.
responding with what's the best decision
TP
for
mid
them,
is really
moving
smart
up
from
towards
her
this
though,
top
but she
side,
might get dove.
pushing Glory back. Glory trying to TP into mid to clear the waves later. Won't be able to get this mid lane turret, but now Glory
You should play on the
very
bot side of
overextended.
mid.
That's the TP
Yeah,
from
nice.
Sparta to just keep his mid laner safe.
Well, they have to double
Defend the
TP.
mid tier 1, but you ultimately lose a tier
Bot tier
2
1
in that
and a
top lane
kill
Cat
for
team.
top tier
He's
2
gonna
and you
have
lose
so
double
much
TP
gold
as
off the
well.
back of
1
how
minute
he's
before
against
Nash.
top.
But the thing is, Artemis is actually taking a while to clear this out because everyone's left them. So if you get quicker resets coming through from GAM, they can actually come back out onto the map and contest both
This
the
Renekton is
mid
fucking
turret
useless.
and also the dragon that's going to be in 2 minutes time. Like, it's re-established their
This
vision
Renekton
on
is
this
really
bottom
useless.
side. So you do have to be kind of careful, but GAM
Kai'Sa must
at
be
least for the
very
moment,
close to
staying out of
Navori
that
though.
map a
If
little
Kai'Sa
bit
can get
longer.
Navori on
So
this
it looks
reset,
like
then
Team Wales
she's
should be able to at least continue the
maybe
same
gonna
kind of
carry a
reset
whole game,
time
actually.
and come back out onto the map.
I have to say, despite the fact that the gold is dead even, despite the fact we're even on Drake,
Navori, Pulse Champ.
I am leaning Team Wales right now. The way that these early scraps have been going.
That's a really
and
nice
also
side
the
lane
fact
gank
that
by Kai'Sa.
Artemis is, well, true actually, yeah.
Covering
UK
top's a bit too
esports
hard.
here. No, but the fact that Artemis is the one grabbing these kills, right? The fact that Artemis has got his Kraken Slayer already. He's probably at a second item, honestly, off the back of a recall here. Like, he's in a phenomenal
Whoa,
spot.
Navori Kai'Sa. Mamma
The
mia.
only thing is, I'm looking at Glory. He did stay out on the map a little bit longer. I think he's just completed Shadow Flame off this recall as well, or maybe want to stay out for a bit of a needlessly hard draw. Oh, it's just a needlessly.
Oi, where's Lee Sin going?
No, BJ.
BJ in the wrong spot.
What the hell?
Taken out.
Well, there goes mid tier 1 that we double TP'd for.
Sort of overestimating the control of the area.
Yeah, I mean, no vision at all in that push, and tries to take the shortcut, gets caught out. Now this is going to be mid lane turret falling down, and 55 seconds until the Dragon's
bot
up.
tier
We're
1.
losing
Oh,
bot tier
shit.
1 as well.
I'm
GAM
saying Caedrel Lee
pushing
Sin.
waves
Bro,
here,
if this was my Lee Sin, I'd be
established deeper vision
6-0
on
and
the
I'd be
spot side.
frying these
Spotted
dudes.
B.
Another
Oh my
pick,
god.
and it's
Vietnam.
That's
Bro,
BJ
what's going
and
on?
BN
Everyone's just
both got
face checking
cooldown.
everything.
Baron is up on the map. Do GAM just go for this?
I think you can. You've got a ton of damage off his Slayer.
No
He's got
TP
Kraken
on
Slayer.
Glory and he's
Levi,
catching
who's
bot
gonna do
wave.
a ton of damage as well, so they're going to turn and burn. You have nobody from Team Wales in the
Now,
area.
Gam's
just
Baron
like
isn't the
that,
fastest, but
GAM
it's
with
probably
2
gone.
quick picks might have blown up in this game.
BJ running across the map as fast as he physically can. Sparta, you got to get in that bit. You got to delay if you want any chance of contesting the Baron. It's going to go.
Oh, he took him out. Artemis flash in. Oh, he's too late.
It's not stolen. GAM still
Oh, he was so late. Fuck shit, man. He hesitated. He hesitated so hard. Why didn't he just go in?
It's everything for GAM.
I mean, he did, but he was so late.
Baron get the double kill, and that was so close to being a miracle play from Team Wales, but they just can't quite get the damage. And now with the TP
Oh my
from
god, if
Kiaya
Team
coming
Wales
back
can't
out
win
onto the
this
map,
game, I'm
they'll be
scared
able
for the
to
rest
keep
of the series.
their resources safe. Even TP onto bot side is they want to try and
I'm
contest
scared.
Dragon here as well.
They can contest Dragon, but
everyone's on
he
resets.
reckons that they can, and Kiaya's moved in as well. They found a way in.
They never win game 1.
Glory
True.
also
Team Wales
out of
always
mana
loses game
currently,
1.
So had to go for that reset.
That's true.
Artemis wasn't on the scene.
That's
and
true.
I have to
Yeah,
say,
no, that's true.
Like,
That's true.
GAM
Yeah,
getting
you're
the straight,
right.
getting pretty much everything reaction.
Yeah, I mean, this was really nice stuff from Sparta. Again, he's been having a great game on this. Casante gets into the pit, manages to get Levi over the wall, but look at this. Artemis that little bit late with the flash over the wall, so can't get the burst damage with his Q. Ends up falling as well as Sparta's trying to get the back around.
Oh
into
man,
the
this
pit.
game's kind of sad that
And
they
even
lost though,
Rathan as
because
well, he'd already pieced out
Pop was
because he
doing
didn't
so
want any
well,
more of
and they
this.
4 for
now we
4
come
for
back
0
into
to
the
Drake
game
fight.
as Sparta will get stunned up. BJ in the area as well as GAM are looking to siege down with Baron.
Should be able to siege this tier 2. Sparta is fighting tooth and nail to hold on to this game. Great in the laning phase, pulling Levi out of the play to give the opportunity.
Game 1 is for frauds.
Somewhat
Yeah, it is.
50-50.
I think we take this guy off Lee Sin. Bro, this guy's not playing Lee Sin the whole series. This guy's playing Poppy Sejuani, Rel Maokai. This was a really good play. Holy fuck, BA. That was a very good play. He knew Zaya ult cooldown. They should just run it down mid now, yeah. They have a minion.
But that's massive. You're going to shut down the Baron push. Well, I say that as Kati going to move down into the spot side to pick up the inhibitor turret anyway. But Team Wales, wonder how much they can try and respond as Glory. You're taking a lot of damage here. You don't have much magic resist apart from those boots.
Just going to tank the tower here to finish off a tier 2 in the mid lane. Kati is getting huge. That's more side lane towers that he's getting solo gold for.
Okay, not bad for Team Wales. Not bad at all.
Items already, as Levi will be able to smite away that blue buff in the end.
It is crazy though.
Team fighting is hard though.
I thought was going to come down to, hey, we're going to set up around objectives, try and
I mean, they haven't really been having team fights. The fucking the Lee Sin's just been dying all the time.
But it's been picks like this that have actually
Getting picked off before there's actually a fight. This was really good because Zai has no ult. What a timing. What a timing.
Look at the time. Like, it's actually a little bit off on the bottom of your screen, but it was so close to coming up in the middle of that.
Let me check if there's McDonald's breakfast. I don't think there is in Germany. There's no such thing as McDonald's breakfast.
Looking towards Glory as well. He's had a quiet game so far, but 2 items finished at this point. The Oriana,
Why, question
very
mark
much
me.
coming online. If he can find that big shockwave, but
yeah, no,
McDonald's.
They should be. It's just been a case of we're so split out or in the map. The biggest problem that I see for GAM though is like not having the control for the Renekton. As you can see, Kiaya way down the total.
No, there isn't in Germany. It doesn't exist. I'm sure of it. Oi! What a cleanse. Wow, they're one shot. Wait, that's it. It's over. He just QW'd on Oriana into Zhonya's as well. No way. Oh my god, it's a horror.
He's got 9 lives as well. It's going to be a mid lane inhib. It's going to be everything for GAM.
At this stage, you just want to try and get that wave in bot side, start to push in. You can see Levi looking to get the inhibitor as Kati goes to collect the wave. Glory has a good amount of wave clear. I don't know if you can finish unless you kill him. Paladin wants to do just that, though.
Just look for Glory. Flash for the stun from Levi, but the rest of the team.
There's no Diego.
Shockwave on cooldown right now. The stun is there. The knock-up, but Levi just gets it.
Levi,
basically a solo kill. Hunter Glories, he just chases him down with the delayed respawn. This could be huge for GAM, but they're not even going to look for the second inhib. They want to get out back onto the back.
This, although it obviously GAM are.
I know exactly what's going to happen. There's a small chance GAM 3-0s this series. Then the BDS series starts at like 8 AM instead of 10. And then everyone in the chat is going to come in at 10 AM and be like, what the fuck? Game 2 of BDS already? I thought it started at 10. Yow!
So you need to try and make some sort of play. And GAM do just that. They end up
I'm calling it already. I'm calling it.
Immediately on towards the mid lane and playing again off of what has been spectacular vision control for GAM on this top side of the jungle ever since top and mid went down. And then here, flash forward from Levi to get the kill. Because you have GAM kind of focusing on this though.
I swear, when you Q on Diego or W and auto with your passive, it's the most satisfying thing ever.
It'll be Kati's job potentially to try and see if he can
push
in
so
lean
satisfying.
into that spot side, but Baron up in 50 seconds, it's going to be again use these super minions to push in mid, get control over top side, and try and force Team Wales to face check you into the Baron pit.
I feel like Gorborg is going to have to change his all-pro team at this rate, because this has not been the story of Glory. This has been Catty all over, absolutely dominating these fights. That last fight as well, the double kill to start, managing to escape from Sparta as well. His flash is on cooldown for this next fight. In fact, 4 flashes currently on cooldown for GAM, although Sladers will be up in just a second. So perhaps some small window of opportunity, but perhaps not, as BJ caught again, stunned by Catty.
Whoa!
He's just
Lee Sin's one shot.
Fire. Sparta trying to pull him back into
It's not this one shot.
just go down.
Artemis no cleanse.
Should be all
Good night, sweet prince. Oh, he dodged Q.
Team Wales, they started the game well.
No.
But they've also started
I think BJ lost this game alone.
They have every
I'm gonna be honest.
here in play-ins. They go 1-0 down, and GAM, they want to repeat what happened in VCS finals here. Just trying to buy time. It's not going to happen. GAM will take down this Nexus.
Nice game by GAM, but very bad game from Bane.
It started off well, but the picks just kept on coming. Team
All right, game 1. What was the score in the finals, chat? In the finals, GAM beat Wales in what scoreline?
So good for GAM, and I have to say their reaction
3-1.
has been fantastic in game number 1 here.
Come on, Wales, wake the fuck up.
Neither team playing super clean.
I want
throughout
Wales
this
in
game.
Swiss stage.
There were mistakes on both sides.
Wait, I'm gonna go make some Nesquik bowls and milk real quick. 1
Back
sec.
of these
There'll
skirmishes,
be like
off the back
30
of these
seconds. 1
scraps,
sec.
taking side lane towers. Like Catty was getting so much individual gold from like taking the tier 2 in the top side, pushing the inhib in the bottom side. Like so often, it felt like GAM were getting a minor gold advantage off of these plays. And then when it came to the team fights, I mean,
it felt very reverse expectation though, because we kind of were like, hey look, we expected big team fights, didn't really get them, was down to picks. We expected Sparta to struggle against Kiaya, whereas we thought it would be the rest of the team that were kind of matched toe to toe, but Sparta fantastic game with the Cassante, but it was BJ getting caught. It was BA making mistakes where he was overextending. Even Artemis at points in that mid lane. And that was where they really started to crumble apart. And I mean, fair play to GAM. Catty, as you said, great pick potential coming through alongside this Viego for Levi. It felt like even with the amount of bans that were tossed the direction of Levi, this Viego had a great performance.
Yeah, phenomenal performance. Honestly, Catty as well. Syndra looking fantastic. That might have to be a ban for game number 2. It's time to head over to our analyst, Ender, Raz, Goldborg. Let us know what you thought, especially you, Goldborg, because, I don't know, Catty's kind of winning the mid lane right now.
Yikes. Yeah, called out on live television. How embarrassing, quite honestly.
I mean, it's just according to script. Because Team Wales, you know, we always lose game 1. We lose every best of 1. But
who the fuck is we, Goldborg? Shut up!
Win the series.
He predicted BDS to lose yesterday, and now he's saying Team Wales we. No, who's we? Bro, shut up, Goldborg.
So it's unclear yet whether or not they just win game 2 and 3.
Predict BDS. Oh, BDS is probably going to lose to CFO because CFO is better 2-1 to CFO.
Like we've seen from some
oh yeah,
other
we
teams,
always lose game 1. Oh yeah, Vietnam. Yeah, bro.
Left up by
Pick
the
a side.
Because it's Slater on the other side. And I think everyone got baited by day 1 when he lost to the Kaisa.
That's what I'm saying. You set an expectation early and then subvert them later and catch them by surprise. I think the two things that I really like from GAM this time, as you've mentioned, the priority that they've changed off of the Loud series is like, okay, we're going to prioritize
we're always
more. Also, the ban on J4 I think was necessary, and it's going to be the same case for the rest of the series. Unless if Team Wales shocks us with a stronger performance, and I was worried early with Levi's mistakes. We'll talk about that a little later on. I think the first two things we saw from GAM, great.
I thought it was very interesting as well, just because Team Wales bans outside of the Wukong, which was actually a Rakan in the finals, was pretty much the same that they were scared.
What is this? I think Plankton from SpongeBob. He's like a little vegetable, isn't he?
More promising.
What are you talking about? What is that?
You can't allow it to happen just because it neutralizes a matchup where
maybe have your fan meet at the T1 base camp. Yeah, I'll see.
Like Glory just gets straight up murdered.
I was shocked. But also huge credit to Kati. I think he did a phenomenal job finding good lane pressure.
What the fuck happened to G2? They go to Korea. They play rock, paper, scissors with T1. Caps gifts Faker a cactus. And now they're doing Sexo IRL and Fortnite dances with what looks to be a K-pop star. What is Caps doing? Bro. G2 content is crazy. I want to do a sub so you'd see it that way, but yeah, alerts muted. I want to make sure you see it. I still do plan to sub. This just mess so you see streams of less content. Absolutely watching what you should be the worst content in Mario Kart or anything else. You're so funny. I enjoy it so much. I've always had mental health issues with depression, anxiety, and recently an ADHD diagnosis in your streams are sometimes some of the few joys I look forward to. I know it's your job and you also do it from what you impacts people could more imagine. It makes my day. Being able to come into the chat and watching you being a degenerate while also being around. I've never found a place where I can just let loose, relax besides your stream. I can't thank you enough for sure. Thankful I am for you. And from the bottom of my heart. Oh. Bro, much love. You're always welcome in the stream. Always welcome. You're always welcome in the stream. Always welcome. We're at the gang for Worlds Finals? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll meet up. We'll do a meetup. We'll do a meetup in Korea. Is anyone in chat gonna be in Korea? Yow!
But also, I have no idea what BJ is doing right now. He just decided to say, you know what, let's have some fun and take this elevated blast cone straight into it. No vision whatsoever. BJ's like, wait, that seems super cool. I'm gonna do the same and just face check this fuck of war again. And what do you know? He gets picked off as well. Out of nowhere, you just lost your jungler, you just lost your support for no reason whatsoever other than they wanted to face check. And this completely propelled the game back into GAM's favor.
Yeah, and I mean, the vision control we haven't talked about was great for GAM in the top side. So off of the first pick on Lee Sin, naturally Nautilus is going to be
gets S Ihnen.
Really
gets
I
good.
wanted to mention that. That was so clutch from
Bro, I can't even get out of bed. You want me to go to Korea? Bro, same.
So it made it a bit of a toss-up. But, you know, Zai was able to get the last hit on there. Orianna was nowhere to be seen. And it just made it at least
4k damage Lee Sin, OME.
But GAM was able to secure the kill off of that one. So look at this game. It was insane to see how well Team Wells was doing in the early portions of it, but once mid-game hit, I felt like the picks were there from the side of GAM, and even though they were bullying Renekton on side lane, I thought that they were always getting something on the opposite side of the map on GAM side. So I have something to show you, GB.
Oh, you're going to show us something?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yes. So
Did you went behind my
got?
back and DM'd our producers with this one?
Look, I had a response.
Oh!
I know you were high on Glory, but guess who put him in the coffin?
God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you,
on
Caddy,
base.
he's not about to go. He's about to grind.
Yes.
You know, I think we got a little distracted. Glory was all about that, and it just goes completely the other way.
It's about giving the enemy a false sense of security.
Okay.
Right.
And
Team Wales
right
game one.
now, right now, Caddy thinks he's up there. He thinks he's the better mid lane. He's going to be making mistakes going into the next game. He's going to be overconfident, and they're going to punish that.
He knows. He doesn't think. In fact, take the
One sec,
Caedrel
chat.
away
Let me
from him
finish
all you
eating my
like.
balls.
I feel like now I'm going to be confident in this case. 2 series in a row in which Caddy's been dominating. I've heard from the coaching staff he has been the glue to the team. He's been more than the glue. He's been the sword.
Can I just ask real quick, why is there no CSD at 14 on this graphic right now?
I don't need to see
Can you
that.
tell me why?
The man's a team
Is that because
player.
he's down in CS? Is that
All
because
right,
he's not?
Goldborg, relax. He was
It's
down
all
10
about the
CS. He got
glory,
a
the
solo.
trophy of play-ins. I'm down for the Church of the Glory.
Look, okay, mid lane is back and forth, and
Glory
I
got
think we can throw a lot
solo
of
killed.
expectations out the window. GAM Esports continue to have the upper hand versus Team Wales. We're going to see if the surprise team of play-ins stage can bounce back right after the break.
There, Levi didn't spot the Sonic Wave.
Didn't see the Sonic Wave. He's going to face check it. Oh no, those are 2 big red outlines.
Yeah, this is the
And a
last stream
Void
from
Seeker
home.
Across the map.
The next co-stream
Levi might
you
have
see me on
overextended here.
This is what we want.
will be in the
Non-stop
T1 office.
Action stunt comes in though. Levi gets out and dodge.
Trying to play off the fact that they just have power in the early game.
Oh no, ultimate comes out. Scatter the
Last
wings,
co-stream.
does land and there's the solo kill. But perhaps not. It's been taken
I need to think of ideas. I need to think of ideas to
trying to pull him back into the fray, but he'll just
to pimp up the streaming room.
The rest of the fight should be all about GAM.
I need to figure out an idea to pimp up the walls behind me. We need to pimp up the streaming room. We're gonna pimp up the T1 office. We're gonna make it look slick as fuck. Get a cactus? Will you get into trouble? No.
Red Bull gives you wings.
I don't think I'll get into trouble. Just for pimping it up. Yo, Ender, what's up? I'm not bringing the plant to Korea.
Bringing in a new roommate to save money, is that the plan?
Gym stream with owner?
Yeah, I think I have a much better plan. We switched to
I
my
can do a
plan
gym
from
stream with
Verizon.
owner.
That is a good plan. Glenn?
Get my plan starting at just $25 when you bring your own phones. Plus, save when you add perks like the Disney Bundle. It's your Verizon.
Pop quiz. How many rocks does Talia throw with her Q? 5. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. You wanna see pace? Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. 2 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah, watch this. Yo! What flexes? What flexes but isn't a human? Blood. Dead. Hot, 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 hot. Ooh, ah! Huh? Oh. Next. 1 minute 35. Death to all betrayers. I don't know! What is it? Oh, it's kind of... I knew that one. I didn't see chat. Is that Kazakhs? Oh my god, the pace. 1 minute left. Huh? Oh, it's maybe Lunar Aphelios? Yeah, Lunar Aphelios. Lunar Beast. Bro, but look at that pace. You see that pace? That's what I call big pace. I didn't look at chat. I didn't look at chat. Made it to a Caedrel live stream. Welcome. Look at this guy, bro. I made it to a Caedrel live stream. I'm a chatter now. Actually, Zaza.
In our blue corner, it's GAM Esports, first seed from the VCS.
And coming in on the red corner is going to be Team Wales, first seed from Play-ins Group B, ready to throw some haymakers. I am so excited to get into the second game.
And our fight card for tonight, our fight card matchup is in that mid lane. We've got Catty for GAM weighing in at 7,000 E-pounds in the mid lane.
And on the opposite side is going to be Glory, weighing in slightly less after that last performance, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to have to see if he can try and fight back coming into round 2 here.
This is, for anyone that's totally out of the loop here, this is a little nod to all the old school LPL fans. We did Fight Night a couple of times. When it's an absolute bloodbath on our screens, it's time for Fight Night. And I mean, game number 1, it exemplified the true essence of Fight Night.
And I am so ready for this. I mean, the fact that we got so many kills, so much action. But we'll have to see if Team Wales can kind of slow it down a little bit. Game 2, or game 1 even, they didn't have the best of times when it came to BJ getting picked off. BA and Artemis overextending that a little bit in the mid lane, dropping Baron. You need to see that slow down, and you called it, Munch. The early Syndra ban coming in here for Team Wales. Again, they do not want to let Catty get that.
Yeah, not surprised at all, honestly, on that one after what Catty did to them during those team fights later. I mean, it was the one where he flanked the tier 2 in the mid lane, got the scatter of the week across, got a double kill, and then the all out from Sparta actually essentially saved him. Had that stopwatch managed to get out of his life. And now GAM starting off with Slater grabbing himself that Zaya.
I mean, no real change up here. Curious to see if they do decide to take away the Rakan here, or if they're happy to just go for the Nautilus Kai'Sa once more. Oh, sorry, the Rakan's by the way, but I think again you're kind of in a position where you can go for this more aggressive style. We also saw Big going for things like the... Oh, he's actually, I was going to say the Rel. So they're actually going to be able to pick that one up immediately.
Changed it up now.
And now it's a case of, do you go for the Kai'Sa off rip, or do you want to try and confirm one of the junglers for yourselves after the swap up in the bans?
I mean, you can always save Kai'Sa for third, right? They've already got a Sire on their side, unless we see Catty taking mid lane Kai'Sa. We've seen it before. But Sparta goes for the Rel. Wouldn't be surprised to see BJ going for priority jungler, but
no surprise.
Deciding to hold that card and hope for a jungle
Finish your coke? No.
Yeah, I think now you're probably seeing Palace try and respond with something like the Nautilus here in response to the Rel, which you assume is going to the bot side.
Jax, Kiaya's Jax is up.
Kiaya, if he's able to get his hands on it. Something he's been incredibly strong on. And I think after the last one, where the Cassante kind of had his field day up there, it looks like Kiaya has taken off the gloves himself and wants to go and have his control of that top side.
So for a bit of context on this pick from Kiaya in the top lane, this is his most played top laner across summer, 11 games played on the Jax. 82% win rate. A 7 KDA
What?
on a melee
Victor?
bruiser. Like, Kiaya dominates the top lane on the Jax. And now we get a Victor. This is our second Victor pick of
Why
play
is
into it, and I
Victor
believe
like a pick?
It was,
Why is that a
was
thing?
Katsy that played it the previous time.
And had a brilliant performance on it yesterday as well, so not fully
How is
surprised to see it
Victor a
brought
thing?
out, but still having this much priority on it. I think you can kind of see that Catty understands what he's up against in Glory and how he wants to try and fight against it. So now the response from Team Wales is just going to be that Cassante and trying to put that up towards Sparta on that top side. But again, I
It's a
think you're
comfort pick.
kind of
Yeah,
happy
but
with
why?
the way this has gone
There's
as
two
GAM.
mid-bends
You've
and
got
we're
a
having to
really
blind
strong
Victor
top
on
lane
1,
and the
2, 3
Jackson
for
at,
comfort.
top side of the map. Great team fighting in the 4v4 with your
Why don't they
Zaya
just
and
pick
your,
Nautilus and
Victor.
drop Victor till 4-5?
If
It's
I'm
not like they're
actually
going to
Team
lose it,
Wales,
is it?
I'm not looking so much at things like the Lee Sin in that or even the
Or
Viego
Sejuani, or
Levi.
Vi,
I
or
think you
Wukong.
need to try and focus on more engage
Drop
heavy
mid.
support our junglers, which is why I think you're looking at Sejuani, which was left open last one, now going to be banned away.
So that's Sejuani. Not going to go on through. Wouldn't be too surprised to see more jungle bans once again. But you could see some bans towards Glory coming on through. That's what we saw last time. Catty having his choice of the matchup. This time it's not the Syndra. He's still banned. I mean, they banned the Ari last time. They banned the Nico last time.
That doesn't change anything.
We'll see what they go for the third ban this time. Whether it's that LeBlanc once again.
Yeah, I imagine it will be.
Because
the
no matter
LeBlanc
what,
can do
Wales will
relatively well
blind
against
mid here.
Victor. Or the option is actually just to get rid of the Orianna and say, hey, look, no, we
But
just want to
now,
make sure we are stronger in team fights. Because with the team
Now
Wales
they have many
having
options, I think.
a lot of engage set up with the Rel, the Cassante, we saw how strong Sparta
I would
could
love to
be
see
when
this
he
in
got
the
running on
Orianna
that
game
pick.
out of Glory.
Could be an option, but we'll have to see. Actually going to be the Nocturne
Ooh,
ban.
Talia into
I'm
Victor.
kind of surprised at that, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, wasn't necessarily expecting a Nocturne ban. Does mean even more junglers off of the board. There are so many jungle bans
Talia jungle
in this
still, but I
one.
doubt it.
Is Talia still wide open? And one of the big things we always say about Talia, things like the Orianna, things like the Azir do well into it, but Victor, not going to be I'll stop talking about it. It's
Nice
not going to be
pick.
the matchup. It's going to be the Viego locked in for PJ.
Very nice
Yeah, I'm
now
curious
pick.
to see exactly what Levi wants to go for.
Levi's going to go Lee
I
Sin.
need something that won't get pushed out.
Throw the
I mean, it's
gauntlet.
I'm not
probably
a fan.
the Lee Sin, to be perfectly
Lee Sin
honest,
is a
'cause
trash champ.
I just don't really know if there's much else, but you would like something that's a bit tankier. And I know
Unless
Levi
you're
has
God
played
tier.
Zac in the past,
Like
but
super
I think
God
you end up
tier.
falling
Like
too far
ultra
behind
God.
if you go for something like that in the 1v1. So I think you have to go for the Lee Sin, which means Palette needs a big
me.
engage tool. So maybe it is just an Nautilus. Could also be something like a Leona potentially here, just to make sure you've got the tanky stats
Like
that
me.
Nautilus doesn't really offer you as much as a Leona would.
Could well be that. I love that Levi's taking the lead.
Yeah, Leona's not that bad. To be honest, it's either Nautilus pick here. Oh, wait, no, fuck, they pick Rel. Of course, they're picking mid.
That doesn't
But
send a message
I don't
to
know
Team
what
Wales.
mid to
I
pick
don't
here.
know what will. Being Jay,
Zig's
gonna
actually
have
not
his
bad
work
here.
cut out for him.
Talia not bad.
Team Wales, they've got to figure out what they want in this mid lane. The Talia has been the hover, and
All
it
right.
will finally be locked in.
I really like the Talia here because both the Unraveled Earth for the amount of dashes that are on
Caedrel, the
but also
type
then
of
the
whippersnapper
wall for
to
how
cancel
mobile.
Lee Sin
Like
kick.
if you can burn
What
a
do you want
flash
about?
on towards
Nice
the Zarya and the
biceps?
Victor,
Yeah,
and then
thank
they
you.
have
You
to
see
try
that?
to approach an objective fight.
You want biceps?
It's very easy and multiple different angles of attack for you to try and use this Weaver's Wall to cut them off, and a ton of follow-up when you look towards like Artemis even being able to send himself in, but Sparta BA will be super happy to get someone in that corner. So I'm excited to see now if Team Wales can
biceps
try
are good.
and fight back, because again, I think they did a really good
They're
job in the early
strong.
stages of the last game. They actually got
I'm
a little bit
strong.
of a lead, but it was starting
Mods
to fall
Gamba
apart
game two.
mid-game
Who's gonna win?
with BJ and that we're getting
Bets your
caught out.
Gambas.
If you can take this a little bit slower and set up once more, or actually find set up for those fights, I think you'll be in an okay spot.
See if they're going to be able to find those moments. Palette, I'm looking towards him.
You're
The
sitting
Leona, not a pick that we've been
you're
seeing a
sitting
lot
for
of,
lunch at
really
the
across
T1
year, to be
cafeteria.
honest. It feels like this has been
There
the
is
first
one
year
seat
in a
left
long
at your
time
table. You see
where
Mickey
Leona
X still in line for his
fallen
meal.
out of favour.
Carrier
Still
approaches.
can be an
You
incredibly
tell him the
potent
seat is
pick
taken.
with the Eclipse online.
I
Feels
do.
Still incredibly tanky.
The seat is taken, Carrier. I'm
Very
sorry.
well for tower dives.
Yeah,
I'm
and I think
saving
that's
it for
kind of where
Mickey
you're
X.
looking at is there's always the trade-off. Like I know Nautilus is tanky in the early stages, but a late-game Nautilus just isn't really able to cut it because you do have to fling yourself in, but you don't get a lot of.
I am saving it for Mickey X. I am.
Alistair off the ultimate or the
Bro,
Leona
I'm
off
saving
the
it for
W.
Mickey.
So I
Mickey,
think
my
that's where,
my
again,
goat.
You're kind of going right. I want something that can actually be the
Look, nothing against Carrier. No offense, you know,
the
but
initial engage setup, and Nautilus just doesn't quite have.
why
it,
are
especially
Caedrel's
to stuff
biceps
the
like sardines?
Rel, even Sparta.
What do you mean
It just means that if
sardines?
You're going in as Nautilus, you're not getting back out. At least Leona has a bit of a chance to stick around for a while.
It's time to get Finite underway. It's time to get into game number 2. And I'm hoping for Team Wales they can live up to what has happened throughout play-ins and get that
I'm
second
strong.
game on the board. They've lost game 1 of every single series in play-ins so far. See if they can get back on top of things. And don't forget to connect your Prime Gaming account to your League of Legends account. You'll get yourself an experimentation emote to use across the course of this tournament. You spam that in solo queue. But I'm looking towards these compositions, Stag there, and I can already feel like there's going to be action. Like Spada and Kiaya, you know they're going to go toe-to-toe. Levi and BJ, you know they're going to go toe-to-toe. And down in that bottom lane as well, Rel versus Leona, I feel like that's a brawl just waiting to happen.
I mean, whenever you see Leona, it's just like, hey, jungler, down here, right here. I can set you up right here. I think that's exactly what they might need in this engage.
They're invading Raptors.
Looking to do
Respect.
pretty much similar to last one, which is, I thought was going to be get a word down there.
Respect.
And then back it on.
Yeah, well, Colette going to be shouting for Levi. We'll see if Levi
Where's Levi going?
literally sees the light. Oh, he can't easily sin. He can't see anything.
And he's been spotted himself. It's a disaster.
Gonna go Q or E?
All the information going across the team Wells because Lee Sin can't take the blindfold off.
It's a nightmare. It's a literal draft-based nightmare for the side of GAM. I am, of course, joking.
Okay, so it's a weak side and the bot lane. Split map.
Good or bad drafts, realistically. I'll leave that to you, Doctor. As already fighting in that bottom side. We're looking towards these junglers, though, pathing in opposite directions.
Okay, they miss. But it doesn't matter how badly they trade because of jungle situation. Can they dive bot? Can they 3 camps bot dive? I don't think they can crash this wave in time.
Control of the bush means that, as you can see here, it becomes very difficult for them to actually try and play up and contest the wave state. So Artis NBA having good control here, even with BJ in the bot side as well, means that if you take these bad trades,
they're stacking, but I don't think there's a dive.
I think at the moment you don't want to, but maybe
they thought about it for a second.
I was gonna say you don't have anyone tanky. But I saw how quickly they started to try and push this in. And
actually, it is. You know what? I think it's probably. If you're an LPL team, I think you can kill Xayah on this wave. If this was an LPL team, I can tell you for a fact they would dive that, and they would die with Rel, and they would kill Xayah. Yeah, 100%. Okay, never mind. Not after that trade. But they would. I think an LPL team would find a way to 1-for-1 it. They would never 1-for-0 ever. That's impossible to 1-for-0. But 1-for-1.
Just barely clipping on the back end means that BA doesn't actually get stunned up. So split map at the moment, and going back to what used to be GAM style, like coming back before they added Slater into the mix, this is kind of how they wanted to play. Levi and Kiaya.
Well, Artemis ran all the way there to ward mid.
Levi or Kiaya even on the carry as well means that you're going to be in an okay spot to just let him continuously push in, try.
Stop riding LPL, little pork chop.
At the moment,
what do I even do anymore? If I praise LCK, I get called LCK bias. If I praise LEC, LEC bias. Praise LPL, LPL bias. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up.
The difference we're seeing in this series
also, stop calling me little pork chop.
What we've realistically seen in terms of game pace from both of these Vietnamese teams across the course of this tournament so far, because in VCS, both of these teams, they like to fight, they like to be reasonably aggressive. You know, Team Wales, a bit of a slower pace, but that's in the context of the VCS, you know. It's still a reasonable pace.
There's a ball on my desk.
Playing fairly slow. A lot of that is down to the fact that... Hang on. You never can get a point out. You never can get a point out. A lot of that is down to the fact that, you know, Asia Games really cut into a lot of script time for both of these teams. They didn't have
these junglers are just cycling full clears. Fun.
The schedule of Asia Games. So you can see that as the tournament's gone on, both teams have become more and more comfortable as they've been able to get more time.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big one for me with Team Wales is that it's kind of the game one first for them. Although I still say last game was a slightly
wakey. Oh, I'm awake. Don't worry.
Because you end up. Oh, hang on, Levi.
Levi got out a couple of times last time, and he's caught out again.
How did he fuck that ward jump up so hard?
Answer it. And it will be BJ.
What? Slowest ward jump on the planet.
Nice body blocking from Glory as well, just to make sure that he takes a little bit more time to get to the wall, so he can't flash over. And again, late ward hop from Levi, to be perfectly honest. I think he just needs to clear it out, got a bit greedy, try and finish off.
That's not Caedrel Lee Sin. My ward jumps are clean.
So Team Wales off to a good start once again, which we saw from them in game number 1-2.
Oh, they really can't crash that wave, can they?
Can
Oh, Diego W missed.
Very aggressively here. It's a stun. Sparta buffers it.
Now they can crash.
Walk away with their lives. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little nervous for Kiaya there.
I think Kiaya was always gonna match the back here, but was trying really hard to see if he could get the freeze off before he went for the reset, which is why being
Didn't you peak Master this season? No, I peaked
Grandmaster.
Grandmaster. I peaked 700 LP Grandmaster.
Levi throws a Sonic Wave because he wants to try and use his.
I didn't have enough time to grind harder.
Guy to finish off the Raptors, but because of that sticks around too long, late on the ward hop, and then even here Glory just trying to get in front of him to try and prevent him from getting to the wall so he can't flash over. Nicely done and just a bit of a mistake.
Maybe W was
from
on
Levi.
CD? I don't know. It was slow as
And
fuck.
realistically, even if he gets the flash off, Glory and
You'll see. Next year, now that I'm not a caster, I'll be back challenger. Like, easy as fuck. I have so much more time now.
Certainly not going to slow down his game.
Yeah, I don't know if you really want to overextend there as Team Wells to try and contest that, though.
It's not even cope. The second I get it, all you doubters can shut the fuck up. I will try to get like top 50 on the ladder.
Was positioned, made it a bit difficult for him to get in. So they will just back away, but I like
I don't have time to play. Plays Mario Kart for 12 hours.
They still want to get in and try and fight against everything and get control on the map where they can.
I don't play Mario Kart for 12 hours a day.
You're going to be able to get this big old crash in. Little bit of
Are you still going to be on Euphoria? No.
I think there's easily 10 minions.
Look how many biscuits are in everyone's inventory. Look at Victor, look at Zaya, look at Kaisa. Biscuits?
Just feel like Team Wales trying to get control of the area.
Yeah, I think Team Wales are kind of responding to the fact that Sparta.
Good
got
thing.
really bad trade
Wait,
on
is
that
LS
top
streaming?
side, forced the reset. So like, look, chances are Levi's going to be up on that top end, which he is, just because
Is LS not streaming?
clearing has happened, and also trying to support Kiai and getting the plate. So they're trying to cross map
Why
at
isn't
the
he
moment.
streaming?
Say we need to try and get a dragon in response, as Levi is more than likely going to be looking to support Kiai on that push in. So still Kiai getting a good lead and actually might get a good amount of damage on Sparta as he comes in here.
Sparta actually using W a little bit early, but they all out to put Kiai back underneath the
Oh, Sparta!
Sparta once again punishing this top.
Mamma mia, Sparta!
Every time
This is Sparta. Good one.
To make a play on him in that top side.
Actual
He's
good
been
one.
absolutely decimated by this Cassante play, and that would have been it. Like Levi just wanted to get Kiai, hey, go for a trade, get him low, we finish him off. And now instead it's Levi who might be finished off as well. As Glory
Levi really wants his Raptor respawn, doesn't he?
Spot as last time. Glory trying to set it up for his team. That's flashed down for Levi. He's chunked on out, and Sparta and BA.
Bro, Lee Sin is free loose, I'm telling you.
Gang is here to ruin Levi.
Let's go, Team Wales!
Always a lot more Wales. They swim in packs and they find Levi in that one. Sparta getting the
Stop saying Levi drill. Bro, you're so annoying.
Except into the waiting hands of more Team Wales who've showed up.
Do you know,
Can someone check what Lee Sin's win rate is in planes? Tell me his win rate.
Is it a school? I know it's a school of fish, but they do swim as like families essentially. So it's and in family, no one gets left behind except for Levi, who's very much behind, and also Kiaya, who kind of got ruined
16%?
here by Sparta with some fancy.
One win, 5 losses.
Getting in behind him, getting the knockback, and then Levi. I mean,
Useful champ.
is the chicken that tasty? Like,
Bro, I'm telling you, this champ sucks. And no one believes me. I'm telling you, it's trash.
Literally a minute and a half later.
Ow.
I'm going to say yes because I too am a lover of chicken.
The only people that can play Lee Sin at Worlds are maybe like Canyon.
Just been in my ear. Wales travel in pods. Thank you very much, Depa. Yeah. Pods of 2 to 3.
Owner.
Well, we kind of broke it there because there's about 4 of them.
Yeah.
So, little too many, but it still works out.
Team Wales, they're a big pod.
Kanavi.
It may not be normal, but it's certainly
That's about it.
looking good here and playing so far. Palette going for a dive.
Maybe
Slater's
Razork.
here, Levi's here, but it's a great crash down from BA. And actually, GAM taking a lot of damage so far, not getting much back as Artemis finally falls, but it's 1-for-1. BA surviving. But
Nice
they've got
E-flash
Artemis down.
from
He's gonna lose so much
Slater.
CS.
That's a massive wave.
Why are you guys writing cope when I say Razork and you're writing blabber? Bro, shut the fuck up.
Actually going to ult in here just to pick up the wave. I like this to make sure that you can get enough of that experience. It's not just going to waste. You see the push coming through from Catty in the mid lane, though, means that you'll have the lane swap coming through from Artemis in towards the mid lane to try and catch
No
that
offense
wave
to
that
Blabber.
goes through. So Artemis
He's
still
probably
gonna
a good
be
Lee Sin,
substantially
but
behind, whereas Glory going to
you can't cope Razork then.
advantage off that, but nicely done from GAM in just getting that kill across.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Well, Lee Sin's about to go
Getting
1-7.
themselves a bit on the board again because it felt like things were getting away from GAM here. In game
Ooh,
one, too.
Umbro
It felt
Glaive
like
Kaisa
Team
build.
Wales were starting
Ooh,
to find
chat is
advantage.
mad.
As all out once again from Sparta. He goes back in onto the counter-strike, but he's just going to kill
Bro,
him.
Sparta,
Palette
Cassante,
tried to
this is a
move on
problem.
to turn the matchup, but it just doesn't matter.
This is a
Sparta
big problem.
is just decimating.
Palette shows up and
That guy's not getting
Sparta's
Cassante for the rest of the series, I can tell you that for a fact.
in this top lane, catching out Kiaya again.
How is
0-2
Glory always
on
perfect,
the
yes?
Jacks. Maybe BA looking to answer on that bot side again. I mean, what's going on in top lane? I don't understand. This is
He's a
supposed
really
to be
good
the moment for
CSer.
Kiaya. I was like, let's go. You're gonna have a great time, and not at all.
I mean, Kiaya's had such a good tournament, but I mean, we keep on talking about the fact that this is a rematch. These guys have played against each other before. Perhaps it's that Sparta he's
The
figured
pick'em
him out.
site is bugged. It shouldn't be. You just have to
it's
close
just
and
this
reopen it,
Cassante,
worst
to be
case.
perfectly honest, man.
Well,
like
yeah.
Sparta's
I didn't want to
perfectly
say
happy
it.
to break out. Yeah,
You said the bit. You said the bit you don't say out loud.
yeah. You said the inner thought out loud, but
Whoa.
Go for a dive in
What
mid
the
lane.
fuck
That is gonna be Catty going
did
down.
Rel
Glory
just
to
do?
pick up the kill. Nice. Bit of
Did you see what
coordination.
Rel just
Another
did?
pod play from Team Wales.
positive. No, I was gonna say positive, but positive. That didn't really
Positive pod
work.
play.
Look, it's
She dismissed everything. She only got the assist with
nice play
Ignite.
from Team Wales again, and Sparta. Let's get the replay here. Kay has just been taking like really bad trades again as this with the Sheen proc, the knockback, and also
Holy
just
fuck,
able to
Asante.
get the knockback a second time there as the stun comes through, denies Pallet the opportunity.
I got bit by a mosquito. Look at Rel. Ults nothing, Qs nothing, runs away.
And these are kind of the plays that you get to make
Holy.
with this triple threat essentially. Like the easy CC from Rel sets up both for BJ and Glory. So easy.
He tanked the tower, yeah, she ignited. She
Artemis
ignited for the tower.
quiet
I got
so
bit
far.
by a mosquito on my thumb.
Caught out.
Now my thumb is itchy.
Feathers go in, but won't be able to pull back for the root as Artemis.
What do I do?
Himself alive with that cleanse. Now Catty once again. Flash still available, but I mean, where are you going to flash to
What
there?
do I do?
Glory and BJ linking up and finding advantages.
And Sparta now going to be able to get plates on this, at least a plate, I'd say, on this top side. Riptown now moved in towards the mid lane, meets the plates there. And the only place that isn't really falling massively far behind is in this bot lane. But you can see player matchup there very firmly.
7-1.
Because they're going to pick up their second dragon. It looks like, again, the curse
Is this
of
game
Team Wales
over or I have
might
to
be
go
coming
pick up my kid?
through. Lose game 1 to give Team Wales
Well, I'd
alive
safely
in game
say
number
that
2.
it's probably done, yeah.
I was going to start making puns about GAM being sharks after that
Two
first
Drakes,
game, but it is feeling more like
7-1 kill
Sharks at
score,
this
3
point
pushing
because
lanes.
7-1 on
I
the
mean,
scoreboard.
losable, but
3,000
probably
goal
very hard to
lead.
lose.
They've already got the 2 Drakes, in fact, 4,000 goal lead. I can't even count. 2 Drakes back to back now. They got the first Herald, looking towards the second one. Hey, aside from that 1 kill, this is basically a perfect game.
Yeah, it's been absolutely spectacular. And this is exactly what I was hoping to see from Team Wales with kind of how they built
What do
up
you mean,
people's
Appaman in
hopes
chat?
over the course of this play-ins. Because as you say, doubted almost every step of the way. Now going up against a rematch of the team that beat them in the finals 3-1. And they're looking spectacular. We'll have to see if Team Wales can try and keep this one up. I love, again, the fact that we're getting Bay, working with BJ, and playing off of this mid lane, because I think this is how you should try to play around Talia. Get the CC, set things up. You can even see here again, the second caddy is in lane, so are Bay and BJ.
That's going to be an ultimate down onto Artemis. He can walk away, be it find space for his AD carry
Okay,
there.
no victory ult.
Catty just desperate to crash this wave.
Oh,
in.
Faker's
Will
here
get
too.
A bit of help from Pallet to do so. I'd love
No
to hear
way.
what the
It's
strategy
Faker here?
coming into game number 2 was for Team Wales when they all huddled up in the pod. Because as far as I can tell, it's like, BJ, Glory work together, shut down Catty early so he can't be this monster carry in team fights. Artemis and Bia just kind of hang in there. Sparta just slaughter Kiaya. Just absolutely annihilated 1v1.
Whales swim in pods?
I do love the idea that they speak in like whale analogies.
What, like escape pods?
Which is like, they are orcas. And like, I don't know if people know, but like, whales will just hate orcas and will go out of their way to like save seals that orcas are chasing and just attack the orcas. Yeah, they like have a personal vendetta against orcas. So I love the idea that like that's the analogy to go through. It's like, what are we?
Peas? Oh, like
Whales.
peas?
What are they? Orcas. Who are we gonna save? The seals. It's like, it's all perfect. It works out beautifully.
I've got to be honest, when you say it about Wales talking in a team chat, I thought you were going to go into Wales song for a second there. I was very close to doing it myself, but I'm not sure the viewers deserve that.
I mean, look.
Wait,
I'm sure
orcas
your
kill
song is
whales?
as amazing as your karaoke is. But
Isn't
we'll
the orca
save
a whale?
from that as our Mascar late economy snapshot is going to save us from going down this rabbit hole with Sparta again looking fantastic in this top side. 3 kills, plates galore from as well. 2 dragons across the Team Wales. I think this is
Orcas are
now
not
where I'm gonna
dolphins.
get case
What are you on
of
about? They're
How the hell
dolphins.
do GAM try and slow down the pace of this game? Because they still have
Wait,
a Victor, they still have Desire.
Orcas are dolphins?
But it feels like you need to try and
No, you're
find
lying.
the same picks that broke up in the game last time.
Or
See if
shut
you
up.
can find BJ when playing away from his team. Even moments like this where Artemis is kind of separated solo, killing the dragon.
Orcas are a type of dolphin.
May give you an opportunity. Because I will say this is a bit of a weird timing. Which
Why are they called whales? Wait, are dolphins and whales
Often you
like
see
related
the
or
AD
something?
carry come up and solo the Rift Herald, but that's the world we're living in. As Artemis grabs that one for himself. And as you rightly say, game number 1, our snapshot looked reasonably similar to this.
They're related.
But then it came down to the way that they were moving on the map. GAM finding these individual picks on Pia, on Bean J, and then
they are whale
kind of
killers.
snowballing off the back of that, finding tier 2 towers. I mean,
They're
Catty
porpoises.
last game had
What's a
so
porpoise?
much solo tower gold in those side lanes on the Syndra. This time around, though, I don't think he'll be able to have that same presence in the lane, that same pressure.
Oh, they're killer whales!
Actually 0-2 as well.
Because they kill whales.
When we think back to the last game, like,
I always thought they were killer whales because they're whales.
Significantly more impact on the Syndra, and I think that's where Team Wales kind of correctly identified
Really?
Catty was just such a big playmaker.
Wait,
Now,
orcas are dolphins and they kill whales. That's why they're called killer whales?
Try and get this damage down. Pallet going to be the target. BJ
No.
dives in, forcing the flash.
They are whales. Okay, I thought so.
BJ's flash in trade for him.
And Sparta going to move back down to the bot side to respond to Kiai.
I'm not trolling. You guys are telling me they're dolphins. And someone said they're killer whales. And I was like, oh, okay.
Also, the fact that now, again, you do have the Riptail and Artemis back
I'm done.
pocket.
We're
You
not
need
talking
to
about
keep your eyes
dolphins
on where
anymore.
Artemis'
Or
position,
whales.
'cause as he moves up towards his top
We can't
side,
talk about this.
members of GAM,
Let's talk about Lee Sin. Wow, that champ looks very useful. I love that champ. Very strong.
Levi caught out on the top side of the play. I thought that was BS overstepping, just like game number 1. But I'm proven wrong. Team Wales finding these advantages once again. All over the wall. Onto Catty.
Okay, get him,
BJ
Bean.
Absolutely shredding the health bar here as Glory flies in as well. Trying to deny
I
the
swear,
flash here.
Glory's
Knight
team fighting
burning away.
sometimes
The
is the
first
most
try is
disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
Catty, no matter how the game goes, he's
I
still
swear,
finding these
Glory
kills.
sometimes...
I was not expecting
He has
the
some of the
Andrew's
most
Anguish
disgusting
first
plays
strike
ever.
prop.
Whether it's Ari
Just
dashing
down
in,
Glory
Talia
for
ulting in.
Catty calculated right as we were saying, hey, this guy needs to kind of step up his game. He massively does so, and Glory way overextended on that one. Thought he'd be able to get the flick back, tries to predict if it doesn't
They're
happen.
part of the
This is a great
dolphin
pick
family.
here. So,
Yeah, but that
Stone
doesn't make
lands,
sense, does
flick
it? The
back for
dolphin
Glory,
family?
easy to
That's like saying a
beautiful
mouse is a
combo.
rat.
At this stage,
Because
it's
they're...
like, right, let's
Isn't
just
the mouse
take
in the
turn.
rat family?
Like, let's try and use the advantages that we have, but they end up trying to overextend here as BJ gets a nice play onto Catty as he comes in over the wall and gets good damage, but again, you can just call quits at this stage. There's no need to overchase. Glory going too far forward. The ult comes down, doesn't get the flick back, and then the Andrew's Anguish first strike combo. The thing I didn't know I needed.
Let's go back to the game.
I've got to be honest. Glory doing a bit of a double lift right there.
I never
Goes
thought I would
right
stop
into the
talking
face
about
of a
this shit at
Victor who
5
just
AM.
turns around and goes, no, one shots them.
Oh! Nice
brutal.
try by Levi.
Brutal. Yeah, a lot of damage coming out. It's not an interaction you see often, is it? The first strike proc off of the Leandris, but here we go. Combo onto
Wait, I have one more question to
BJ
ask.
trying to chase it up as well. They don't want to go too far forwards. Catty is here, trying to punish, and it's a great kick from Levi to turn the fight. Catty the one to go down, though. Team Wales still a pod ahead in this one. Slater versus Artemis. Artemis chasing Slater out of the jungle.
You're not quite able to get into position, but here we go, Kiaya. How quickly can you run? BJ on the chase doesn't have his stun for another 2 seconds.
Yeah, should go down here. Honestly, Warthog
Yes,
though,
Flash.
trying to
He's
get
fine.
the crash down, trying to get the
There's
stun.
Blast Cone too.
And the blast cone might be
You
enough.
really didn't want to flash over to the Blast Cone,
Pulled
D.
out of the air by Sparta. Another Warthog to get to safety. Gaia still has his flash.
Gaia is fucking holding flash.
Kiaya styling on them a little bit, but it's styling on them to retreat, and it means that now it's on the attack for Team Wales.
We're
They're
TPing.
gonna retreat themselves.
Is that Victor?
TPing in behind enemy lines. He's gone 1v4 for this one. Chaos Storm comes down.
He's
the
gonna
stun
farm
though.
DPM, but he's not gonna get a kill.
Burning. Sparta buying space for his team. Team Wales will get away, and in the meantime, Glory takes tier 1.
Oh, they're in the Delphin
Yeah, I
mean
think overextension there for GAM. They really wanted to get Catty in a position, but with no one to really set up.
Okay, Talia wall is good.
Through just to keep him off the
Don't
turret.
grief. Nice.
They really wanted to try and set up with the
All right.
TP from Catty to get
Well,
the gravity
no
ball
one
to
died.
keep GAM and
Kinda.
Team Wales in check, but unable to do so with the amount of escapes that Team Wales have. So
And
just
Vietnam
ends up
just
running
chases you and
the
fights you in
TP,
every
not
objective.
really gonna be able to pick up too
Crazy.
much on the map, maybe
Oh yeah, I had a
top
question.
terror, but
In the animal
it's a
kingdom,
nice pick for
is it
Team Wales to
normal
get
for
Dragon,
animals to
and
kill the
immediately
same
they see
animals?
their
Like a
opportunity
tiger
there
to
turn
eat a
on the
tiger?
battlefield.
Or like
I mean,
an...
why did you need a ward
Or
there?
like
Let's be real. Like, you
a
already
zebra
know
to attack a
Catty's trying
zebra?
to clear out that wave and then back off.
Yes.
You could try and support him underneath the tower, but this deep into river when you know they've just done dragon, it's just going to set up perfectly for Team
They
Wales
like
to
eat...
pop
They eat the
Kiaya
same thing?
with the hero escape on the backside.
They eat each other?
So, we return for a second to normalcy. 5k Goldie, like you say, picking up that Drake, so that makes it 3 now for Team Wales. 1 away from a soul
So like a shark eats a shark.
With Chemtech, he's like the best in the game at using
Or
that
like
soul for himself.
Team Wales an octopus eats an octopus, you know? Sometimes, yeah.
Got vision of the area. Not going to just pull the trigger just yet.
Yeah, I think they need to wait a little bit of time. You can see where Glory's position on the map doesn't have Reaver's Wall, doesn't have TP, so he wants to try and create pressure on this bottom side before he comes into these fights. So just getting the vision control down for the moment.
Also, who came up with the idea for spiders that when they give birth or something, they fucking eat the other one? Like, who came up with that idea? Does the spider know that when he's gonna have fucking spider sex to make spider babies, that he's gonna get eaten? Like, what? Does he know that before he does it? Like, someone give him a warning, man.
However, this is not the same as like.
That's fucked up.
We saw a lot of Twitter conversation about that build. Better draft forward. Glory trying to find a pick on.
That's why you gotta have the Sigma grind set. You never know, bro. If you're a prey mantis, you need the Sigma grind set.
To try and get Kiaya this time, they find his flash.
And this time, Gamma are in position to actually threaten the mid lane turret, so we can burn this one down and try and exit out towards that bottom side of the map. I don't know.
Well, no flash checks for TP. And I swear, they're just
it.
running around the map chasing everyone.
Quite deep for this one, but the rest of the team is on the way. Slater in
Oh, nice. Dino flash.
Jumps to his teammate, already low on HP and force splash. Pallet.
Oh, Artemis.
For his team, as in goes Artemis in the 1v3. Gets out inside.
Catty?
Chasing him, forces the flash from Artemis.
Where's my man Catty going?
Onto Pallet so far. Catty cannot escape either. And
that's
Glory
Nash.
happy to chase for this one.
Wait,
Wants
is it
an
Nash?
extra
Yo.
kill onto his opposite man. He's burning. Catty is burning. Beer finishes him off, shatters him to pieces.
Gets Lance down where he stands, and now Team Wales, having picked off the support of the mid laner.
Yeah, this is really like Benny Hill-esque.
Going to take a little bit of time before the support.
Yeah,
and the
that's
mid
crazy
laners
that
get
Prey
there, but
Mantis gets
Levi, he's
eaten.
about to show on bot side. Team Wales coming alive as per usual in game 2.
Certainly are. 11-2 scoreline as they grab the Baron for themselves. What a mid-game.
Okay, we've spoken enough about the life now.
Glory overextend. Well, sorry, this was a good setup. It's just that the team wasn't in place to try and follow up quick enough before the wall goes down. And at that stage,
Why does Catty flash on Kai'Sa here?
Top side. Artemis is trying to escape as
Maybe you should just kite the front to back.
To
To be honest, if it was Elise, I get it. I would die for it as well.
Team Wales are able to continue to
I would let her
on
eat
this
me.
one. So Team Wales putting their foot down in a position where they were just so incredibly strong.
So now we need to see
Elise is S+ tier.
gameplay from the Wales if they're going to finish this one out. They've got the Red Bull Baron power play
Nice
on
try,
their
Levi.
side.
Let's try.
Getting a little dicey with it. And BJ was one of the repeat offenders in game number 1. Overstepping, getting caught out, him and Mia both. Both of them now deathless in game 2. Feels like the coaching staff had a serious word with those two players. As Sparta zoning the enemy squad away.
Yeah, this
Dragon
Cassante is
down.
unkill. Oh, yeah.
Down onto the backline. And Gamma gone before
Lee Sin went in.
fights even begun. Levi gets one
And
on
he's
the
dead.
backside, but it's nowhere near enough. BJ finishes.
The Wales.
Dive forwards towards Catty. He's not getting any.
The Wales.
It's an ace for the side of Team
Pick
Wales.
Lee Sin, lose
It's a
game.
solve for the side
You
of
can
Team
keep doing
Wales,
it.
And it might just be game for the side of Team Wales.
A glorious flick back from the Talia, gets the double stun onto Kiaya and Pallet, and then sets up that fight. Team Wales are going to be able to crack open the base easily now. This has
No
been a
Ocean Drake yet this series? Yeah, I know, it's Contact Dragon 2 times in a row.
Team Wales, and for the opportunity to now represent the VCS going into the main stage at Worlds. Both these teams
Is
dying
Sinzao
to
bad
get
right
their hands
now?
on that spot.
They certainly are. And Cam.
Yeah,
proving,
Sinzao sucks right now.
sorry, Wales proving once again
Well, he doesn't
that
suck,
they're
but
not
I
gonna
feel
let
like
Cam
Sinzao.
get away with it easy. Not gonna
I
let
feel like
this big
Sinzao
lead
just doesn't have
series.
good item builds.
Flick back here. Glory straight onto Pallet and Kiaya as they try to get onto Sparta, which then sets up perfectly here for the team to follow through this choke point. Sparta ends up in the back line as well. So
I just feel like his
BJ
builds are
able to
shit.
follow
Like
up
Sunderer
alongside
can
him,
work,
and they
Gore
just
Drinker can
rip
kind of work,
everyone on Cam.
Stride Breaker can kind of work, Eclipse used to kind of work, Black Cleaver Rush can kind of work. But there's no like,
Slater for a moment
there's no
there.
like prime
Even though
mythic
actually same amount of items for BJ. I feel like he probably
that
does
makes him
similar
feel
damage
good.
to what
Because
Slater's
when
able to do
Xin Zhao
at
was
this point
meta in
here.
Season 8, a big reason why Xin Zhao was really nice was Sheen. Sheen on the Triforce Rush was really nice. But then Triforce wasn't viable anymore, and now you're playing non-Sheen, but you're playing Gore Drinker. The Eclipse build kind of made him work a bit as well. But yeah, I don't know. The Sunderer build as well kind of made him work, but I don't know. There's so many builds.
Here comes a
Nice
Weaver's Wall to
ult.
cut off everyone from this top tower.
Nice wall here just to secure the objective. Kiaya trying to get some bounty gold there on the top side of the map, but I'm not sure that little gold injection is going to be enough to turn this game. He'll get a tier 2, but it's in trade for an inhib in the top lane. Potentially a second
All they need to do is
inhib in
crack
the
this
mid
mid
lane as well,
tower.
although the Baron has now timed out.
But they're all resetting.
Want to keep pressing here. They don't have the greatest siege
I'm surprised they're
combo.
resetting. Right?
Yeah, I think it's more a case of if they can get the pick.
Unless they're
yeah,
TPing
that's
back in.
where I'm like, if you can find pallet or find an opportunity, this tower is very low, but the wave clear is pretty substantial from Slater and Catty, so they're just going to back away. So you still get an inhibitor for the tier 2 tower, which you're going to be pretty happy with, because realistically, there's not going to be much chance for the Jacks to try and continue pushing on towards that inhibitor turret on the bottom side. So you reset, come back out of the map, spend your gold.
Yeah, this
You
Kai'Sa
still 2
build
minutes
is kind of
before Baron,
wild.
so maybe you can get a wave pushed in and at least establish vision. Oh, well,
Crazy to me that he has lethality plus AP plus attack speed. It's like, what the fuck's going on?
And then lean back in towards Baron. And if you're Catty or Slater trying to move through these choke points to get into River, like Bay's going to be happy, Glory with flick backs. We've already seen these fights happen once before, and it's gone so heavily in favor of Team Wales.
Yeah, the Swiss stage draws today.
Comes back onto the map. BJ actually ults out on this one, but Pallet has gone too deep. Stunned up. The reset on BJ's ult as well as Artemis. Doesn't have a lot of mana to fly in with, but he does have a blue buff. W's flying in at this point. Sparta just goes for the dive. Pulls the enemy jungler back into the fray as BJ.
What's the point in having 2 dashes as Lee Sin if enemy team can just pull you through your dashes and one-shot you?
Man of the hour for Team Wales right here. Decimating the laning phase and finding these moments in the late game.
And now finding a second inhibitor for Team Wales. BJ started on the bot one, but said, what are we doing? This is the end. This is going to be a Team Wales victory.
Should be able to finish it off now. First Nexus turret low. Catty on the Victor. Slater on the
GG.
Zaya. They've got to make magic happen.
Holy, Team Wales actually evened it up. BJ redemption game. See, you don't be game 1 endies. Don't be game 1 endies.
Why they were the second seed out from the VCS, and more importantly, why they were the first seed coming into this matchup.
Don't be game 1 endies. Don't do it.
What we saw in the VCS finals, though. Game 1 going
Oh, BJ is gone, bro. He needs a toilet. He's gone.
Game 2 going across to Team Wales after they just lost the first game to GAM. So this is where I want to see if Team Wales can rewrite that story here today, or whether it's going to be the bounce back now from GAM coming into game 3. Phenomenal performance though from Team Wales in this one. It has been absolutely incredible to see how they have come alive at every single chance.
Production cuts to a side, the fan puts the side down. Disaster.
There's actually a hefty amount of people in the audience. Nice to see.
And the speed at which both teams
Who's gonna win, BDS or PSG? BDS.
They know what's on
The only thing I ask for, and I'm gonna ask nicely, is Riot Games, LoL Esports gods, and competitive gurus. Please do not make this a 10-game day. Please don't do 2 best-of-5s of 5 games. I'm all for competitive and competition, but listen, little bro has had 3 hours sleep and he's woken up at 4 AM. He ain't waking up at 4 AM for 10 fucking league games, okay? Don't fucking torture me out here.
In a series here at Worlds 2023. Let's see if they can keep the trend going and take a huge step.
Or I could do the
towards
Yamato,
the
to be honest. I could do the... I could do the Yamato. Just fall asleep. God. How's everyone doing in chat? 6 is good, 9 is bad. How are you doing? Maybe if I go to the bathroom, I pee, and I wash my face, then maybe I'll be more awake. I mean, I am pretty awake. I feel awake. It's just my body feels like a bit tired, you know? Go outside for a walk. Oh yeah. Oh. Just go for a walk.
Say hi to Glenn from work. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll be back in like an hour, guys. Okay.
That is a good plan.
I'll be back in an hour. I'll leave you guys with the chair and I'll go for a walk.
Your own phones. Plus, save when you add perks like the Disney Bundle. It's your Verizon.
It's snooze time. I wish. Ooh. 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 Sounds good to me. Alright, I'm gonna go pee and wash my face. And then we're gonna wake up. We're gonna wake the fuck up! K-Corp is buying a Charlotte's spot. Yeah, and I'm buying a McDonald's breakfast, baby. Double McMuffin. Big pace!
우린 젊고 돈을 벌어 getting rich getting money go hard fuck your money fuck your bank 계좌 입금한 데 cash on 네 side rubber bands ain't no caps it ain't young boys shit it for my young boys hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy yeah we got the young boys falling like the young boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy yeah we got the young boys falling like the young boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy they call me Mr. Future I'm 여기 대표 새거 확실하게 내린 채로 매번 뜨고 있지 새걸 해줘 with the LOB with the 2023 swagger whatever we don't care 같은 새끼 전부 제거 돈에 지하 애선 터져 bang 오라 애리 새거 제게 hangover 그녀로 섹시해도 오이 밤은 너무 dangerous 돈은 거리가 쟁여 빨리 자꾸만 생겨 What's my next do 대충 소마 위 신공 털어 쟤는 왜 처해 할까 자꾸 I don't know LOB 쟤는 조치가 안처럼 왔고 Yeah no 못난 새끼 얼굴 얘기 아닌 걸 전화 아는 애들 이미 덜 전화 이건 no sad shit guarantee 오일 존나 yeah young boy shit it for my young boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy yeah we got the young boy falling like the young boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy yeah we got the young boys falling like the young boy hit you with the young ninja shit you come around boy
Simply because you end up. Oh, hang on.
Levi got caught out a couple of times last time, and he's caught out again. Bean J and Glory trying to answer it.
But, oh, bien.
Go for a dive in the mid lane, and that is going to be Catty going down. Absolutely shredding the health bar here as Glory flies in as well. Trying to deny the flash here. Ignite, burning away. The first strike is there! Dragon down that soul. Bia gets a great crash down onto the backline, and GAM are gone before the fight's even begun. Levi gets one on the backside, but it's nowhere near enough. Bean J finishing them off.
The VCS Autumn Final, World Play-Ins 2023 continues here. We're all tied up at 1-1. Team Wales just smashed GAM in game number 2. Raz, what happened?
Don't ask me, ask this man.
We
What
are
happened?
trillionaires, baby. The whales are back. We're chilling. You know, I was just sitting there listening to some relaxing whale noises. And, you know,
Oh
we were
my
just, it was a
God.
walk in the park, a swim in the ocean, whatever you want to call it. Water was shallow, no waves really. We're just cruising through it, wasn't we?
We got overconfident. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened.
Okay.
We had a top lane advantage. The CS.
Oh, yeah.
difference was
So
pretty
you had a top
massive.
Oh,
lane
yeah.
advantage?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember a solo kill coming through from Sparta.
It was the turret that was doing the majority of the
Ah,
work.
the turret.
We'll get to
Yeah,
it.
I
We'll
hate
get
when that
to it.
happens.
Okay. We'll
I
get
think we
to
need
it.
to get to it right now, as a matter of fact. We're pushing this forward. Like, you're right, Kyoya had a massive advantage, but then threw it all away with his dive.
I was going to say as well.
All right.
Once again, I want to put this out there.
Is Pedro
I
in
think
Korea
Kia's,
right now? No, I'm
in
not.
the entire tournament so far,
I'm
has
not.
by far
I made
been the better
tea.
top
I made
laner.
tea.
But
Okay, stop him right there.
in this
I made
series
tea.
right here, that is just Sparta who's been popping off. And I think he was the guy I had the most question marks
shave
coming
that
into this
mustache?
series with,
What
especially
mustache?
because he was going to go up against Kiaya.
Yeah.
But when he is on Cassante, they just cannot stop him. He keeps getting kills
What
for
is
himself.
Blood
He
rambling
keeps
about?
being a menace in the team fights. He keeps getting solo kills. You have to stop this guy.
Yes, it's crazy to see what Sparta is doing to him. And even just seeing the player reaction.
Asante is banned for the rest of the series, I can tell you that for a fact.
Kiaya, a little bit of tilt because he knows he's doing well in the matchup.
I can tell you that for a fact.
Away. But Sparta, who I think has turned into a star, it feels like getting beaten up a little bit by Adam and then turning it in the later portion of the series.
Alright,
and then
check the Reddit. What's on the Reddit?
He's doing it this series from the very beginning.
We'll check the Reddit after next game.
You would have expected, you know, the Jax comes in, you're sort of losing the lane. Enemy Lee Sin was on the top side of the map as well. Like, by all accounts, going for a dive in that situation makes sense with the proximity of your jungler.
Yes.
But he outplays that a couple of times now. He's on a roll.
And it also just brings us to the point that I think everyone probably has been
The
screaming.
girl I have a crush on just broke up with her boyfriend. How long do I wait to make my move?
Like, it just gives you superpowers. It makes you way better than you actually play Cassante. I'm willing to die in that hill. I think Sparta is stepping up. I think he's.
If she just broke up with her boyfriend,
but in the VCS, he was an Aatrox. He was a Renekton.
This is the way you gotta do it.
And he'd be very
gotta be like, oh no, oh I'm so sorry you guys broke up. Oh, I'm so sorry.
He's way more stable. It's not even neutralizing. It's just a free.
You wanna talk to me about it? You wanna rant about it? Like, oh, he was a dick anyway. Like, I always knew I didn't like that guy. I knew it. I always knew that guy wasn't right for you. And then the next day or day or two, you're like,
maybe just go red side. You leave the Cassante open and
hey,
you
baby
make
girl,
sure you have counter pick for it.
You wanna go ice skating
again, which means, do you want to see first phase Cassante banned?
or you're like,
I mean, I think
let's go ice skating to cheer you up. Let's go ice skating. And then you buy her an ice skating rink, shoes, skate on.
Well, all of a sudden, the
then you get her some ice cream.
Insane. You keep the flex alive,
and
but
then
you also have just removed the hardest counter to
you always look her in the eyes.
And Rel both
and you say,
you can at least swap the Alistar if the Rel gets picked through,
girl,
and you can have Cassante ban where you get Kiaya.
I just got plat in solo queue yesterday.
Yeah, one of the negatives that you get on red side is that
I felt like celebrating.
Kind of blocked bans for OPs that you don't want to give away. They feel like they have a wealth of option. The ban on Syndra was great.
You want to go out
so
for a drink tonight?
But I know
and pop some champagne
I think the
for you being newly single and me being plat. And then you go out, you have a drink,
I will say one
you have a sip, and then you shit yourself, get scared, and go home. And then you don't leave the house again. And then you ghost her.
I wonder how many times those Raptors have killed a jungle. Those Croc yesterday?
Yes.
We had Croc dying to those Raptors before Baron yesterday.
Yes.
Levi 2 times already to those
And you ghost the fuck out of her.
Can we get a stat check on those Raptors? I swear they need to kill more junglers.
I thought the whales were going to be the dominant animal today, but apparently it is just the Raptors coming in. You know, speaking of those junglers, I just wanted to sort of throw out there, like, Viego's now had a couple of solid games.
Yes.
Do we feel like priority?
Do some bicep curls to stay awake, bro. I'm awake.
I think especially in the fights, it's looked good. It also didn't get outplayed really early on by the Lee.
I think it's interesting because I think it's kind of like a butterfly effect of what the meta shaped up to be. As soon as Maokai and Sejuani goes out of the way,
is keeping me
and
awake.
there's a Lee Sin coming through instead, that means Viego, the skirmishing power he suddenly has, becomes way more relevant than it would be against the Maokai, where Maokai will just W, old CC chain, and he can't really play the game. But in this instance where the champions are so squishy,
bro, women are scary, man.
On the ultimate, it becomes way easier to play the game.
Women are scary.
And I think that if they're going to go down the same route where these is the trade-off between Lee Sin and Viego, I think the Viego is just going to be dominant every time.
I think the only way in which we change the pick bans is by early picking jungle, which has been usually standard.
It's not that they're scary. Wait, Lee Sin did 4k damage. But it's the expectation that you're supposed to say something to make sure they're entertained that's scary.
You know, let's early pick something for Levi.
It's like, you know, the moments where you're like, so,
maybe we'll see a switch up.
how was your day? That part is the worst part.
GAM, I feel like
make conversation, forehead. What do I say?
Was the question mark going into this series?
You want to talk about
it's
draft?
actually been pretty stable because of the Xayah pick. So they've been really happy about that. It's more so just the level of play on the top side. Kiaya just needs to change how he's playing the matchup. Yes, I think Cassante is really difficult to play in if you just make one mistake. So that, I think, is the change-up. That's the one ban that I think they go for. give them the Ahri. I don't care about Ahri pick.
Okay.
I think that's the one change up you make is that you ban the Ahri. I mean, you ban the Cassante, leave
Hey,
the Ahri open.
all I'm saying is, I don't feel pressure to have a conversation with Twitch chat, with my PC screen, and with my solo queue teammates.
World's number
Life's
one mid
good.
laner like Glory.
I'm happy with that.
So you say ban the Ahri, you say or leave the Ahri open, you say leave the All-Star open. Both of you say ban Cassante. We will see what GAM say. It's over to Munch and Dagda for game 3.
All right, draft time, boys.
Thanks very much, guys. Yeah, we're here. We're ready. Game 3 coming. We've got a series, not just on our hands, all over our hands with how messy this series has been so far. Honestly, I wish we had some hand sanitizer in here.
Wash
yeah, it's a nightmare. No, absolute banger, though, so far. And I couldn't agree more with the desk. Cassante's got to go.
Yeah, I think Cassante's just been.
Is sleeping with socks on viable? No, it's terrible. It's trash. Don't do it. It's actually F tier.
For them yesterday, we saw him having a fantastic performance on the Nara, but unfortunately hasn't been able to have that same performance coming into today, just simply because he's up against the Cassante. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that.
Bro, you know what the best part about getting in bed is you take your socks off and then you like rub your feet together underneath the blanket, bro. Oh yeah. With socks on, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's cringe, man. Like, what is wrong with you?
So, Syndra taken away from Catty. Both mid laners.
Here comes the Cassante ban.
From the opposite
If they don't ban
team.
Cassante, they're picking Rumble into it.
I guess. We always talk
I would
about how
pre-ban Rumble because they might leave it
develop
open.
over a series. Do we end up with just more and more solo lane bans? It's a jungle ban here.
Actually, I would last ban Rumble if they don't ban Cassante.
In both games so far, GAM deciding they don't want to deal with it anymore.
Wonder if it's going to be the Maokai still going through. And now, is this a Cassante ban?
Don't let me think of me in my bed, bro. That sounds great. Being asleep. We should just co-stream from bed.
You get that first rotation Zaya coming through here for Slater.
Find out what they're going to go for.
There it is. Okay.
Cassante confirmed, taken off of the board. What does Sparta do next is the question. What else does he have up his sleeve? And can he have this level of performance on a different pick? Because I think that's the real question. We know that he can, you know, he's certainly not going to be incapable of playing another champion. It's whether or not he can pop off in the way that he has been on Cassante.
Yeah, I think even just stabilizing the top lane, though, is enough.
First pick,
for
rock on.
Sparta. Like, as long as
That
Kiai
champ's
isn't
OP,
getting
I'm
leads,
telling you.
he's not having that impact, and a lot of this team
I'm
fight
telling
at
you.
kind of early stages has been defined by, you know, Bean, J, and BA working together towards glory. So I think as long as he can keep himself in check,
Rakan is
he's gonna
OP,
be
I'm
all
telling
good.
you.
We'll have to see exactly what the game plan
Oh,
is going to
Ben.
be, though.
Wait, it's
'cause
Ben?
again, Zaya rotation.
Oh, yeah, then Zaya first
so
picks better.
imagine it'll
My bad.
still be something like Kaisa,
Rel's
and
good,
then
yeah.
the question mark is if they want to go
Could
towards
do
the
Rel
again,
Kaisa.
which was the first pick in that
This
last
is really going to
rotation.
hurt
Looks like
Team
a
Wales, I
break.
think.
Maybe don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, Team Wales, they were on the red side previously. They played with Artemis on the Kaiser. With the
Yo,
for BM.
chill out. It's 6 a.m.,
Feels
okay?
like a
Little
strong
bro hasn't woken
rotation,
up yet.
there we go. The Jarvan
That
as well,
Jarvan
taken up
pick
by
is
BJ.
not good.
And basically
Rel
say, look,
Jarvan,
Levi,
please, can we play
you banned
Poppy
the
for
Viego,
once in
you
our
banned the
lives?
didn't have it, but I'm
Please.
going to play something a little tanky, something that
Just
has
do
some
Poppy,
presence in that early
please.
game.
Yeah, now it is kind of a question mark for me. Is like, how do you want to try and play this?
I
'Cause
don't
what we've seen
mind,
from a lot of
like,
teams, particularly
I
like
do
the
my-
VCS teams,
Oh,
a little
Jack's
bit from
Poppy,
VCS
no
teams
joke.
Is this Nico Jarvan combo that has been banned away on the next rotation?
Jax,
pretty
good.
consistently
1 out of
by
2.
GAM, as it looks like they'll go towards the Jax, but I think there is an opportunity here for Team Wales to say, hey, look, we can maybe
Poppy is a
sack bot
turbo
lane.
pick
We'll
right
expect
here.
a Kaisa ban.
I swear to God, if you pick
Maybe
Lee
we can
Sin,
actually go back towards a lot of the lane bullies that I think are actually quite strong, like the Lucians and that kind of stuff, if they want to try and go towards it, but maybe
You're
so
fucking with
getting this
sideways,
Nico
you
for glory
fucking
is
rat,
worth
don't
it.
you
We'll just have to see
that champ.
if they have that thought process. If
Yo!
Kaisa's just too strong. We need to keep our control over bot lane.
Nautilus.
To see. Is Kansy actually going to go for the Nautilus in the end?
Okay, pick Kaisa.
Having that Jax. We'll see what the priority is for Wales here, because on the one
You don't
hand,
pick anything.
obviously Kaisa,
If you pick something instead of Kaisa, you're
goes
trolling.
without saying at this point, but yes,
You're trolling.
strong
I'm gonna
solo
look up
lane in the
from
mid
looking
lane
at
for
my T,
Glory, or
and you're gonna have
also getting
Kaisa
a good
locked in.
matchup for Sparta
In
in the
3,
top side against
2,
Levi.
1.
Levi against
Kaisa locked
is
in.
Jax. Sorry, it is
Thank
going to
you.
be the Kaisa locked in the end.
Yeah, you could see the thought process was there. Of maybe we just go for the mid laner instead, but not going to be the case. They're like, look,
Thank you.
Kaisa needs to be able to battle against the Zaya in the early stages. We'll have to see if we can actually find that control.
Are
here,
the
'cause
Aatrox
I thought
incoming?
we'd actually
Really?
get the Alistair, honestly, for Palace. I think it
Here
works
come the
super
Nico
well against
bans.
the Rel and also just gives you the
Nico
opportunity
ban,
to
Nico
kind of
ban.
keep
La
Jarvan
la la
able to
la
fight
la
a
la
lot
la.
of,
Wukong ban is actually good for
top
Wales.
priority in a lot of different moments as well.
Wukong ban,
Inside
Nocturne
option
ban,
towards the
yeah,
hit,
like
you
that
want
one.
the point and click CC for the expected
Nico
Kaisa
ban,
coming through.
Orianna ban.
Jungle ban's going to be the big
Then they
lock
can
away
pick.
here though. Nocturne gone. maybe the Sejuani here again for Levi to just get rid of more of that.
I don't know
front
what
line.
his shampoo
And
is,
then the
man.
question is,
Sparta.
do we just get the
Like,
return
I
to
like
the
Gragas
Lee
into
Sin?
Jax.
That
I like
seems to be
Poppy
the-
into Jax,
the
but
next tier down
okay, well, Poppy's bent.
I will say,
Morning, cutie.
Lee Sin across playoffs so far.
Medic, did you just call me a
7-1,
cutie?
and the 7 is for the losses. It's only one win for Lee Sin. Already lost twice in this series to buff up that statistic. If I'm either of these teams right now, with the way that it's looked across this series, I don't think Lee Sin was inherently. I don't think it's working either.
I'm not gonna lie. Poppy feels like it should have been a Team Wales ban. I would be like, you know what, Levi, Poppy?
Why did they
He's
ban
actually a
Poppy
good
and
go-to
Oriana?
here.
That leaves
You know,
open
stop the
Gragas
Jarvan,
and
the
Nico.
Rel, the Kai'Sa,
Yo,
like a lot of
Glory,
those
pick Nico.
opportunities, but,
Trust me.
instead, they're actually going to ban away themselves.
Don't
not wanting
pick,
Sparta
counter
to get
picking
to the
mid
top side.
can work,
Is a
but
good
I do
matchup
think
into the
Nico here
Jax.
is
It does make
fucking
a little bit of
sick.
sense, but now I am curious if Sparta just decides to opt back.
I
in
can see a
towards things
Kali
like
on
the
5 though,
Renekton along those
if you want to
lines.
pick top.
Obviously, Jax does have the outscaling, but at least will allow
I can
Sparta
see it.
to neutralize some of the early pressure and see if he can play in towards that.
Oh,
Aatrox
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
fitting that
Aatrox.
description as well.
Yeah,
but
Renekton.
we'll go towards the Renekton.
So important statistic here when it comes to Sparta on the Renekton is he's most played by a significant margin. Across summer, he played it 21 times. However, he's not got a great win rate, 38% win rate. He has had a hard year on the Renekton. It's not necessarily been his best pick. We'll see if he can kind of shirk those expectations, because I mean, across this tournament so far, Sparta has absolutely stepped up above what we were expecting.
They playing
And
Talia
now,
jungle, Nidalee jungle, Lilia
changing
jungle?
things
What?
up and go for the Jace in the mid lane.
You're not playing
Okay,
Jax,
I
Jace,
actually wasn't
Sejuani.
sure if they're gonna go
No,
for
you're not.
Ivern in the
Nope,
jungle
that's not
there
happening.
To try and match that, but instead
Oh
they're just gonna go
my!
back towards the Sejuani.
What
So
the
you kind of get some mixed damage coming
What
out
the
from the
fuck?
Sejuani and the Jax enough to try and make up for your
Look
AP
at that guy, he
damage.
wants to laugh.
Won't be as difficult,
You
but,
can laugh, it's fine.
still,
Yeah, they're
nice here from
griefing.
GAM.
No,
You're
they
gonna
are
have
griefing.
a ton of opportunities to try and play for skirmish on this top side of the map. And we'll have to see exactly. I don't think the ASAL can really stand up to Jace. I'd be surprised to see this locked in, even though it's hovered.
We'll have to see. We'll wait for the lock-in. There it is. It's going to be the
Mods, Gamba.
The Rel then. It's going to be the Talia in the mid lane for Glory to try and get Roman, try and get out on this map. A different look here.
Get out
for
on this
Wales and what
fucking
they're
map.
bringing to
Oh
the
shit, I need to
table,
run
but
ads. Oh my
excited
god, I
to
forgot
see
to run ads.
how this is gonna pan
I'm
out. And
sorry,
also,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
Katie
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
very
sorry, I'm
much
sorry.
changing the conversation
I'm sorry,
from
I'm
the
sorry,
victor
I'm
of
sorry.
the
You
last
can
game.
stop to avoid you want me saying before the game starts. I swear to god, I'm sorry, I'm
More
sorry.
aggressive take, trying to see if you can play for a
Fuck!
I think this is where you can have some opportunities.
Yo, it's
especially
because
with
I left the PC. It's because I left the
engage
PC.
from
I forgot
the
to run
novice
them
try and get
in
it
the
up, say
break.
Artemis, and then you follow
If
up
you're
with
gonna leave
acceleration
because of
fast,
them,
you've
I
got
get
great
it.
ability
I get
to
it.
even
I get it.
use
I
those
get it. I get it. I
acceleration
get it.
gates to speed up the team to follow up on engages. But it definitely means that for GAM, you need to try and play through this mid-jungle particularly hard. Because, again, you've got a very, very strong team fight combo coming in.
Stop
on Team
saying
Wales,
wake up,
and it
I'm
feels like
awake.
if you don't get control in the early stages, Immobile Jace, Immobile Zaya, against what is a very aggressive Jarvan that can cover a lot of distance, is going to make it kind of tough for you to play that long-range poke style.
Now I was just perusing a few statistics here back there, and you know, Catty, we've not seen
I'm
him
awake.
playing the Jace
I'm awake.
here at the World Championship
I'm
just yet.
super awake.
However, across summer, he has played 7 times, in fact, and he's yet to lose a game on the Jace this summer. He's
7
been
and none.
looking fantastic. 4 KDA, 100% win rate, 7-0 on the Jace domestically. And you
Are
know,
you in
usually
Korea?
the question
No,
is,
I'm leaving
you
to
know, you've
Korea
done
in a
that
few days.
domestically. Can you do it internationally? This is a domestic match. He is essentially still playing domestically on this Jace, so we'll see.
All right, let's rock and roll,
what
boys.
he can do.
Game 3.
Catty being very much a shining light for his team across this series. Let's see if GAM can get back on
Let's
the
rock and roll,
horse.
baby.
The domestic grudge match coming in hot for both these sides. We'll have to see if, as you say, GAM could try and bounce back after that last loss, or well, actually to continue what has been kind of the story of the times these teams have faced off the best of 5, where 3-1 over towards GAM. But Team
No, we're not
Wales,
playing
they
Euro
look
Truck
like
after.
a very different beast coming in towards play. It's been fantastic to see the growth that we've got. Even the link-up that we've seen through BJ and BA has been fantastic in the last game, and I really hope that they get to continue that play forward coming into this.
See if they can keep that rolling. Team Wales as well, looking to build a reputation. This is their first international tournament as an organization. BJ coming over from the sort of collapse of Saigon Buffalo back
Right.
in spring. That
Is
somewhat
BDS
super
playing
team
today?
from
Yeah,
the
BDS is
region
playing the next series.
dispersing among other teams. You know, Team Secret
BDS is the
getting a lot
next
stronger
series.
from that as well. But Team Wales getting BJ and becoming a much stronger unit because of it.
Come on, we need
so
an
far,
Ocean Soul at
slower
least.
early game here. No early vision on either side.
I was going to say, even the fact that Team Wales are in this position, right? Like, they had to do a run through their playoffs, beating out the 3rd, 4th, and 5th seed to make sure that they could actually get here.
Any visiting
coming in, it was not an easy road.
I'm
they
not
had 2 best-of-5 series that went the full distance, and then unfortunately losing out in the finals in that 4-game series. Like, it has been a lot of games for this squad. And now performing massively, stepping up on this international stage. We'll have to see which one of these teams is going to represent
sometimes
VCS
socks are great and sometimes
in the
they're
main
so
stage
annoying.
Of Worlds.
He
I think
starts
even for
on
the region
Renekton.
of VCS, like, this has got to be such a proud moment. It's been so long where even, like, for guys like Artemis, right, 2021, he kind of denied his opportunity to play on the international stage because of COVID. They've had so many issues getting to an international stage.
SRO
and now they are
Renekton start.
guaranteeing themselves once more to play with the big boys and see if maybe they can have that upset like we saw against Top Esports. You know, just throw a little bit of curveball into the mix there.
And I mean, the thing is, that was, you know, that was in the group
Garvin
stage previously.
passing.
We don't have a group
3
stage.
camp spot
Yeah,
into
it's
red.
Swiss now.
We early
So,
game into Oi!
changing things up. One of these teams is going to make it to that part of the tournament. Be it taking a huge chunk there, not
Saves his
quite
flash.
respecting the level 2
No
that was
hex
hit
smash on
Pallet,
Nautilus.
flashing forwards to punish.
It's actually even just a
Backtracking,
flash
that's why.
forward before the level 2 came through from Pallet. So nicely done there. Just make sure he
Backtracking.
could actually get a little bit of
Dropping
an
camps
or a
to
little bit of
backtrack.
control over this lane. Set B behind. He'll burn both of his pots there to make sure that he's going to be in an okay spot. And even though BJ,
Where is
he's
Bruv going?
immediately moving down here. He wants to take the gank here.
Oh,
But
he's scared of a
covering
dive.
for a potential dive.
Yeah, he's worried that Levi is down here trying to go for the dive. It's not going to happen. And
That wave is way too big, buddy.
The thing is, there's so many minions here.
That wave
Like,
is way
Artemis
too
will
big.
miss out on a lot of gold if they don't get a kill off of this gank. It could be disastrous. For the side of Team Wales, they're going to
Nice
get the knock
kill.
onto Pallet. He already used his flash, but Beer's just going to go
What a
down
nice
anyway.
kill.
2.
Wait, 2?
Wait, hold up.
3. Slater.
Oh my
Find the
god.
second one. Artemis trading here. Slater and Artemis. They
That
won't
was
be able
close.
to finish any further kills off. BJ gets out by the skin of his teeth.
Barely
was
able to
close,
escape away from
close,
that one.
close
Great
call.
turnaround from GAM. And again, oh, actually, hang on, Glory, you're in so much trouble.
Does have his flash available, but luckily, he'll just sort of position it out on this one.
Yeah, going to be able to back away, but again, really nice play on the bot side. As you said, Artemis, you can see in the CS, misses out on all those minions to try and make that play happen. And the fact it went as disastrously as it did means that it's a big win for GAM. And look at BJ, right? He's also behind. Only cleared out that red on the top side, so he has to go back up to the top end of the map to try and make sure that he can just catch up on double the CS.
Not the
amount that
greatest for
Levi
Team
has
Wales,
with
mainly
your
because of
focus.
jungle situation, right? He
It's a
dropped his
brutal start,
Raptors and
honestly,
Krugs,
for
so he
Team
swapped
Wales. And
5
to be
camps.
honest, both games
to 8,
previously have been
and now
looking
his
good
bot's
for
getting
Wales
dove anyway.
to start the game off, but
Artemis
this
is dead.
time not so much. Artemis has some available.
Levi,
flash
you
cleanse,
are so
both used,
disgusting.
and he'll still
You
go
are
down.
so
Slater was tanking, so he has to flash out.
disgusting.
Now a TP coming on through as well. Beer trying to keep them in the play as Glory arrives on the scene.
That was
Looking
the
for
most
stun
disgusting
to set
dive
up
I've ever
for the
seen
flick
from a
back
jungler
here.
in the
Glory
last, like,
gets
2
him dashed out.
decades.
He's waiting for them to get over the wall.
Like, what
Doesn't
did
want to
he
use
just
his flick
do?
until Levi has already used the gap closer that secures
What did he just
the kill.
do?
BJ chasing for more, but it's at least a second for Wales.
One kill going across to Glory.
Like,
does
you need
help
to see
out,
that
but
replay.
later,
He like
went
W's,
overextended.
and as his W is about to hit, he flashes over them
That's a shattering strike. BJ should
by
be able to finish
accident,
this one. No
and then
flash available
as he
for
cues
him.
backwards to
There's
hit them, they
the
flash it. Like,
and
what?
Glory getting both. He's gorgeous for Wales.
Greedy Slater ends up overextending on that bot side. Could have just backed away. I was about to say, even though it was a 1-for-1, it works out well for GAM, right? Because you get the kill and you end up
It's in
burning
central.
Artemis'
The Wales are back,
opportunity to
baby.
Pick up all that CS in the bot lane.
The
And as long as you
Wales are
back away
back.
That stage, you're in good shape. But because you end up with Slater overextending, another kill going across, and specifically to Artemis, means he's able to correct some of that gold discrepancy in that bot lane, and now it'll help massively for Team Wales to even up that gold difference.
Hey, less thanks. Yo!
Glory as well get 2. Can take another look as BJ just pretty much gets to walk in. Oh,
What
this
the
is the
fuck
first
happened
wave.
there?
I mean, level 3 versus level 2, you get so much extra
My immersion is
gold
ruined.
value from your stats.
Look at this Levi, look at him. W's, flashes over it, Q's into that.
Perfectly. Artemis gets a good flash here. Holiday
That
actually
was
puts himself out of range.
disgusting.
Slater's forced to flash, but at this stage, just back it up. Call it a day. Like, you know that you're in a terrible spot with the first move coming
That
through
was
from BJ and the TP onto the bottom side as well. So just try and escape wherever you can. But with Slater then overextending, try and push the wave in and get that collapse. He ends up overextending and catch himself up.
Slater needed to, like I say, call it a day on that one. Needed to back away. Flag and drag, knocks it up. Glory with the flick back off the back of it. Perfect combo. And I have to say, that trio of champions, Jarvan, Rel with the Talia, it's impossible to get away. If they get onto and Sparta, he's got onto Kiaya. Not again. Surely not again. Forces the
if Renekton held his flash, he could kill him. Held his Q.
This top lane matchup. Pallet now moving into the bottom side, but Beer dodges.
Yeah, I mean, Kiaya has had a terrible time against Sparta. Now trying to see. Oh, that's the kill!
Oh my god!
Oh, what? He just eats room. He's dead.
On through. Sparta wanted the solo kill. BJ, he'll get an assist on this one, but it is all Sparta all day long, Dagda.
This is so messy from Kiaya. Tries to stay underneath
Sparta
the tower,
is
but
gapping
Sparta
top
was
so hard.
Strong. Even the level up coming through isn't enough to save him. Will get the plate, gets the kill. The wave is now missed as well, and you can see already that
Sparta
is going to be well underway now. I think they would like to give that kill to Sparta. May actually just be shy of the Gore Drinker. Yeah, it looks like he is. But even then,
sorry for yawning. I apologize. I'm trying to caffeinate my body to make it stop.
31% win rate, looking a
Bin
little bit
over
better
Sparta, ain't no way,
Yeah,
bro.
he's
Shut up.
looking to remedy that, and honestly, I feel like that's a great allegory for this tournament in general. Sparta was a player that didn't come in with massive expectations.
Lost to Adam.
Kiaya, the opposite side of that story, but here today,
Don't
we're
say
seeing
lost to Adam.
this slow build from Team Wales. It's
keep
the
it
story
quiet.
of each individual series, but it's also the story of their grander tournament.
I need to see if Team Wales, though, can try and keep this pressure up. Because on bot side, it becomes very, very difficult to try and make the same plays we got in the last game, where you're like, oh, let's try and rotate BA around the map, because we just don't have the control that we want around our bot side. That's why when you even look at it, it's first push for Slater and Pallet on the bot lane, so they rotate up to Rift Herald, and Team Wales aren't even going to try and contest this, which I think is the right call. But it has to be a case of, okay, now let's try and continue to play around Sparta,
Yawning
which
is your
very
body's
different
way
look
of
for
trying to
them,
wake
but
you up.
try to
Wait,
see
is
if we
actually?
can put Kiaya behind, get some turret plates, and then have this
Is
Croc
yawning
being
your
absolute
body's way of
menace when
waking
we
you
hit
up?
that mid-game point, especially if we can start to contest for, say, second Dragon.
Damn.
Because we've already got a Gore Drinker complete onto Sparta, he still has his flash to try and play for that Dragon.
There's one more day where's
GAM at least getting some advantages, right?
What the fuck am I saying?
Drake,
there's one more day of Worlds where the where the series starts at 5 a.m. 29th of October. It starts at 5 a.m.
Then again, BJ's moving down.
Again.
They've already got good damage onto Kiaya. In the meantime, Sparta going to try and clear the
But I'll
way
be in
top
Korea
side.
then, so it won't be 5 a.m.
CC
for me.
I mean, he doesn't get to move.
So we'll have way more pace.
it's
Actually, when we get to
another
Korea, the
kill.
stream
BJ
pace is
grabbing
crazy
this
because the
one.
stream's
Now Sparta
time
gonna
starts are
use
like
that
2 p.m.,
dominance.
3 p.m.
1v3
Holy
on
fuck,
the
I'll be
towers,
wide
the
awake.
opposite side of the map, but he's not been poked down. He's slowly but surely clearing this wave. Here we go. CC chain
needs to
comes
get
on
Q.
in. He needs to sustain. And he
Yes.
gets it. Dashing on out. Slater flashes to find the kill, secure it for GAM, and slam down the Herald.
Slater tries to, or actually gets the kill, but for Sparta, he needed to just back away. It's like, look, we got the win on bot side. We can actually call this a day, but Burning Flash still going down. And
I
now
wonder
you're
why
getting those
yawning
turret
is
plates
contagious.
for Slater on that top side. He's just
Nice swap by GAM
coming
though.
out again on top thanks to that Rift Herald.
Slater secure.
Maybe your
Xayah
brain
flash,
gets
though.
jealous and wants
Very
oxygen too.
valuable later on, but huge influx of gold on the side of GAM.
Empathy.
Playing cross map here, and it feels tense.
Kiaya didn't even get to use counter.
Yeah, that works too, I
He
guess.
was like, I'm just going to wait a little bit, it'll be all right. But here, like Sparta, I actually would have preferred if he's kind of thinking a couple of steps ahead. Because yes, you can look to outplay this and maybe you can get a kill, right? Or you can turn something back, but realistically,
It's called a mirroring
you
reaction.
want that flash for the next team
Really,
fight that we're
people
talking
copy
about
what
in the
you
track. If you can
you
have
do.
your TP up and available, which will be in just a minute's time for that, and you've got the flash, so then you can flash onto Caddy, you can flash onto Slater, you can have a lot more threat in these fights, but not having that is going to make it significantly easier now for Slater to play out these engages, especially with the cleanse. He can try and step away
Interesting.
from BJ as well, although should
So if I do
still
that,
be
did
locked
everyone
up
put their
now
middle
that
finger
he's
up?
flashed this himself, but I think it's just kind of taking that, like, hey, Honor or Necton, the flash is so much more valuable than you consider another champion is.
Yeah, you did.
And you know, you can talk about the fact that Slater flashed as well, but ultimately, Sparta didn't make Slater flash.
Yeah.
Slater flashed to get the kill. That's not like, I'm not sure we can give Sparta the credit for that flash. That was more Slater making that choice to go aggressive, get that kill. 15 seconds on that Drake that we've been talking about. And we'll see if BJ, if BA,
Yeah, Drake fight will
Glory
be important
can
for Team
punish
Wales.
the fact that the AD carries
Yeah, flashes up
You
and
do
Slater
have an
doesn't,
opportunity,
so
at least if Sparta starts to back away here.
Garvin has a
He
lot
should
of
have his
impact in
board
this
drink.
fight.
Very late reset though means that GAM
But
will
Glory
actually,
is getting
as you see in
chunked.
mid lane with Glory
Does he have
reset,
Leandries?
should be able to get control over River
No.
just ahead of this
Or?
dragon. They
No.
could actually
Or?
burst it down
No.
now,
Or?
knowing that there's no TPs on the solo laners, but I don't think they've actually copped that the solo laner has reset here for Glory, so little bit of a messy one here from GAM, where they just don't have the vision to figure out that, oh,
Catch mid
we
wave.
actually
They have
had an
tele ult
opportunity to
cheat
make a
through
play
mid,
there.
so it's fine.
Yeah.
They
Nice
can
thing
probably
for
still
Wales
fight
as
this
well
Herald,
is
this
Glory
dragon.
getting back to that mid lane,
I mean, they
but
should fight this
even
dragon
if he's
for
just
sure.
sort of
but-
halfway up the lane, can always
If you look
ult
at bot
over
situation-
towards that Drake. Does mean you can't use the Weaver's Wall in the fight, but it's better to be
Yawn,
there
bring
than
your
not,
Pedro.
that's for sure. Sparta trying to get another play on the top side as Kiaya pushes him away, but Drake started in the bottom side. Via caught here, does get a good stun across the team, but he's taking so much damage.
Oh my
The
god,
crash
Glory
down,
into it.
the gravity storm. He actually keeps himself alive now, and a blast going out to safety.
Glory
in the
into it.
meantime, Catsy's low and
They're
Artemis
still gonna win,
knows
though.
it. Goddess of the hunt and wants those kills.
Oh,
wants
they're
a
still
lot,
gonna win.
wants food on the table. His power
Holy fuck,
dashes
Team
away.
Wales.
2 more for Wales.
Team Wales once
Yes.
more coming alive, and that one great hook from
Hey,
Palace
get a plate.
onto BA, sets up the play, and now
I'm sorry.
Sparta baits out the counter strike.
Hey, ulted.
Ult is there, doesn't have the flash to follow underneath, and with the
Back
minion
team
wave
back.
gone, we're just set up for the play.
Who do we
the
want
next
to win?
minion wave
We want
pops
Team
up.
Wales to win. Wales.
Finding it hard in these more grouped fights so far this game. Catty going down here.
Ocean
It'll be
Soul,
Drake
yes!
for Wales, and that the neutral objective advantage
Yes.
that we've been seeing
Big.
sort of building up for GAM now will be sort of halted in its tracks. Having that first strike will help in terms of slowing down the soul, but even still not ideal.
I still keep my eyes on that top side because Sparta ended up taking 3 tower shots off the back of it to try and stop Kiaya's reset. See if maybe he could get the play. But here, GAM started up, seeing that there's the
Big.
Talia in mid lane.
Yeah,
but again,
Talia
as you
kinda
said,
into
Weaver's Wall to try and come across here. He's just
jumped
actually
off the
able to get
wall,
into position.
wrong
And
side.
GAM end up getting caught
Didn't jump
in
off
the
on the
middle
left, I think.
of this Jarvan ultimate, whereas it's Jace who's overextended
Flank
because
it,
he
it's
actually
push.
ends up on the opposite side of the wall. So has to go forward because there's no real way for him
They
to
still
back
win.
out.
So
It
far
means that
ahead.
Team Wales are able to follow up really effectively.
And let's talk about the evolution of BJ and Bia.
They're so
from
far ahead.
game number 1
Alright, let's focus
to
on the
now.
game,
Like,
actually. I just got a
that
burst of
play
energy. I'm
where
awake
they're
as fuck
setting
now.
up Bia, managing to mostly avoid the
Herald
CC,
in
managing
50.
to survive, managing to get his whole combo.
Double
off.
Gordon
BJ
through
then
Warden's mail.
catapults him in.
Warden's
Like,
mail.
That's what we
Oh yeah,
wanna
they're
see.
full
Game
AD,
number
aren't
1,
they?
were
It's
both
a Frozen
individually
Heart
getting
angle, isn't
caught
it?
out. Didn't feel like they were on
It's
the
a
same
Frozen
page.
Heart angle.
Maybe
They're actually
just
playing
needed
full
a
AD
warm-up
comp
game
and they're
to kinda
down 1k
wake up
gold.
and get on the same page
Oi.
as the team, but it feels fantastic to
Glory
watch now.
STP.
And now Rift
Top
Herald
lane's
in
both to
30
be back.
seconds time. GAM once more trying to see if they can set up for this. Do have mid party, but Sparta,
Chat, wake
just
up!
having completed his Gore Drinker alongside BJ means that they're in such
Drink
a
some
strong
coffee. I
spot,
can't drink
and
coffee.
I really don't know
For
if
some
GAM can
reason,
actually
if I
keep
drink
fighting
coffee
it.
really,
Just
really
waiting to
early
see
in the
kind of,
morning, I
alright,
get
let's
even more
instead
tired.
push mid,
If I
try
drink
and
it
lean
after
into
I've been
bot
awake
side
for like
and
2 or 3
terrorize
hours, like
Glory off the
by
back
like
of this
like
bottom
8 or
side.
9 a.m., I'll be awake.
Jace is starting to hit. You can see the Duskblade finished off, and Glory, I mean, that's like a quarter, a third of his HP.
Like it'll do something.
Accelerated shot
But if I
blast.
drink coffee when I wake up, bro, it
Snapshot
doesn't
a
do
little
anything.
bit
I just
more
want to
even
go
for
back to
GAM
sleep.
This time, the advantage in the hands of Slater. That's going to be crucial.
You fucked my
Yeah, we'll have to
pickings.
see what Slater can do though, because
There, you just set me up for the
been a
best
bit
joke
doubted
ever, but I'm not
coming
gonna
over
say it.
from Grand. Still an all-star AD carry, but hasn't been able to live up to the same level as, say, Artemis, who's kind of considered the top dog when it comes towards AD carries in the region. So I think this is the moment where Slater, it's time for you to prove that you do belong in that conversation. And in this game alone, this is your moment to step up. You've been given the resources. What can you do? Or do you get a chance?
Oh my
I was
god.
going to say, he's not going to
How
be
many
a part
times
of
has
play.
Levi gotten caught this
Right,
game?
caught out, taken down. That'll be Herald secured for the side of Team Wales.
How many times has he
Now
gotten
at least
caught?
gets to crash a wave, gets to finish off the tier 1 in the bottom side.
No, actually not this game.
Realistically,
In
that
this
doesn't
series.
feel like
I feel
enough.
like every time in this
He
series
gets
he's getting
held down to
perma caught.
mid lane.
Him and
Tier 1
BJ,
bot
but
to tier
BJ is
1
getting
mid
less caught.
is not an even trade.
Not even close, and I mean they may even get a kill on towards Kiaya in the top side if he doesn't back away. Multiple members of Team Wales moving up, even the Weaver's Wall to try and get in behind them.
This is going to be tough for Kiaya if they
Levi
commit
is
to play
actually
BJ
just
in the area,
briefing.
but with the Warden try
Straight
rush,
up.
they decide this ain't it. Pallet moving over, you can see Catty moving over as well. They're going to back away for the time being. Artemis crashes that wave. They've won a fight, they've got a bit of gold. Go back for a reset.
Isn't it weird
Get
that your
those items.
brain is like
Yeah, I think it's gonna
chemicals?
be looking
Your
towards
head is
dragging
just
it as soon
liquid
as time,
chemicals
but
and
for GAM,
mush that
I mean,
form your brain cells. else.
Levi isn't even
crazy.
strong enough. Has the Radiant Virtue completed, but he's still very, very squishy.
Like all
when
of
you've
your
got that
emotions,
much
your
damage
mood
that
is
goes away, and
determined
the
by
burst
which
damage as
chemical
well,
is in
so
your brain.
He's got to back it up and be a little
So if
bit
you're
more
happy,
careful.
you have a lot of
Actually thought that they'd hold on to
serotonin,
this Rift Tower for a little
and if
bit
you're
to try
sad,
use
you
it
have the
for
other one. And
second
it's just
for
chemicals,
themselves,
bro.
well, third Drake, but
That's
instead,
crazy.
Just gonna immediately try and toss this
You
one
think
down.
it's actually your
And when you've
brain,
got
but it's
control
just
over mid,
chemicals
and it looks
deciding
like
how you
control over
feel.
bot side as well. Again, Kiaya does
That's
need
cooked.
to be careful. Because there's a lot of members that could try and come down here, but they're
You're
just
a
trying
bunch
to see
of
if they
butter
can get
with
all these
bones.
outer turrets down and then use the minion waves and the push they have to keep GAM in check regardless.
Yeah, speaking of that, Drake and T, Levi, moving into the mid lane to make sure that they're pushing
I
that
feel
wave as
happy.
fast as
No, you don't
possible,
feel happy.
not
You just
lose
have an
control of
extra
the
bit
mid
of
lane,
liquid in your
and
brain
therefore
that makes
the
you
River
feel
following up.
good. So you
Just
feel happy.
chasing Levi
Oh,
out
okay,
of his
great.
jungle.
Cool, man.
As actually Sparta starting to lose out in this matchup. Does feel
That's
like
fucking
Kiaya
crazy, isn't it?
starting to come online a little bit. Sparta went
You look
quite
tired as
aggressive
fuck.
to look for that tower, and Kiaya.
I'm not tired as fuck.
Yeah, the Divine Thunder are definitely going to help.
What's
This
the
is
real
kind of
kicker,
when-
medic?
where
Tell me.
You start to have a lot more control as the Jacks and also start to get your resistances coming through, but for Team Wales, I think they're still in a great spot. In fact, you've got so much on the rest of your
Gonna try
squad.
and-
Hang on.
Oh, Jarvan got it.
The target here, knocked up,
Oh my
still
god,
surviving
he's
the
gonna
Gordon.
get. Oh my god, they're both. BJ. Okay, Northwest got the 1k. Or like the 700. This side lane play was really weird. Why is Jarvan showing on the
A
lane?
little bit like game one, Team Wales.
And
They
why is
overextend
Rel
on
not
the side,
hovering
and
if he's
suddenly
showing on the
it's
lane?
GAM who come alive, catching out BJ and Glory.
Lucky
They
for them,
don't
there's no
have
objective
the
other than
help
Drake
from
in 2
BA to get up
seconds.
there as he was trying to help Artemis push in mid lane. So just not quite getting the waves in check. Not
Our
having that
bodies
vision
make
control
enough
down,
serotonin and
GAM who respond
endorphins for
well.
us to be permanently happy, but our brain just decides, nah, fam, I'm good, no need to pick up, just reabsorb it.
Back in control of the gold lead.
Really?
But B, this
How
Drake
dumb is our
spawning
brain?
onto the map with Glory currently not on the map, with BJ only just respawning. I was going to say GAM should have the advantage. They do have Catty up in the top lane right now, and he's who?
That's what I was going to say. No mana available. Catty does need to actually reset. You can see Glory's just going to be able to pick up this top side.
Your
but he'll be
bones are
able to
always
TP into
wet.
the fight as well.
Yeah, so is your wife when
and
I.
Levi having no
I'm not gonna
ult
do
because
it.
he just
I'm not
used
gonna
the
do it.
top
It's
side
too early.
means that GAM
I'm not gonna do
actually
it.
don't have the things they need
I'm not
available
gonna do
for
it.
this next fight. Even Palace not having
You're
ult.
setting
So
me up.
This is where Team Wales will have
I'm
an
not gonna do
opportunity
it.
to just get themselves
It's not
a
happening.
second dragon
I'm not
without
making
GAM
any more
being able to
jokes.
contest because they made that pick on top.
I feel like this is the part of League of Legends that a lot of people in solo queue
I'm
never
done with
seem
jokes.
to acknowledge is that tempo matters. If you make a play on the top side,
Like, why is-
the enemy often can make a play.
It doesn't make much sense that Jarvan is in lane, in top, pushing out with Talia. He's either pushing out
from Palette as well.
for one, a
I
top
mean, it
play
works
to
out
dive,
perfect. Caddy
which
even gets
obviously
knocked
isn't
back
happening,
onto the flag
or
and drag
two,
from the Jarvan, means that he's able to
because
take them
Talia
down.
is in danger.
I do agree with you. This
But if
is
you're
kind of where
pushing
people
out
start
with
to
no
realize,
vision
oh,
top
wait,
river,
if we actually do
because
commit
top
all
needs to
these
push out
ultimates in
because
place
they're in
on the top
danger,
side, we just don't have the
and
power
Rel
when
is
it comes to
mid,
the next
then
fight.
how
So even
can
though
you
we
even
got
do
some
that?
kills,
Like, how can you
we haven't
show
spent
you're
that gold.
pushing out top with
You
Rel
might
in mid?
have better position,
You're
but,
always
I mean,
gonna
if
get
the
collapsed
Jarvan
on.
comes in and you've already got the setup with like BA and
was
Artemis
a
able to
mistake.
use everything that they need to, you're just not going to have a good time as GAM.
Certainly not. Catty having a much better game as well. Although, to be fair, damage-wise, he was doing great in the previous game, but couldn't turn those fights. But now getting A, the shutdown onto Glory, but B, getting solo gold on that tower in the top lane as well. He's going to be feeling quite strong, and his
It's kinda
Aura
crazy.
Mana is a singular ability away from stacked at this point. There we go.
Whoa, another catch. I swear this series is just it's just junglers getting caught this series.
So it's just actually stacking the tiers of BJ for the goddess that actually helped out here coming through, but really nicely done coming through for GAM.
Look at
Get
the
pick
power
they
of
needed again.
Sejuani, right?
This is starting to feel
AD
like game
mixed
one.
kind of, but
Very
AD,
good start from
AD,
Team
right?
Wales. They
Sejuani.
get to the mid game.
Merc
and it's
treads,
pick
merc
onto
treads,
BJ,
merc treads.
Pick onto Glory, pick onto
The power of
BJ. Like,
Sejuani.
this is starting to become a pattern. It might be more actually as the Weavers
Oh,
want.
Kai'Sa's hitting.
Committing to this,
Oh, nice
and
chase
a man
QE.
disadvantage. Kiaya has a free flank on this one as Sparta finally gets into the play. He's on to Slater here, but he's alone in the play. The rest of the team forced away. I mean, Team Wales opting into a 4v5.
And it came back to bite them. I mean, Flash now burned and TP on Sparta. You have no control over the map. And I mean, this is literally what happened in the last game.
Baron?
20 minutes on the
No
clock
way.
and GAM started to look towards that Baron.
No
and they
way.
got a couple of picks. They won't turn towards it immediately, trying to bait Team Wales in, and they catch BJ.
Does get the flag and drag.
Oh,
Sexy,
JCE didn't
keeps
interrupt
himself
it.
alive for now.
That should have been another kill.
As Levi and Catty separated to the top side. There we go,
Should have been
resets.
another kill.
We'll come on through. They can't commit to the Baron play.
Kiaya getting control over this bot side though, again, starting to shove in. This is exactly what GAM need. It's buying time for Kiaya to eventually outscale Sparta when he does hit the second item, the Spear Shojin. She'll be in a really, really good spot. Levi as well, now starting to build up even the Warmogs. He's going to have more of a health bar that's going to be for Team Wales to contend with. It's starting to get tough now for Team Wales,
Tough.
and the team
Starting
fight
to
and the
get tough.
opportunities that they had are starting to disappear. When you're just giving across picks like this, giving that tempo advantage GAM, so they can set up plays, set up picks, get the tower down. They didn't quite get in mid lane because Team Wales had all committed towards the TPs and trying to save that turret, but it's still a lot invested by Team Wales to just keep themselves somewhat on the map.
So, just a minor gold lead here. GAM 1,500 ahead at 21 minutes. 2 minutes until that Ocean Drake comes online, and that's really the sort of remaining advantage for the side of Wales. Artemis going to be knocked up. The whole gang getting knocked up to try and block for Artemis. The hook wide from
Mid-wave
Pilot,
contest
so
goes crazy. GAM wants mid-tier 1.
Managed to find somewhere
And they
to
have
miss that hook. Like, everyone in the way.
Jace to try and force their way in, but I don't know if they're getting into that
Exactly.
mid-tier 1.
Bound to hit someone, but not able to do so. I think maybe trying to squeeze a pass to get Artemis, but doesn't work out. Now, ult down for Pallet means that Team Wales honestly might have a little bit more confidence to step forward. Glory did use the Weaver's Wall, so
They
not
can't
gonna
really
have that
threaten Nash
available
either.
for Sparta now.
Okay, so just hook someone.
Sparta engaged on. He's the target that honestly Wales are happy with an engage onto. Bia has to back away, but Sparta
That
goes
kinda
down.
worked,
1
actually.
for 1 so far as Artemis low forced to flash. Glory trying to get damage down,
nice.
but it's still
Oh,
not doing
Beam.
that much just yet.
Oh,
again.
Levy?
Going for it,
Oh,
dive in,
now
takes a couple
everyone's
of shots.
griefing. Oh, Slater.
Oh, the shield comes through.
Everyone's just like running it.
This one and takes
What is going on?
this one around. They're so low on HP. but
I'm gonna describe this fight to you. Someone dashes in, flashes out. Dashes in, flashes out. Dashes in, flashes out. Dashes in, flashes out.
Double that damage
That's
as he's laid waste the artillery.
That was the entire fight.
Is too hot to handle.
Artemis has his ultimate available and he's sticking around in case.
The whole fight was walking
Catty
up,
tries
dashing
for
in,
more.
flashing out.
Doesn't pull the trigger. They're going to relax. They're going to reset.
see that?
Losing 3 is tough for Wales.
And it starts off in, very
That
well
was epic.
for Team Wales, right? You actually get the ultimate immediately down from BJ. They get the heal coming
Yeah,
through
look at
from
this.
Sparta.
Ready?
He's have to get out. You get the pick onto the support. But it's this follow-up as Catty is just laying down waste.
Jarvan
with
EQ in,
this,
Jarvan flashes
this
out.
accelerated
Sejuani
shot
Q's
blast.
in,
Levi
Sejuani
overextends,
flashes out.
but actually baits
Dio
Team
walks
Wales
up with
in that
flash,
little too far.
dies.
Slater then
Jax jumps in,
baits himself in to try and
flashes
get
out.
the kill. But again, Catty, full health, playing at range, blue buff in his pocket to keep himself up and healthy as well. Just taking pop shots every opportunity they
Everyone
can.
was just going
as
in
Team
hell.
Wales try and hide behind the creeps.
Catty just hitting every
Jace
single
damage is
shot.
kinda crazy.
3 items finished off now. See Glory turning the damage down around as well. That Grandmaster's might for Kiaya, I think literally saving him from that last threaded volley. Could have been a very different fight. But we've all seen what a Jace can do when they're ahead, and Catty is feeling
23 minutes to
strong
item
at
Jace.
this point in the game. Those shock blasts are going to rain hell on Team Wales.
And I think Team Wales are trying to cross map,
hang
but
on.
GAM are saying,
Rain
all right,
hell.
let's do it.
You
Oh,
can't
well,
walk
he just
into
lost the
the
game.
enemy jungle alone. It's a disaster
Congratulations,
for
you
the
just lost the game for your
Wales.
team. Jace just got
I mean, for
109
Team
goals
Wales,
from
they were
first strike.
looking
What?
going, oh, Dragon's up, therefore GAM do drag. But instead, GAM were like, no, we know that you're going to try and cross map and go for top tower, so they called the bluff. They immediately run up river.
How did he
now
even
you've
face
got
check
out
that?
Artemis, no AD carry. You've got 2 members of Team Wales on towards
Come on.
Dragon. This has to be a
Pickham's
steal.
Baron
but Catty is
steals.
already aware of that.
No, there's no
and
way
has
he's
decided, no, BJ, you got to back away from this.
Catty is having none of it. Chases BJ out.
Let's
of
keep this
vicinity.
game going
I
for
think
another
we've
20
all
minutes.
seen
Let's get
how that story
4
ends
dragons
with
for GAM.
Jarvan waiting over the wall.
4
It's a
dragons for
Baron
GAM, get the
for a
Ocean
dragon,
Dragon stacking
a
up.
trade that definitely favors GAM. And that, you know, that one time was a win condition for Team Wales is now a silver lining in the Dragon Soul.
Well, that's the thing is, like, when you look towards Team Wales, it's again coming back to, hey, these picks, that means
Stack it
so
up.
much for GAM, and they're doing such a great job of playing off them. Pallet flashing in just to set up perfectly. BJ's trying to get in to save his AD carry, but ends up using everything essentially to have
Why
to
is this
escape
chat
away
so
in the
toxic?
back end of
Everyone's
that.
saying
And now GAM,
Cat
Baron
thinks
up.
that
You've got Kiaya
BDS
with
is a
2
good
on
team.
fleet.
Omega
He's
Lul.
going to be able to fight against
They
Sparta
are a
in
good
that
team.
bot
Shut up.
side. You got Slater on this side who's going to have
They're
a
gonna
ton of
win.
control over this mid lane push as well. This game becomes
Hurricane
very tough
Kai'Sa.
for Team Wales control.
What the
Does
hell?
Artemis doing a good job to dodge these shock blasts. Has to say, oh, hang on,
Oh.
Bia behind enemy line. Slater already has
Hey,
used
Jason
that
flash.
ultimate. As Pallet alone in the fray for the time being, but the Feathers get a good route. 5v4 now
Hey, hold up.
as they charge on
Oh, Chase is
forwards.
balanced.
Zonius comes out from Catty,
Hey, hold
but
up.
he's taken down regardless.
Wait, they have
Bia
Kai'Sa ult
falling
still.
as well. It's absolute carnage on the Rift, but GAM coming out on top. Artemis under the tower and annihilated by Kiaya. He's back in form and he's back in the game.
Glory used to off now as the run for the hills. Kiaya will stun himself up as he goes under that. The flick back again onto the unraveled earth will mean that he has to step away. But that's GAM turning around
Wales,
the
man.
engage Team Wales thought they had.
It felt like
when
it
the
was a
Golden
good
Guardians
fight
play.
at the
Good
start
one,
there.
Caedrel.
Slater
Actual good
especially
one.
pulling his feathers back, getting A, Artemis, but B, the root on one of the front line as well. Setting it all up. Kiaya can't quite finish this tower off. They won't get
Actual
any
good
bonus
one.
towers off of this fight, but GAM, crucially, just winning the fight.
Yeah, a lot of damage onto turrets though, and like this here,
How did
it's
they
a
not win
nice
this fight
attempt from
from Wales?
Big.
Nice
Slater
engage,
immediate
gets
ult,
Jace
Patty
flash,
over the
Zaya is
top,
out,
and
Jace
this
is
where,
walled
again, you
off.
start to see this turnaround.
Nautilus
Ton of
is
damage
dead,
comes through
Jace
from
3
Slater.
hits
Patty goes
Renekton.
in here,
The
but
Johnny ult
stuns
hits
himself
Jarvan,
as
Catty
he
gets
goes
Duskblade,
in onto the unraveled earth,
but
so
then he
it actually ends
dies,
up in a position
GA
where
goes
despite
in
the
and
Duskblade, he's not able to get back
dies
out.
to
So
Saya,
this fight
Sparta
then
gets
revolves around
CC'd and
Slater,
dies. Yeah,
full
okay,
health,
understandable.
has been tearing through everyone, and as Kiaya
Duskblade
TPs
is so
in,
broken.
it's just a matter of finishing off.
Yeah,
what Slater
Duskblade
has
is pretty
already
strong.
I gotta say, the combination of Duskblade and the stun from the Unraveled Earth made me think it was a stopwatch.
Yeah, I thought
Honestly,
it was
it's
Unraveled.
not.
It might have just
Chat,
been
do
the
we
first
want
one, the
BDS
was
to
in
get
the,
through to Swiss stage and have 4 seeds, or do we want
Yeah,
BDS
I
to
mean, you're
lose so
absolutely
that
right, you're
G2
absolutely
can
right.
maybe draw
But
PSG
either way,
instead of Weibo?
Team Wales now up against it. 6,000 gold lead for GAM. Feeling strong in this one. And
You're all
specifically
idiots.
Slater
We want
at this
BDS
point.
to
We
win.
already
That was a
talked about
trick
how strong
question.
Catty
You're all
is, but
dumb as
Slater,
fuck. Shut up. Stop saying
3.5
PSG.
items on the Zaya. Like, you're a team fight monster at this stage. And so
You're all
far, what we've
cringe.
seen is Team Wales
You're all
can't
cringe.
close that gap, can't get onto him. And even when they do, he's still got his ultimate.
Well, looks like Team Wales is going to try and just look for the pick. They said we can't fight this, but can we
Oh.
fight Kiaya?
The pod is swimming
Kiaya
south.
side pick,
Kiaya
yes,
the
stopwatch.
target. He's going to walk into the jungle. They're not there. Are they still in the bush? I'm not even sure at this point. Kiaya could be in trouble. Oh, God, it's 10 stacked there. They're going to go for it. And they get a flash out of him.
He kind of knew that
Great
they would be around
reaction
there.
from Kiaya. I mean, the second he saw that, he was like, I'm out, peace. And I think a lot of it was like, hey, we're just
I
gonna
think
wait
he
for the
kind of
counter
knew.
strike to be
He
used, so then
probably
we can try and
sussed
finish
something
him
up
off,
that
but,
they could be there.
Ends up not paying off. Kiaya burns his flash. And still now you got GAM, who, because Team Wales invested all that pressure on the bot side, we have to push mid, rotate up to get vision into this top side jungle, and may even look for this tier 2 as well, as the rest of Team Wales have to try and deal
Oh, they
with
did a little bit
one,
less
shot
damage than I
blast from
thought it would.
Cassie, but 2, the push that's now happened in the mid lane.
With a 4-item Jace.
It's a thorn mail angle for Artemis at this point.
Okay, top tier 2's down.
Maybe not.
Man, my energy is
he
so
could
weird.
certainly go GA,
My
just have
energy
a
the
bit of
last
armor and
20
you
minutes have been like
can
this. Super energy.
truck
Let's
at
big
this point.
pace.
This may have
Oh,
taken
shit.
down
Super
the top
energy.
side.
Big pace. Oh,
And
that's
GAM,
my energy
once
levels.
again, this feels reminiscent of game 1, right? Where actually the early game going fairly well for Team Wales, but then mistakes happen and GAM
Broad base.
get advantages off the punish.
And it feels now that Team Wales have to get advantages off of the amount of stopwatches.
Oh, it's 7 a.m. and it's getting light outside. Big.
Up already. Sparta, BJ, Artemis. But it's kind of been responded to on the opposite side. 2 GAs now for Catty and Slater.
2
Plus the
GAs?
stopwatch there for Kiaya. It feels like this next fight, both teams kind of realize is going to swing the game either completely done for GAM or start that walk back for Team Wales, especially if they can get the souls. So trying to see if they can look for a pick. But I don't think it's going to be the case as GAM.
Oh, is Jason a blast cone over?
He's moving down. Okay, he's moving back up to the rest of his team. I wasn't sure if he was going to go for
Give the
wave
Drake to
there.
GAM. Give the
It's
Drake to GAM.
Kiaya
Maybe we
that
can get a
moves over to
second
the
one in
wave. He used his flash in the
for GAM,
previous
so we can
play.
get 4 total.
Levi moving over. I think GAM is suspicious though. They're not going anywhere. They're not willing to go for it, but Levi could be a target. As
Oh,
Sparta
he
moves
missed.
over. They're trying to set it up. Artemis goes forward, takes half
Oh
of
my
his
god, he
health
missed his
straight
EQ
off the bat
flash.
from Catty. It's Glory using that wall, but it
I
doesn't
mean, it
really
came from
achieve
above.
too much. Sparta on the front line, knocked back out. His pallet now, tanking for his team. But
Oh,
Kiaya
can he
is
W?
onto the
No,
back line.
Kiaya.
He's got a double stun, but Artemis somehow gets out with his
Yeah,
life.
GG.
In the meantime, though, the front line
No,
is
Team
mincemeat.
Wales.
Slater takes him apart, and GAM get a Drake.
GAM find that moment. Glory, great Weaver's wall, but
They could
nobody
rush
was there
Nash
to
if they
actually
want.
follow up. Glory as well, even in a terrible spot, so he's just going to TP immediately up to the top side, try and get some control over the waves so they
could
can
Nash
actually
on
push
spawn.
these in. But look at the pings on mid lane. They realize, hang on a second, Glory's TP to top. They have to try and reset, and BJ's on bot side. We can try and get some priority in this mid lane.
GAM at this point, they've realized Team Wales, they're a pod. Stick it in a coffee machine, get a nice beverage.
I mean, this was nice from Team Wales to try and set this up, but as you say, GAM are kind of wary. They're like,
EU
we
lost
only
to
see
a
Sparta,
whale?
we don't even
Bro,
see Glory.
shut up!
And this Weaver's wall is great, but Glory doesn't follow it. He hops off a blue buff, which means there's no one to actually get onto Cassie, despite the fact that he was caught in a horrible spot. And Kiaya there follows up beautifully on the knock-up that comes through. Means that they get onto Artemis. There's that stopwatch we're talking about, but here's Baron already started, and Sparta's nowhere to be
BJ,
found.
BJ, 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 BJ.
Into the pit here.
He
It's going to be a
EQ'd away.
50-50. In fact, he's taken by Slater.
Just wants to kill Nautilus. What?
Here. Pallet on the front line. He's tanky at this point.
Oh, wait, they hit Chase.
He's gone too far forward. That's GA on cooldown now.
Zaya can fry here.
Artemis turns gold.
Oh, nice Sejuani.
One kill for Wales.
Oh, nice knock. Oh, man, if they had any more gold, they would have won this game. They won this fight. They're too weak.
And they still want to try and chase. GAM want to try and stop Glory from coming into this. That's the TP to cut off the members of Team Wales. GAM want to try and get these waves in check so they can actually crack up the base of this Sparta.
A lot of things went right for them in that fight, but they didn't have the damage.
There's nobody here. I think Sparta's
or the health.
In the meantime, Glory trying to get a reset off Kiaya, searching for him. 8 seconds on the clock to find that target. Sparta will get a bit of
so
damage,
close.
And Glory found the
So
flip
close.
And
No.
to secure another kill. And now massively delayed respawns on the solo laners.
And they're completely desynced. BJ going to be
Come on, guys, don't end. One more Ocean Drake for the boys.
On GAM is going to be coming up. It's just Kati.
One more Ocean Drake for the boys. Thoughts?
Base, but it's still going to be a 4v3 for a significant portion of time. And the waves are coming in for a Jax, for a Zaya with 4.5 items or whatever the hell it is at this stage. Like, this tower is going to go down so quickly.
It's possible that this is game, honestly. Dagda, our Red Bull Baron power play could just be the last play of this game. Hook on in, Feathers come straight back. Bean J's down, Artemis forced back onto the fountain. Onto the Nexus towers they go. Kiaya is low though. Health bars are starting to blink on the side of GAM, but Slater still untouched, still with a GA, and still just firing away. Slater.
Oh my god, they had such a good game state, but like I feel like the team that gets caught less wins the game, but both teams are getting caught. Like Wales gets 4 picks, 5 picks, they get in the early game that's winning, then GAM gets like 4 picks and that game's losing now, like what the fuck? How is everyone getting caught so much? They can't be getting caught like this. All they're doing is pushing waves, moving to sides and dying.
Desync when it comes towards setting up vision,
Ow.
getting control outside of the lanes, and BJ getting caught out repeatedly means that GAM find their moment to spring back into the game.
They certainly have, and what a spring back it was. And I feel like,
Hog
again,
my pick'ems.
very reminiscent of game number 1, where Team Wales actually looking pretty good in the early game. Couple of mistakes happen. GAM pounce the second that Team Wales make a mistake against GAM. It feels like
Don't be a game 3 ending.
They start to dance in the game, you know. There's that tempo going in their favor, and it's play
I
after
won't be a
play
game
after
3
play
ending, don't worry.
Yeah, and again, it's like
Kat, how are you
kinda
doing?
Find these moments for Team Wales.
How's
where
your
they're like,
energy levels?
Let's try and use the Weaver's Wall to look and find that moment to try and strike back. But it was just a little bit out of position where it was like, oh, we can't quite get Glory
You're
there.
suffering.
We can't quite get the follow-up that we need, either on the mid lane play.
It's okay,
or on
we're gonna
that
get to the
last
BDS
Dragon
series
play.
soon.
And that's where GAM are just
We're gonna
like,
get to the
cool,
BDS.
as long as we play
Stop
slow,
fading! Stop fading! Don't fade!
The accelerate shock blast,
Don't fade!
We're gonna be in a great spot.
Don't fade on me.
So far, 2-1 to GAM.
If
And
I can
in
do
the
it, you can do it.
BCS
Don't be a
finals,
pussy.
It was a 3-1 win for GAM in the end. Team Wales up against it now. Let's
Don't
break
be a
this one
pussy.
down.
Sorry, I
You got
think I might
something
have
to
to
say?
break
Pick
up
up
the
the
fight
pace.
here.
You got something to say?
Are you okay,
He's pretty
GB?
confident.
Do you
He's
need
pretty
some
confident.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening. Explain yourself.
That was a mistake.
What
you know,
part?
we
There were multiple mistakes.
no, there was a great early game. I felt
That's
that.
true.
That was a cool early game.
Yeah.
And then
You
we
need to
felt
wake up
bad.
the viewers. Okay,
We
one
just
sec.
felt bad.
us.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now you gotta
This
play
is-
one
look,
more game.
This is
seriously.
amazing, right? We're settling our differences here on the analyst desk. I know it's been tough back here, you know, during the games, you know, arguments back and forth, who's banning what. But here's that great early game you're talking about. Beanj, aka Bean Jake, got off to an amazing start, Raz.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to make Raz.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
You talk about the early game. Sorry,
I'm
I was
kidding.
on, I
Stay
was
awake,
Team
stay
Wales.
awake.
You take it away with Team
Look,
Wales.
okay, we got a great dive. all
Yeah?
right? So we wanted to get Slater ahead because he is just the better player than Artemis. But then,
How do we wake everyone up?
unfortunately, BJ did punish us just a bit.
How do we wake everyone up?
That was a great cataclysm and then EQ away to disengage. And then once the Talia started to join up, we started to get run down.
Listen, we were saying
a little bit.
on the broadcast, we're already saying here, it's over. Like just looking at the early game. And
Wake
series fight as well. It's been a lot better
up.
with Levi actually.
Everyone's gonna wake up right now.
I think it really struck back in that game specifically.
We're gonna wake up.
Talked about it. He is just a huge threat on that pitch
We have
specifically.
a couple of hours
All the rest of the
to
game,
stay going.
let's say,
We gotta make it
I think this was a really good
to
game.
one more series after this.
I really know that.
And we're gonna get one more series after this.
Post 14 minutes, though, like right now, Bean
Wrong song actually. Let me change the song.
It may not mean nothing to y'all. Understand
Wake up.
nothing was done for me.
Wake up.
So I don't plan on stopping at home.
Wake the fuck up.
I want this shit forever mine, never mind, never mind. Shutting shit down in the mall. And tell a nigga she the one for me. And I ain't even planning the call.
Wake up.
I want this shit forever mine, never mind, never mind, never mind.
Yeah.
Last name ever, first name greatest. Like a spray acre, boy, ain't nothing to play with. Started off local, but thanks to all the haters, I know G4 pilots on a first name basis. In your city, faded off the brown. Nino, she insists she got more class. We know. Swimming in the money, come and find me. Nemo.
No, we need to get the Dantes' part. I need Dantes to spit. Dantes, wake me up. Dantes, wake me up.
I want this shit forever mine, never mind, never mind. Shun shit.
Dantes, wake me up.
And shut a nigga, she the
Dantes says what?
one for me. And I ain't even planning the call. I want this shit forever mine, never mind, never mind, never mind.
Okay, hello, it's the Martian. Space Jam Jardins. I wrote this shit forever. Wake up and smell the garden. Fresher than the harvest. Step up to the target. If I have one guess, then I guess I'm just New Orleans. And I will never stop like I'm running from the cops. Hopped up in my car and told my chauffeur to the top. Ooh, life is such a fucking roller coaster, then it drops. Ooh. But what should I scream for? This is my thing part. My mind shine even when my thoughts seem dark. Pistol on my side, you don't wanna hear that thing talk. Let the king talk, check the price and pay attention.
Mid-beast, wake me up. Yo, Daniel, thanks for the 10 gifted. Mid-beast, wake me up. Mid-beast, hit it. Mid-beast, hit it. Start spinning for me, baby.
There they go, back in stadiums, the Sadie splits his bow. Nuts they go, Macadamian, they go so ballistic, whoa. We can make them look like pozos, he's wondering if he should spit this slow. Fuck no, go for broke, his cup just wanna throw for oh no. He ain't had a applause like this since the last time that he overdosed. They've been waiting patiently for Pinocchio to poke his nose. Back into the game and they know rap under the beat the same as we close it. Passing in the brains of these hoes and establishing the name as he goes. The passing in the plane is ignited, you can't pull it out once we light it. This shit is exactly what the part that I'm talking about when we riot. You did it with a few true villains who staying inside of the boot, true spilling this big true feelings. It's our true feelings combined about the mouths never mind it. They got what fucked up for the way that you gotta be how's it taste. When I slap the taste out of your mouths with the bass so down that it shakes the place. I'm Hannibal's Lecter, so just in case you're thinking of saving face. You ain't gonna have no face to say about time I'm through with this place. So Trace, breathe, filtrate.
Why he spat?
May not mean nothing he done.
He spat.
Understand nothing was done to me. So I don't plan on stopping at home. I want this shit forever mine, never mind, never mind. Shutting shit down in the mall. And shut a nigga, she the one for me. And I ain't even planning the call. I want this shit forever mine, never mind, never mind, never mind.
That was a banger. And 8 planes. Surely we should add these emotes. Too easy. The shy is back. Nah, I don't like those modes. Iguana chased by killer snakes. What the fuck is this?
A snake's eyes aren't very good, but they can detect movement.
Don't move.
So if the hatchling keeps its nerve, it may just avoid detection.
Don't fucking move. Wait, is it TOS? Wait, is it TOS to watch this? Wait, he's going right past him. Holy fuck, don't move, don't move, don't move. Pepe left. Wait. Whoa, he's right behind him. Oh, big pace. Yo, what the fuck? Yo! Where did all these snakes come from? Is this AI? Is it real? Is that real? Rip. Rip. Wait, the snakes are like tangling around each other. Oh! Later, bitch. Wait, he's climbing. Run! Oh, miss. Caedrel Q. Miss again. Oh, shit. What the fuck? That thing can jump. He's gone.
A near miraculous escape.
What? How do they film that shit? How do they film that? The unkillable Lizard King?
Red Bull gives you wings.
That must be so hard to film, no?
With the Worlds Event Pass. Every Event Pass purchase will add to the prize pool for Worlds 2023. There's a lot to celebrate at this time of year.
A lot. How many dollars I got? A lot. A lot. You gotta watch the Snoop Dogg commentary over it? Is there a Snoop Dogg commentary? That clip won an award? Really? Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't go. Breathe in you. It's coming. It's coming soon. BDS versus PSG. The marquee matchup. We stay awake for Euphoria. We stay awake for it. We stay awake. Kuru. Infinity. Euphoria. Big pace. Big pace.
And now, playing, I mean, one of them's a VCS,
One more game.
VCS first seed, the other one is the play-in's first seed. So we've got first seed versus first seed here, but GAM now 2-1 up, and looking
Final
pretty
game.
good in that last game.
Yeah, looking absolutely fantastic.
I don't know
I'm
if
excited to see
Team
now how they're
Wales
gonna
is going
try
to come
and
back
keep
here.
this momentum going. It was what we saw in the VCS finals, where it was drop second.
I don't know if
game,
Team
come
Wales
back
comes
strong,
back.
Game 3, Game 4, and it kind of feels like it's been again catching out BJ at different points in time when he's overextending, trying to get vision, and then playing off that quick pick into finding that tempo to find 1, 2, 3, 4 picks, and then just build this massive gold lead. So by the time you actually end up team fighting as these team squads, it's actually just going in your favor.
Run ads? Yeah, I already ran them. I already ran the ads.
Coming into
I already ran the ads. I already ran them. They're already ran. You're chilling. You're good.
I was going to say for Team Wales, it'd be the last game for both teams if that's the way it goes.
Oh my god, I almost just threw up.
GAM, though,
Oh my god, I just hiccuped in my...
2-1, but it did feel like Wales were winning out in a lot of the early game. We'll see if they can repeat that. We'll see how this
guys
draft
ever get a
is gonna
hiccup
change
and then you
as well.
feel
I
like
the
you're
drafts
sick
have
coming
been
up?
quite interesting. It's been quite a unique series when it comes to the draft.
Yeah, I think as well, like, we kind of got to see that adaptation where it's like things like...
And you get
the
to
Maokai
swallow it
kinda
again,
stays
so you get to
consistent,
taste it, and it
but
tastes
starting
good.
to see some of the swap-ups with, like, the Kasante coming into the ban phase. Alistair being left open and making it the entire way through that pick ban phase. So, curious to see how, coming into Game 4, we start to adapt, and if this is the game that puts GAM Esports into our Swiss stage at Worlds 2023, or if we will be going to game number 5 and going the distance to find out which one of these teams will represent Vietnam at that next stage.
That'll be the question. GAM, desperate to make it back once
Give me the draft.
again. But Team Wales, on the other side, desperate to make it for the first time. This is their first ever World Championship. How incredible would it be?
I think a run back is not
to
bad
make
for...
it straight into the Swiss stage in their first ever chance. The first ever Swiss stage as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely incredible. And again, it's kind of like,
a run back
yes,
is not
it
bad for
is
GAM.
a first time for Team Wales being at this point, but like a lot of veterancy on the
Is there
Team
going to be a
Wales
long
roster.
break
Like
between the best of
BJ
fives? Yeah,
coming
no way.
across, stellar player.
No
that's been
way
around
would they
for
do a
quite
30-minute
while.
break between
Like,
the
I
best
think
of
there's still
fives.
a lot of people that you look at on this roster who have stepped up into these bigger slots, and it's a case of if again BJ can kind of
No
correct
way.
a lot of mistakes, because honestly it's kind of been him as well who's causing issues for Team Wales as they start to come into this. But again, I think it's, you're looking at Artemis, this is supposed to be the year that he has his breakout performance on the international stage, shows why he's been so touted coming through from the VCS, but has been relatively quiet, I will say. Hasn't had the best of opportunities with the kind of been on the
Can
receiving end
G2
of the Xayah Kaisa matchup, where Xayah
Wait,
just
can
has that bit more control in the lane
G2...
phase.
Hold up.
Oftentimes has been getting
If
the
Team
counter
Wales
pick for
go
his,
through to the next
his own
round, or
support as
GAM,
well. So he's been having a bit of a rough time.
G2
So
can
I'm
draw
curious
them,
now
right?
coming into this, if we actually get to see a little bit more priority on, hey, let's get Artemis into a position where he can be that playmaker, when he can step up
So
and be the big
G2
carry.
has
We just haven't seen team
a few
fights that
options. They have-
allow Artemis to do that.
No.
Can
not at all,
G2
and-
draw
and
Team
I do
Liquid?
feel like that. Xayah has been.
Can they draw
the
Team Liquid?
first player I remember from Artemis of this tournament was on the Xayah. You know,
No.
it was the Xayah that he
Why
started
can't
to
they draw Team
really
Liquid? They're
separate
third seed,
himself
no?
from the pack for me at least. And we'll see if he's able
They're
to
chatting
get
in
it,
the chat.
because the Xayah, it has been first pick. It has been powerful in these drafts.
Good night from Sweden, Pedro. Yo,
I'm curious
Vanian.
about the jungle matchup as well, because we've had quite
They can
a few,
only draw fourth seeds.
quite a few different matchups. BJ bringing out the Jarvan for this third game.
Okay. So they can
Really
draw.
quite, I mean, there was some good moments for
The
it. I
winner
don't
of
think
this,
the jump pick was an issue
Weibo,
inherently, but
Damwon.
didn't really work out.
That's it.
I think again though, it's kind of, I want to see more
Or
from yes BJ, but also
if
like
BDS
working
make
with
it.
Glory.
If
When we
BDS
get back
make
to
it,
game number 2,
it's
they
Weibo,
have BJ been
Damwon,
able to
or
work towards Glory in the mid lane
Wales
saying,
slash
hey,
GAM. That's
we're
it.
going to give you the resources you need. Go carry us. And Glory was able to step up really, really well in that regard. But when I think back to, hey, you know, I agree with what GB's said. Hey, Glory was all pro team.
You already know G2's drawing Damwon. It's just, it's the law. It's happening.
Roster, but it's been very muted against Cassie. Like, I've been cheering
You
for
know
Cassie
they're
more
drawing
often
Damwon.
than not, when he's like the Jace power shots are landing, when you've got his insane Syndra performance, him attempting in game 2 to even get control in the Victor and dealing like most damage in the game. It has been very Cassie dominated in that mid lane, and even when they're able to get comfort for Glory, it just hasn't been his story. So I want to see now coming into this if they can try and get something for him in that regard.
Yeah.
See if they can find, like you say, comfort for Glory. Or, I mean, I don't think he's been on picks that he's not comfortable on inherently. But I think a lot of it as well is that
They draw DK when the song is about death.
It's definitely the pick that he is known for the most. It's his most played from summer.
What is his T1 tweet? The wheels on the T1 bus goes round and around.
Trying to mute.
We will take you to the studio.
That's why, like, remember coming into the last draft,
wait, you can get a bus from the T1 studio?
Just give Glory something on pick 3. Like, they're taking the AD carries. They're kind of going, hey, look, we want to try and prioritize Artemis. And again, I think Artemis is kind of the flashy player on the team, but I think Glory is the backbone for a lot of this, and that's why I think going for an early Nico, going for something like even the Orianna that he was hovering but gets banned away, like trying to get some control for him in the mid lane is going to work out significantly better. And I've just been kind of disappointed to see that. Look, it kind of.
I wonder
like,
who's
hey,
doing the Swiss draw. Does anyone know who's doing it?
Muted,
like the actual
and
draws?
then we're just getting all of Glory's champions banned away because we're ending up with Cassie being prioritized early in the draft. So I think kind of having that mix where it's like, hey, we're willing to get rid of the Zaya, and we're willing to prioritize Glory that little bit more.
I hope it's an LCK player.
Going to do wonders.
I hope it's like Beryl or King or something, or Zeka.
Get those picks,
or like Viper.
Get themselves in control of the draft a little bit more. So head towards game number 4. I do apologize, everyone, the minor delay in getting into Champ Select for this one, and we'll see what's occurring on that one. As league officials currently investigating client issues, so we should be starting picks and bans shortly. We should be able to get everyone into the lobby and get this one underway for game number 4. And I feel like maybe for Team Wales, like a little break like
when
this.
When it's the draw? The draw is after the BDS series.
You're against the ropes
as
now.
soon as the BDS series ends, it's the
5.
draw.
You know, at the end of the day, Team Wales, they lost the final 3-1. You're against the ropes again. This has got to feel a little reminiscent. Got to take time, take a deep breath.
It can definitely be a double-edged sword, though, where you're like,
Pedro,
oh yeah, well, like,
I'm trying.
Don't get to
I'm
ride
trying.
on that hype.
Okay, there we go.
Come into game 4 going, yeah, we got this. They kind of have to take a breather and can mess with some of that that momentum.
That
but on the opposite side, if you're starting to feel a bit nervous on Team Wales and you're like, oh god, we're just sitting here. Oh, it's starting to mount. It can be both sides.
In your own head.
We are into our pick and ban, and we'll have to see exactly what's going to change up. Absolutely nothing for the first 2. But again, I really want to see this Zaya taken off the board. I think she's so underrated in how much control she's given to Slater and Pallet on that bottom side.
Yeah, Alright, what are we banning? This caster is so Irish. Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like he's Irish. Alright. What bans we got here?
But won't get that pick that can just hardcore outscale something like the Renekton. We'll see if the bans are going to continue as they have.
Viego ban.
Viego again. GAM. I mean, look, if I'm GAM after that previous game,
you're happy.
I ain't changing anything.
Zaya ban.
We did it!
Oh,
we got the Zaya ban! I was going to say, look, if you're not going to ban away the Zaya, you got to bring out something like a Blitzcrank, something crazy for being that bot side. But I love that they're doing this, getting rid of that control for Slater, opening up Artisan Bay to actually play aggressive.
I think Rakan is super OP.
Maybe that's first pick worthy here. We'll have to wait and see. But I do actually think as well, going towards the
Kai'Sa,
mid or jungle is going to be totally fine here. Renekton as well could be the opportunity.
I think also go Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa going to be the lock-in the end. I can't say I'm too surprised to see the Kai'Sa going there. But like you say, the
Syndra
still available if you want to take that one for yourself. Or you can deny
Syndra Nautilus.
It's already locked in. Taking away the Kai'Sa Nautilus combo.
And priority for Glory. This is exactly what I wanted to see from Team Wells coming in.
Does the Artemis play Draven?
Well, the only thing is though,
Draven on 3 here would be sex.
This rotation, it does mean it opens up for things like the LeBlanc that we saw banned away previously from Catty to now come through. So you'll have to see if that is going to be the game plan. I personally think Palace take the Alistair here. Great setup for you. You can go well against the Nautilus as well, and you can provide that CC that's in the middle.
Support.
But is this just going to be Kaya taking that set into the top lane, or is this in response to the bot lane?
Yeah, I think this is Pallet. I think that's a set for Pallet, to be honest. Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Certainly works well to set up the Kai'Sa in terms of getting the CC, getting those passive procs up. And there we go. That pretty much confirms it, right? A Renekton hover.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it once.
They're dropping mid for Renekton blind.
So, yeah, it is going to be the. I'm sorry, once from BA in summer. Not
Does Artemis play Draven?
But yeah, it actually is going to be a case of the bot lane taking this.
What about Vayne, by the way? Vayne is. Oh, they can play Vayne, maybe.
I think you've got.
This could be a Vayne game.
That are going to be
don't pick Lee Sin. Don't pick Lee Sin.
How about I just,
don't pick Lee? Oh my.
Or how about I just boot you in the face and kick you back out of the equation?
Yeah, I've got to say, Lee Sin not had a great tournament so far, but
this champ is trash. I've been saying it for years. Well, I haven't been saying it for years. I've been saying it all year long. Lee Sin is dog shit. No one believes me yet. Why does no one believe me?
Opposing team so far. The Nocturne ban
just
has
believe
been
me. It sucks.
So far this
Spoiler.
series, and we will see it again for game 4.
Curious if we get the Sejuani ban as well, because at the moment it feels like a lot of things that run at you on GAM, but not a lot of things that stop the enemy team from running away from you on GAM's side. So
That's the
I
Lee Sin
definitely
main.
think you
Yeah,
want
I'm
something like the
experienced.
Sejuani to
I'm
actually lock them
experienced
in
with
place. That's going to be banned
with
away.
that champ. I know it's
Maokai
trash.
is taken away as
They
well.
ban
So
Sejuani
I'm
Nocturne when
see
Jarvan
what the
Poppy's
game
up,
plan
but they
is
won't
here
pick
for
Jarvan.
Levi,
But
or whether again
actually,
for Pallet it's just
it
like,
must
hey,
be.
well,
Wait,
we've
this
already got
game
the set in the bot lane, so it's like, well, what does
sets
Cassie
Renekton
then try and play in mid to start things off? It ends up very,
need some
very
kind of
wonky.
heavy
So
scaling
I actually
mage
love
or
the
Talia
bans on getting
jungle or
through
Lilia
multi
could
team
work
wells,
as
just
well.
getting rid of those engage tools.
Kalista not. Oh,
Artemis,
no.
bringing out the
Oh.
Kalista.
Bro, this team is
Straight
winning in
up
10 minutes.
aggro
We're losing
here.
in 10 minutes.
Across the board, like Syndra in the mid lane, Lee Sin jungle. You've now got, as you say, the Kalista. out
Win in
from
10
Artemis.
minutes, lose in 10
They
minutes.
want to take GAM on head to head, and now GAM have to
They have to
respond
pick
to
Poppy
this
Talia
in
here.
kind. They need to
How
lock in.
amazing would Poppy
You'd
Talia
assume
be
a support,
against
sorry, you'd assume a
Kalista,
mid laner and a
Lee
jungler
Sin?
here. Wukong's still
Oh my
Levi
god,
gonna go back
imagine
to
they
his
played
classic,
Poppy
bringing
Talia
out the
against
Wukong,
these
one of the
two
players that
champs.
was still
It's over.
very much enamored with this champion despite the nerfs that kind of as we start to see it dip across pretty much globally in all regions. Levi was one of those players that was still willing to bring it out, and this is kind of the engage tool that we were
Why does
talking
Poppy
about.
not exist
I wasn't
for these
sure maybe
players?
if they go for the Vi or Wukong, but this is a very potent combo
Wukong
with
or
the
yes?
Orianna there.
That's an extremely potent combo, and I just want to
Oh,
quickly mention,
Rumble.
we talked about Catty's Jace stats. Well, the Wukong's no different for Levi. 90
Rumble.
point, or basically 91% win rate over 11
Why is Talia good here?
games. And a 7K
Because Talia is really, really good
jungle
against their
there,
champs.
feeling
Lee Sin,
strong.
Nautilus,
Rumble, a
Kalista.
pick that we saw
Talia can do
banned a
so
lot
much
at the
work,
start
and
of
Talia
plays.
has so many
Sort of fallen
stuns
out of
already as well.
favour. Could be the option.
Rock?
Or, you know, just set up for the big all-in.
I mean, look at the grin there on the coach's face. They are very happy to go. Do you know what?
I'm sorry
Let's
for
just
yawning.
go for it.
I'm
We
sorry.
already know that we've got good setup. We can, if they have to play as GAM, they have to try and run into us. They're going to be grouped up. They're all going to be trying to
Multi-gamba.
come in at the one point in time. So if they go for this big wombo combo, let's just jump back on their face. And you've got decent setup here as well. Like if you can set up for a good scout of the week from the Syndra, you can set up for Artemis in these fights. You're going to be in a good spot. But
Looks like
it
my
does come back
average
to your point you
Emerald
made
lobby.
earlier, Munchables. If you don't
What do you
get
mean your
Brody on
average
this bot
Emerald
side,
lobby?
you don't
This is-
have the
bro,
damage
how
from
can you
team
say that?
fights.
It's a
Have that
draft
consistent
phase.
DPS. Team Wales are going to struggle.
I feel like Glory is going to be a focus point here for Team Wales. He's been reasonably quiet this series compared to what we've seen so far in play-ins. And he's going to have a lot of damage. He's going to have to be a lot of setup with that scat of the
Yeah.
week as well. We need to
SFM's
see a
coaching,
great
yeah.
game from Glory.
And specifically working with BJ. I want to see this mid jungle pop off. Scatter the weak into the Sonic Wave, kill
What are
this
you gonna order
Orianna
for
over
breakfast?
and over
That's a good
until
question.
the life is absolutely miserable, and then you can join that into the bot lane as well and make them miserable.
I mean,
the goal here of Team Wales is to have
ate some
GAM
cereals
crying their
already,
eyes out
but-
by the time they finish in this game. Because if not, they don't have a hope of moving on to that main stage. And it will be GAM Esports who are cheering once again as Team Wales are left themselves with tears in their eyes.
At this point, like well, first off, I don't condone bullying,
What?
so I'm basically cheering for GAM now after that. I really
What?
hope that I'm just trying to make GAM cry.
Bro,
But
Subway is open.
realistically,
Should I get a
that's
Subway?
5
Oh,
games
I can
now.
get a pizza.
Like, this series has been so fun to watch so far.
A
We've got a
pizza?
VCS Finals rematch, and GAM
Damn,
looking to repeat
don't tempt
their
me with a good
scoreline.
time.
They
Don't
got a
tempt me with a good time.
3-1 win domestically. Let's see if they can repeat it here in the qualifications, but Team Wales not
Pizza for
going down
breakfast.
without a fight. They lock a full aggro composition. They are bringing it to GAM in the 4th game.
Already, we can see everyone spreading out across the ways, wanting to make sure that nobody gets any sort of vision down. Because every single game, we've seen these kind of late invades to get vision and make sure that you're in an okay spot. We've even seen split maps
There's
coming
never
in
a
game
bad
2,
time for pizza.
but now coming into game 4.
Yeah, I think
when the
there
chips
is
are
one
down,
bad time for pizza, and it's right now.
looks like everyone's just going to take it nice and easy. Bit of damage across the Levi, though.
When the chips are down, pick them up and eat them. Delicious. It's not very good for you, though, I will say, chips. Trying to eat less.
I'm pretty
chips
sure
at
it's a
the minute.
poker term rather than... Oh, so we call them crisps.
I was talking about
What are you
like,
talking about?
chips, as in like fries to
Ah,
the
okay,
wider
okay.
world.
Oh,
You are right,
fries.
It is a poker term, but I prefer to think about real chips.
Oh, they're invading.
Team Wales moving in once again. We've seen this sort of invade. Did they get spotted?
I don't think they
on
did.
the wall. It's hard to say. Honestly, I
Oh
think they did.
my
BJ.
god!
Again, will
Oh
flash over the
my
wall. Bia might have
god!
to do the same thing. Artemis getting some stacks going. Not afraid. And the red buff will reset. I don't think.
Well,
that's
it's
quite
not the
enough for that to be
end
a
of the
positive
world.
play.
Oh, pause.
Coming on through.
Pause coming through, but I'm kind of surprised to see how aggressive that they went in that one. I mean, they didn't know that they were going to get spotted.
And then a
but
pause hack.
still, you're kind of late in the evade. Set's going to be perfect in those close quarter combats where you're able to set up beautifully with the E.
Remake ain't no way.
Get the multi-man stun. So I thought they'd just kind of back away at that stage. And now you've got a Lee Sin who's
Is it good to live in Europe? Yeah, living in Europe
trying
is
to
great,
start
bro.
off his own jungle camps and also having no flash. If I'm Levi, I'm probably trying to invade on top side and use some of that pressure to see if I can get this Lee Sin out of the game.
It certainly would make sense.
Why are you saying Kappa?
Yeah. Any
Europe
issues
is a great place
remedied
to live.
shortly. This Team Wales, again, it's like you said earlier, the pause coming on through, you're going to be getting into your own head a little bit, right? That you went for a late invade, it didn't quite work out, and now you've got to kind of sit and marinate in that. And, you know, no talking during a tech pause either, so it's not like you can get on the same page as the team.
Yeah, I am a little bit worried, though, for BJ, because, again, he's kind of been the one that's gotten caught out at times, has now been set
Taxes?
behind.
Okay,
I
the
think this is
taxes
where,
are high.
again, if we were
Yeah, the
talking
taxes
about,
are high.
Play through a strong mid jungle, you're
Taxes
already
are
kind of
high.
instigating
That's
that
true.
in favor of GAM, which is the complete opposite of what you would have wanted if you're a Team Wales fan. So I think a huge portion of this game now is going to be a case of, can Levi use some of these advantages to get control? Like, if you have Renekton who's in control of top lane, cool, let's try and bring Renekton to an invade on red buff off this initial clear. Like, try and get into the face of this Lee Sin, because he just doesn't have the best of sustain. Even though with the buffs, it's like if you're already starting off at a 3rd HP, you are going to struggle to get through this clear.
Yeah, you certainly are. See if they can punish that one. Whether or not he has to go for an early reset as well in that jungle if the sustain's just not good enough at all. Just
Thinking
clear
of the
one
Prime,
camp,
thinking
get
of
the
the tier
level 2
ones.
reset. Then
I don't know
maybe
what the
move
pause
straight up
issue
to
is
your
right
top
now.
side just
I'll
to
tell you if
potentially negate if they do
you just
go
joined,
some
but
kind
I don't know
of
what
win.
it is.
That's where
I
it's
guess
like,
it's
I
probably a
think you
tech
will
issue.
probably
I doubt
see,
it's an in-game bug.
Hard pushing mid if you can, although I don't think Orianna can. I think Orianna level 1 and 2 can get control over mid lane, push that in, get a ward onto Raptors, and at least try and spot out exactly what the game plan is for Wukong. Like, if you do see him going for this full clear, okay, grand, now we can kind of spot out and go, right, we can make some sort of play.
Yeah.
If not, then you just end up taking the fact that, oh, well, he's had to go for an early reset, so he's behind anyway, so now I just get to level 4 quicker as Wukong. And then
EU
try and
drives
make
on the
it
wrong
count.
side of the
There's
road.
kind of ways
That's
that you
not
can
true.
try and play this one out. I think that's exactly what GAM are going to be looking to try.
We drive on the right side of the road.
Right, well, it is Team Wales that have gone for the pause, apparently. We're still trying to figure
The
out what,
audacity, bro, for
the issue
NA
is on stage right now. But you
to
know what?
take
That
our
game wouldn't be
language
played
and then change it
if we didn't have
for memes.
A couple of little technical hiccups.
And then drive on the wrong side of the
I'm
road.
kind of shocked we got
Just
this
to be
far
different.
into plays before they started to creep in. So, I mean,
You
we've been
guys
doing
need a
pretty well.
tutorial for your words.
But it's
The
it is gonna be
sidewalk,
the long
because we
day
walk on the
versus when we
side.
get the pauses. The
Bro, it's a
potential
pavement.
10-game day.
Chill out. You don't have to make it
when
so
the pauses
simple.
come through. That is class. Sorry, that side.
Do you know, I've seen that a hamster, I'm going to say, a lot on the internet before. I've never seen anyone like hand drawing it for a sign in the crowd as well. Saw another side saying, you know, hoping for silver scrapes today. I feel like this series, very reasonable expectation for Wales to push this to 5 now and give us some silver scrapes for our
I can
first
tell in the
series
chat
today.
who the NA
And then
frogs
obviously
are.
our second series as well.
You're funny.
I mean, I think
Respect
that
the
was an
NA
incredibly
frogs.
hard series to call. BDS versus PSG for our second best of 5. 2 best of 5s in a day, which is already a treat. But then, you know, Europe versus PCS, who's going to be the one to make it to
I want to
space?
do that.
Europe versus the legacy of 4th seed, always disappointing. We'll have to see if they can try and bring it back. But coming back into like Team Wales here, I'm really glad that they end up banning away the Xayah, because I think when you're looking at this one, you've actually got opportunities now to try and play a little bit more aggressive towards the bottom side, even with the tomfoolery that's going on with the Lee Sin. I still think when you get towards team fights, Slater's had this very easy get out of jail free card, and it's not going to be an opportunity really for him to have that here on the
Tomfoolery,
especially with the Nautilus having that point and click CC. So I think when I look at this game, it's going to be easier for Team Wales to try and play the team fights and play for what has been Glory trying to set up picks, which we haven't really saw come to fruition because Slater's had that safety.
So if you're just joining us, Team Wales have paused the game right now. League officials in Seoul are investigating, and we'll update you when we hear anything back
it a bug or
as
not?
to what's occurring on the stage. Hopefully, shouldn't be too big of an issue, and we'll be able to jump straight back into gameplay shortly. But until then, you can get to hear the dulcet tones of me and Dagda doing a bit of a podcast for the time being.
Yeah, see, this is what happens every time we try and do fight night.
Yeah,
every time we do
literally.
fight night, it's like the complete opposite happens. We're like, we're ready for this.
What the fuck
we're
is a
screaming, and then it's like,
kilometer?
okay, well, actually, there hasn't been a kill in like 24 minutes, and we're like, well, kind of scratching our heads. And now it's just pauses to just take us out of all that energy.
Literally, the first time we ran the Fight Night segment was LGD versus IG. This is back in 2020.
Lucky versus Shie.
And it was like...
Do you think EU is more embarrassing because it's a whole continent versus NA?
Like, they both had
Isn't NA a continent
high,
too?
like, champion kills per minute and
also,
all of this.
it's IG.
And also, yeah, it was IG at the time. LGD at the time as well were like this big, like, they love dive comps and all of this. Get into the match. I think the first kill happened in like 15 minutes or something. It was the opposite of Fight Night.
I still remember screaming, get the ties. Finally, 15 minutes we had something. But I'm hoping that this, again, will be a bit more of a bloody game. I think you kind of have to, coming in towards, again, Team Wales. Like, Lee Sin, Sindre, want to try and play through that.
Bro,
when I'm looking across the board as
what's bigger?
champions on your screen
USA
as well,
or
GAM,
Europe? What's
Wukong,
bigger?
Renekton,
Like, land-wise?
Easy setups,
I don't know.
great dives, actually, post 6 as well. So it is against the Malphite, so probably not going to see a huge
USA
amount.
has more land.
I think if Sparta can just try and
A state is like a country, right? You have like 50
countries
countries in
USA.
USA.
Where he's a Malphite, the setup he will have in team fights is going to be insane.
Yeah.
But he does have to be careful not being like thrown back the other direction by the set. But
They're kind of like countries, right? Because you have your own laws and shit
This is, if there's
in
ever a
each
time for
country
Team Wales
or
to
in a
fight back, it's
state.
this one.
I have to say I'm excited just to see the set in general. It's not often that we get to see set in the support role these days. You do see it occasionally, but it is very much a niche pick. It's usually picked in
can
these
name
kind of
loads of
scenarios.
states.
It's kind of funny to see
I can
it
name all the
against
states.
the Callista, realistically, since
North
Callista
Dakota,
quite often
South
used to be paired with Seth.
Yo!
Back when
Yeah!
it was often with that Callista.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's been funny
North
to see
Dakota,
Adam
South
bring it out into
Dakota,
top lane, because even the cast was talking about the other day. It's like we kind
Wyoming,
of saw it as a mid lane / support, really, where it stepped out. I think it was Mark who was talking about
Texas.
it. It's just like, oh, you just don't really get to see it particularly often in the
Let me think.
in the top lane role.
California.
But I think in this one, it's going to be a case of like, how aggressive can you play against this Nautilus? Because as long as you're able to kind of just keep pushing the wave
Florida.
and stuff, you're going to be relatively okay as Team Wales in that bot lane. It's more of a case of the second you try to step up or play
There's a
over
north and
aggressive,
south something.
Kaisa,
Carolina.
the Nautilus, the Kaisa and Set can turn
Tennessee.
plays around, and Kaisa can follow
Mississippi.
very effectively with that killer instinct as well.
So we've got a bit of an update for
Montana.
everyone as well. After investigating a potential in-game issue with Glory, League officials have found that it was a monitor notification and not a client issue. Teams have been
We're back in
informed
business,
there will
baby.
be no such remake, and we are back into the game. Fight Night continues, as it were. For anyone that's just joining us, Pallet is gonna flash. I think that was Hex Flash. I'm pretty sure he used his flash. There was a level 1 invade. Team Wales tried to make something aggressive happen in the bottom side. You can see BJ, no flash in that jungle. Had to flash out, and now low HP as he goes.
Whoa! Oh my god, Beer.
Level 2. Now
Beer!
Team Wales bottom lane, but Beer has to back away from this one.
Oh my
Artemis in
god, he just
trouble.
fucked the
It's
lane.
now
Oh my god, now
Levi
mid
moves
is
to
lost
mid
as
lane
well.
It's absolute
He just level 2 ganked mid with WE on Wukong.
Away. Glory going to be in a terrible spot as well with no flash, and this is what we're talking about. Levi, knowing that the Lee Sin was taken low in the early stages, going to see if he can actually get into position here. Spotted on a ward though.
Levi,
that was
you're a
nicely
fucking
placed
cocky
earlier
motherfucker, you
by
know that.
Team Wales. So
You're a
BJ will
cocky
be aware
fucker.
that this is going down, but I don't think there's very much that he can do about it, as Levi can take this smite it if he needs to, hit level 3, and it's just being a pain.
Oh, GAM is blasting the
lanes.
lanes.
Now having control over mid as well.
Moving up, he's spotted on yet another ward here. BJ has smite available, will take his big Krug. Should be able to finish all of the little ones. Okay,
Oh, he didn't get it.
level 3 actually advantage for BJ.
Yes,
Sparta
Malphite top
could
though, so he
move
can't
over.
fight.
I don't know if they realistically win this with a Malphite at level 3 though.
No, put it back away. And my mistake as well, you don't get the level 3 up to clear that, so Levi had gone for. Needed either the Krugs or the Gromp in that one, but we'll just be able to pick it up off the lane stage instead. And then
BJ was spotted there. He's managed to sneak in behind enemy lines. Pallet, though, in the meantime, moving towards the mid lane.
good
Oh,
night,
Glory,
Glory.
you're in so much trouble, and he doesn't have his flash available
night, sweet
after
prince.
the level 1 red buff to slow him down.
Bro, why does he KS it?
That's a haymaker from Pallet.
Why does he KS it?
That is the kind of support I love to see. I will say Levi probably doesn't like to see it, because he would have loved that early kill. Try and set himself up nicely for the Divine Thunder, but still
That was
very far
disgusting, the
ahead
obvious
here
KS.
with that play. Only losing out on the Wolves, so kind of matching the Raptors for Wolves trade there, as BJ is going to sneak his way back
I
out.
had to pee so bad again. Oh my god, the amount of liquid I'm drinking is
I was
absurd.
gonna be very surprised if he tried to commit towards a blue buff.
Ain't no
steal
way
or
I'm
anything
late
here.
in the
Should
stream.
just try
You're
and
not late.
rotate down to this bot side.
You're good,
Pick up
you're
his own
good.
camps that are still available.
You're never
that
late.
hadn't been
The
cleared off
BDS
his
series
initial
didn't
play.
start yet.
And then move into Scuttlebutt. Who am I to judge BJ?
Yeah, he doesn't have any
BJ
vision
didn't
of
get
anything.
anything for it.
He is going to commit to the
Bot crab
recall
is up
in
and he
the
has
end.
2 bot camps, so
Not
Lee
sure
Sin's
what he was
fine.
hoping for there, whether he was expecting maybe hoping Catty would come and try and ward that brush or something like this.
A set considered as 2 different roles
Anyway,
for pick'ems
Artemis, in
now?
the
Yeah,
meantime,
it is.
did get a plate down in that
It
bottom
is,
side.
yeah, set's
CCS
considered for top support now.
relatively even. And as this wave pushes out, that's
Draw
kind of
show
your
when?
opportunity
The
for
draw show is
Artemis
after the
for
BDS
BA
series.
to look for
Okay,
a
I need to
potential
pee. I need to run to that.
There isn't a
Wait
lot
sec.
that you can do against Slater though,
Wait
because
sec.
he was able to back
One
and
sec,
get the
one
longsword versus just the pass on the opposite side. But this is just really nice. Glory already burnt the flash. The slow coming through from the command dissonance means it's easy for Levi to get in. And at this stage, Pallet, I know you want the assist, but you definitely should have just left that for Levi, as the red buff slow would have been enough. But still, nice roam from Palace off the fact they'd got that advantage against Artemis and B, and they had to disappear back to base.
He just takes a couple of punches to the face. He'll be alright. He'll walk away and go back towards clearing his jungle. In the meantime, Slater and Pallet have a huge wave to crash. Levi in the area, but I don't think this is a diveable angle right now, so he's going to be able to clear that one. B&J was sort of hovering as well, just in case.
Yeah, also with the reset coming through from Slater and Pallet again, so trying to see if they can keep up the matching the buy that just came through from Artemis. You can see he reset for the recurve, so trying to match fire with fire with the spray of Dirk net completed. So again, should have a bit more control there for the Kaisa in this matchup, just off of the buy states, and also the fact that again Pallet has been doing a great job of getting into position. As smite away by Levi.
Okay, sorry.
BJ, unfortunately, missing out on the steal. He's quite far behind in CS at this point. Glory starting to take control of this mid lane matchup. Catty, low on HP, low on mana.
Sorry.
Glory at that level 6 mark. Like, if they're both low on HP in that mid lane,
saying F.
when you hit level 6, that's a big advantage towards Glory.
Oh, Pallet.
Flashing forwards, though. He's hit level 6, but
Well
it
played.
just doesn't
Well played,
matter.
Pallet.
Great play from Pallet, managing to catch Glory on the edge of that now.
Really well played.
We'll be spotting out Pallet as well, but I thought we might have seen Team Wells trying to make a play in towards mid lane. I was actually about to praise Glory for the advantage he's picked up, and now Sparta.
Catty flash time, we're in good.
Sparta's
Catty
level
is
07.
He's going into the mid lane.
Oh,
It's
Pallet
a
blocked.
knock up there.
Oh my god, I need double stun them.
As the root lands onto Catty, he's ignited and should go down, but BJ solo on HP. Levi chasing for the kill and finds the 1v1. Pallet as well, low. In the meantime, Sparta trying to finish one of these kills off, but he just can't get onto anyone. And now Levi keeping the fight going.
is
Levi,
creeping.
you might have overstepped
Oh,
on this
double
one.
stun again.
Back in is Sparta.
Oh, flash W.
for a kill.
Oh
And
my
there's a
god, you're all
bonus.
griefing.
Glory
This set is trying to carry so hard, but
just
yeah,
needed
they
to
should have
back
backed.
away. They got what they came for, but
They were
instead
so
trying to
greedy, man.
overextend, and
VCS
Team
is
Wales
so greedy.
ripped
They just
them
fucking
their
fight all the
way
time.
back, and Glory picking up a kill on the back of that is going to massively help out this Syndra.
Levi had a free
That
kill, and
is
he was like, but what if I was to
absolutely
kill the
huge. It's
Malphite
already
as well?
CS lead for Glory at this point in the game, as Catty wanted to go 1-1 there. But ultimately, that bonus kill there evens up the gank that we saw onto Glory earlier on in the lane.
Yeah, I mean, the fact now as well that you get the opportunity to play around Glory a little bit more because he's come back. He has that level 6 hit. You still have BJ's there. He still has flash as well. Means there are
Why get
opportunities
one
to
when you
try
can
and
get two?
continue to make plays in mid, because ideally that's what Team Wales was going for. You can see that BA was already waiting in the wings. They wanted to try and play around Glory, who's going to hit that level 6 so soon here. But Pallet preemptively getting into the mid lane, knows that he's just stronger than the Nautilus when it comes towards the 2v2, because it's a set versus a Nautilus. And then here, I mean, you kind of get the kill for Team Wales.
Summary of the first few games, it's an absolute bloodbath. Wherever, like, everyone's getting caught on every wave in every minute of the game. And GAM won the first game. Wales did an amazing game 2 where they stomped them. But then Wales threw game 3, I think. Well, not through, but I definitely think that they had game 3 in the under control.
I was trying to figure out what Levi was thinking. I just saw the voice seeker flying from Slater. He's trying to set up for that
They're getting a
Kaisa
Herald
ultimate
Smith, though, so
fly
that's
in,
really
get
good.
the kills onto the AD carry. Unfortunately, doesn't work out. Sparta flashes, finishes that kill. Makes it possible,
Nice.
then Glory getting the bonus off the
Stop
back of
saying
it.
F.
Sparta moves back up to the top side. And we kind of reset to 0 for a second. I just want to quickly mention as well, Dagda. I feel like
There is no F.
we're
You're all
almost
just
seeing,
being
like,
degenerates.
foreshadowing of the fact that Adam's playing later today. First off, Sparta ganking the mid lane, but also we get a set in this lobby as well. It feels like a very pre-Adam series.
We'll have to see if it's going to be the Darius here for Team Wales when they bring out the
hair
gods,
is
or
a
if it's
mess,
going
man. I
to
look
be
like
a
I'm
different
fucking
style.
homeless.
Sorry, or if it's going to be the dogs for GAM instead. But I think this has kind of been a decent spot for GAM from the get-go, right? Your set's doing perfectly well. He's playing aggressive, which is what you want from a set, especially in the roams, and being able to set up the team. You've got the Rift Herald now in your back pocket. Divine Thunder very much started for
This guy's
Levi.
always up in
As long as
CS,
you
even
can
though he
actually
just
get
dies
this
all the
down into
time.
bot side
Or like
to
he
get
gets
Slater
caught early,
up and
whatever.
rolling, I
He's
think
still up
you're
in
a great
CS.
spot. I'm a
Don't get
bit
it.
concerned about them trying to get control over
Absolute Chovy.
mid lane here for the Rift Herald, just because if B is there and BJ is there,
Absolute
there's a lot of
Chovy.
burst damage that can come out to Catty, point in case right there. And if you end up in a situation where you get stunned, BJ follows up, he has kick into a hook, you don't really get to play the game as Catty. So I think leaning bot into a play there is going to gain more for GAM, especially when Pallet's flash, I think, is going to be coming up in just about a minute and a half time.
So you're taking a little bit of poke there. Drake up on the map right now, and Catty down to half HP.
Did you clean your house? No, I
They are
didn't.
fighting desperately for Prio now. You can see Catty doing everything he can to get control of this mid lane, but when your health bar's this low, yeah, Pallet moving over. Somebody's got to help Catty get this wave in, because otherwise Glory has a chance at an all-in.
Why didn't they get your flash there?
I've got to say, it's been on
Why didn't they
point
get
so
Cinder
far.
flash? Why didn't Orianna run away?
The pullbacks have been great. I wasn't sure if you get the slow, if he was going to try and worm his way in behind there to get the ult, but you can see his flash just now back off cooldown, and this is where you got to get dangerous.
Nice.
Levi gets the Drake as we're all grouped up. Sparta has the ultimate
Oh, they
available.
malfight
They're
all
just
the
gonna
Renekton,
go for
and the
closest
Syndra
target.
stun missed
That's a
because of the
Wukong
hook. It's
across
over.
everyone. And Pallet finds one. Slater flies in from the side, and
Oh
he's
my
more
God.
kills into the pocket
He
of Pallet.
malfight ulted the
Beautiful
Renekton to try and
positioning
one-shot
from
him before he got
Levi.
ult off, but then
I think
Syndra
Team Wales
QE'd, but
assumed that he
Nautilus
got over
hooked
the
him out of
wall
it.
with the clone, and that's why they weren't worried about him. But Levi just hiding in the pit, knowing there's no vision there for Team Wales, and GAM strike perfectly back onto the plane.
I mean, Pallet, 3-1-3 right now, 100% kill participation.
That team
and
fight
a
from
hat-trick
Wales
on
was trash.
This set. It's not a meta pick, but it's working beautifully.
So we see here Team Wales trying to take the fight. Dragon goes down, and they see Levi exit into the pit.
Watch this,
So they see,
malfight
oh,
ults
they're trying to
Renekton.
back away. Levi's gonna go
Syndra
off.
stunned, but he gets
Levi
hooked.
does it. It actually sets up beautifully alongside Pallet with that gorgeous ultimate haymaker across, picks up the kill for him, and Slater's then able to use the CC that's already been there to follow in to pick up the double kill for the support. I mean,
EW more like
Look
Pro
at that
Worlds.
from Levi.
They are
Yeah.
over the moon with that one, feeling the energy. The funny thing is, it's not even like the first kill he got. Yeah, fair play. Pallet kind of just stole that one. But those two, like, they were the first one was a necessary kill. The second one in that fight, that was actually his ignite that kind of unluckily took it. So it's not even like he's
Fine,
actively
BDS will go
trying to
3-0,
take
and
these
then I can go
kills
back to
either.
bed sooner.
So far, so
Gonna be
good
fine.
for GAM. You see the goal difference there.
We're gonna be good.
Surely eking upwards.
We're gonna be good.
Over 2,000 at this point. Artemis as well. He's on this Callista. You kind of want to be ahead in this kind of game. And we're talking about Team Wales picking this composition that really want to scrap, that really want to go forward, but doesn't feel like they can right now.
Why are you
That's the
saying
biggest
F?
problem. Artemis just hasn't been in
Holy fuck! I just one-popped this coffee!
Because Pallet has just been, hey, push bot, roam elsewhere. Now, Sparta's in a lot of trouble. Forced the flash because the ultimate wasn't
Woo! Oh yeah!
Control now as he tries
Oh, I'm
to
awake.
Rift Herald in 2 minutes time.
Okay, sorry.
Flash on the Malphite makes it significantly easier for GAM to position.
Oh my god. I just fucking one-banged that coffee.
Clear this wave, deny the Herald.
Damn!
Deny
It's
the
effing for
kill the
me?
Herald.
Wait, is it?
Did get that
It
one
must be
plate
on Twitch's
off the
side,
back
no?
Of the Herald, and Kiaya already 2.5 plates in on the top side, close to a third one. Levi getting cheeky in the jungle once again. Basically, the whole of Wales are here, aside from Sparta.
It's medic
Not
shop.
to do too much. Although,
Stop screaming, my wife is sleeping.
dive on this bottom side. Catty looking for an all-in onto Glory, but the scat of the week were denied.
Yeah, just about able to back away. You can see though, Caddy now feeling way more confident to position aggressively because he can get the kill.
Shockwave, Catty looking for a solo kill. Catty is destroying Team
You
Wales.
don't give me that kind of power.
Oh,
Bro,
hang on,
Catty's
we're
the
still
second
looking
solo
BJ
kill
forced the
again.
warthog, but he's still got to
Oh
follow the
my
kick
God.
away, but Pallet's there! At 4 kills! for
Everyone's
the
getting
bloodthirsty
blasted.
support of GAM.
Pallet is taking them apart. This is brutal. GAM are here.
Everybody's
Game
getting
number 4 is
destroyed
their
on
game
Team
right now.
Wales.
They want to go to the Swiss stage. They
Wow,
wanna
it's
win
crazy
on the
that
board.
Orianna is outlaning Syndra this
Absolutely
hard.
beautiful stuff from GAM.
Well, not outlaning,
Catty at the
obviously she's got
moment
help,
is
a lot of
putting
help,
the double
but
Y into glory is every
fact she got a
time he
solo
tries
kill
to
is
step
crazy.
up, Catty's asking why, puts him in his place, and then on this, like you can see it here, Catty knows he's got the damage, steps past
Lee Sin
the
is
orb,
cursed?
so there's
No,
no
Lee
way
Sin's
this
just a
Scattergood
shit champ.
can land. The shockwave is beautiful, and the clockwork wind-up with that damage is straight there. BJ then tries to step into position, but the damage, thanks to that Divine Sunder be completed. 2 bashes sets him up perfectly, and Pallet flash, ignite, yoinks him in for the kill.
It sets him up perfectly, and then Set gets involved as well. Takes the kill. Pallet with 4.
Stop saying BDS lost to
this.
this.
Support goal difference this strong outside of Seda.
He's the second most goal difference in the game. I love these Mastercard Lane Academy snapshots where we just get to see that here is the stupid amount of goal difference you need to look at.
I will say, the slight negative for GAM is you don't really want all of your gold on your support, but at the same time, you're 8 and 3 up, you're 5k
it's also
up.
Set.
It
like
is set,
everyone, you're kind of like, hey, this is actually all right. Like I'll be able to make this one work. So, and they're making it work. Levi and Pallet have decided that they're going to go hold hands around the map. Now starting up the Rift Herald, keeping control over the mid lane as well. You can see they're starting to get wards placed around this area because like as long as we can control mid priority, we can start to lean towards Rift Herald.
I say
Dragon in
NPC.
15 seconds. They'll probably be a little bit late for. So if Team Wales are quick enough, they might
Why
be
don't
able
we
to
have the
make
gold
something
diff
happen
UI
there.
like in the LEC? I don't know actually, I really like the gold diff UI. It would be nice if there was a gold diff UI. They're using the old UI for some reason. Maybe they can't get it to work on the international stage.
The first Drake of the game was Cloud. So
It definitely is a lot less clutter without it, which is nice, but
away by
I personally like it a lot.
Shockwave, you can't flash away from that one. Will survive for the time being. That's 2 ultimates used, and now Glory forced to flash himself by Kiaya.
Yeah, though Kiaya still getting the better of that. You can see the amount of Merc thread value that's going to be coming out in this one between the Malphite and
I'm saying Mickey X over Pallet.
He's perfectly happy to go toe-to-toe with Glory. Catty, though, has no ultimate.
Who was the guy that said stop shouting, my wife's asleep? Your wife's about to get a nice alarm clock soon when BDS stop playing.
Level 11, so second level on that ultimate. Keep your eyes on the Malphite. The ult has to be huge.
Malphite time.
Over the wall as well. Scat the weak could be massive if Sparta can set it up. Pallet actually going to bring Sparta over to the rest of his team. Still holding on to that ultimate as Artemis goes
what?
Kiaya.
How did Lee Sin steal it? Wait.
Huge damage coming down.
Nah.
Another one for Glory.
Nah, it's a 10-game day, isn't it? It's a fucking 10-game day. Oh my god.
Pallet ends up being
Yo!
out there is huge. He's kind of their big engage tool at the moment when Levi doesn't have an ultimate for himself.
I need to have some sleep one day.
Read the situation perfectly. We have the opportunity to take this fight with the ultimate.
How did they lose that fight? I think Pallet kind of griefed that fight, to be honest.
I can't believe how one-sided that fight was. They're so
I'm surprised he like ulted Malphite backwards instead of forwards.
Now with a Hextech Drake
Sleep on the plane? I mean, I will sleep on the plane,
This is
but...
the thing, though. Watch as Pallet goes in here. Watch Sparta's positioning. He steps behind.
Here, like, why does
so
Pallet ult the Malphite?
into the team. So he ends up going away.
Where's Kiaya going?
Where is Kiaya gets the CC,
like, what is going on?
Gets the double knock-up as
all the time. Kai says DC'd, Wukong's fighting Dragon.
To then set up for the follow-up. Like, it is a beautiful moment across, like positioning from Sparta, the cleanse coming through from Artemis, and then Glory just getting in at the right perfect timing.
Great hook there from Bia at the end of the fight onto
ESG will most likely win. They'll most likely win the PCS next year. Pussy Day winning this best of 5 today, idiot.
The mid laner that solo killed you in the lane, that's gotta feel cathartic. And you can see the goal difference dropping dramatically from the side of GAM there. Team Wales still behind, make no mistake. 2,500 gold lead still for GAM. The fact that you can lose a fight that handedly and still be 2,500 gold up says a lot. Pallet already low, but Artemis has gone way too far forward. He's just destroyed. Glory might be in the same boat. As Slater jumps on forward to finish the kill. The pulled underneath the tower.
Oh my god, Lee Sin.
PJ surely can finish that one off. Needs a
Lee Sin.
He's still on the queue. Was it on cooldown? It must have been Sparta and Kiaya sparring as well.
Yeah, still had the cooldown on the Q. Could have flashed and gone for it, but not quite able to get into range. That was very dangerous from Slater. But still, GAM get it back. Tower down.
I hit that.
Go over in favor of just the
bro, just get me on one play in this game. Let me play Lee Sin in one of these games. I just want to see how much I blast them.
This is the back and forth we've had all series long. Just when you think one person has gotten a lead, they come back. BJ was trying to set up here, I think, for a kick, but the minion died. And that's why with Glory here, they're like, hey, look, we've got the numbers advantage. But Levi immediately beats them to the punch, goes in aggressively, just decimates Artemis with the shockwave from Catty.
Shut the fuck up, old man.
Then you get the follow-up onto the Cinder damage as well. And Slater just barely able to walk away from that
one,
but not
Malphite.
so much for
What? How did he miss Q?
great ultimate from Sparta. Artemis being chased down by Kiaya. That's a lot of space, though. The Croc might fall on this one. Doesn't have the damage. Artemis trying to kite away here. Levi has the ultimate available.
Not getting out, right?
Wants to try and save it. Slater will finish it up
nice
underneath the tower. Walks away with his life. Glory arriving on the scene. I don't think this is a 2v1 he can take right now.
Still, top lane going down.
Pallet went in 1v3 as a support.
Yeah, no reinforcements.
Like, bro, this game...
but you're still playing set.
This series is mental.
Damage, and they will finish
He's got a 600 shutdown, and he just went in 1v3.
It's fucking BJ.
The tower didn't go down in bot lane. The charge didn't go across from the Rift Tower. Glory was able to interrupt it. So
A new
Team
challenger
Wales
is approached.
actually
Renekton is
fight
right-clicking
for
enemy
tower, but
champions.
might be Glory who falls now that Levi has ult.
Yeah, huge kill there.
Nice
Slater,
W buffer.
easy finish off. Double ultimate used on the bottom side. Glory realistically overstepping, and you said, you know, the tower survived. Not any longer.
It was so
It's a fiesta.
close to being
It's a
big win
fiesta.
for Team
It's a good one, though. Yo!
Wales.
Yo!
They get the tower, they match kills.
That's
But I
not
think
me,
Glory
right?
kind of breathed an early sigh of relief. Was like, okay, we're all going to push off. But Levi, as you called out in that play, held on to that
F.
ultimate for so long that they just
F.
must have assumed it wasn't up or that it was used. And then he ends up
Lag.
going into the lane to kill off
F.
Glory. So now you get full vision control on the spot side for Dragon in a minute's time.
Wait,
and
to the
wave
people
push.
that say
This
F
is
in
where
my
you can try and
stream,
set up
is that
protect
what
very
happens to
easily,
your
Scott.
stream as well?
I have to say
On
as
me?
well, we'll be talking about
Is when
how
your stream
action
Fs for me, is it
expected
like that?
series to be. It's all coming
Is it like
to a
that?
head, Dagda. We've got more than a kill
just
a
freezes
minute
for a
so
second?
far in this game, and with Drake spawning in 45
Yes.
seconds, you've got to expect this.
That must be
But
Twitch.
this is the thing. I
That
think if
must
you're
be Twitch.
looking at Team Wales, you have to try and play to pull GAM out of their comfort zone. If you can try and
It's
set
probably
up
all the
play
rats in the
you have
server
established at Baron,
causing
maybe
the lag.
you can try and push mid and
We're
draw
taking
GAM
over.
into this area. Because if you're walking in blind to Sparta,
We're
to
taking over.
Glory, these kind of CC opportunities,
The army,
it's gonna
dude,
set
bro,
you
the rat
well.
army, like,
I don't think they have enough
I don't even
control
know if it's called
over the
that,
bottom side
this
right
stream.
now to keep
Whatever
it
the
in
fuck
check.
it's called.
Look, Kiaya, a bit
It's
late to the
growing,
play here,
man.
so it looks like Team
Kind of
Wales will be
fucking
able to fight for
degenerate
mid
ass
priority
rats
and actually
on the
get the vision
daily.
control that they need back
The
on this
gang
river
is
area.
getting big.
It does
Holy
feel
fuck.
like GAM with 2 items on
Like,
Slater
wait till
already in
the
a
Reddit
fantastic
fucking comes
spot
back with the
for this fight. If Slater can
with the
position
pixel
correctly,
thing. What's it called?
he will one-shot people with this build, and
We're gonna make a
assuming he's not
monster
on
rat.
Sparta at very least.
Keep your eyes on Levi. Flashes up.
Flash
Ult
R
just
slash
came up.
place,
But
yeah.
this is done.
Great combo.
Oh my god, he
He's
ulted
only
the
onto
clone.
though. Sparta couldn't quite find his target.
No
Easy
way.
to chase that. Force the flash.
Why is Orianna ulting Malphite? I don't get it. Like, what? Why does she just waste ult?
Levi still has his
Even if
engage, though, and
she
that's
hits,
where
like,
GAM
who
actually have
cares?
the
He just
advantage
flashed
in
over
BA.
Dragon Pit.
This has to be a huge knockup from BA, but there goes Levi.
Oh, Levi? He's going in alone! Oh my god, he's out! Now Kiaya's going in! Okay, Slater.
Slayer has gone so deep for this one, but he's
Oh, Kai'Sa's gonna die. Nah. They're throwing. Oh, Palette! This is the most degenerate ass team fights I've ever seen. Like, they're going in one by one. No one's peeling for anyone. No one's tanking towers for anyone.
Landing some of these sonic waves. The consistent
Like what?
overextension from Team Wales, because he hasn't been landing these Qs, is causing them major issues. See,
This is complete degeneracy.
And that's where Palad's able to come in to finish
Are they gonna
Artemis.
contest this with
Now
Malphite
GAM
TP because
have
he has ult
control
back up?
over Dragon, but I don't know how much control they have. Glory, TP available, now coming back up. Sparta going to be able to TP in
He's gonna
just a matter
TP on
of
the pink
seconds,
ward over
and
the
his
pit or
ult
what?
is just around the corner.
Yeah, he wants to go.
BJ?
BJ's just looking for a 2v1 here.
Hey, Lee Sin's OP! What the hell?
Great clone coming out from him. Sparta's TP'd in. Glory actually managing to hold on to his TP as well, realizing they've taken control of the play.
Wait, Lee Sin's busted.
This will be a second Drake for Wales.
I mean, it shouldn't have gone this way, but you'll be happy as it is Team Wales managing to get that play, to get the Dragon for themselves and some
When's
kills
the
back,
fucking
but
nerf?
messy stuff on both sides. Everyone is tossing
say
everything and the kitchen sink at each other to try and find some advantage, but it's not really coming for either.
And just imagine the world where those 5 kills that Pallet has are on some carries.
Again, though, coming into this, right? Sparta, the engage is already gone. So this is great from Levi, but you called it.
Fuck Infernal Dragon, you're so bad, I'm never copying your
pickings.
pickings.
So Slater feels the need now to overextend.
How can you say fuck me? Fuck me, fuck you.
Tanking all this damage from the backline on top.
The dragon selection requires no skill, it's just RNG. I mean, I should have gone Cloud, sure, but also, fuck you.
Just have Artemis stay safe in this fight, and now with the consistent damage down, that's why GAM are able to try and
It's a 1 in 6 chance, it's a dice roll.
Thinks he has way more than he
The
can
Dragon
do in
Soul,
this scenario,
the Dragon
but
thing.
Once that damage lands, we've already got the Gourd Drinker here from BJ. He's able to keep himself nice and healthy, Conqueror stacked. It's easy pickings for BJ.
And I think awkward pathing there from Pallet as well. Going into the pit to Hex Flash over, but couldn't actually join. So it ends up actually being a 2v2, even though there was 3 players on the map for GAM.
I do want to bring us back into focusing on items after the team fight damage. You can see Artemis doing some work.
My goodness.
The Nashor's 2 just picked up for Slater. Absolutely massive for the Kaisa. She's going to be a menace now in these fights, especially if you can proc that ultimate. Or sorry, proc that passive.
You're
Also
bad at
looking
pick'ems.
Winsu's blade,
Define
King.
good at
He's a
pick'ems.
great stopwatch
Define what
as well
good at
to
pick'ems
stop
is.
some
If I
of these
get everything right,
Or even Levi if he manages to
that's
get onto him.
impossible.
So both AD carries are going to
It's
be firing a
fucking
hell of a
RNG
lot of
to get
damage
everything
in these
right.
fights. And Kaya wants to try and get a flank off here. So
Yes, I should have put 3+ Pentas. Yes, I should have been an LCK Andy and put Cloud Dragon. My bad. My bad.
They won this so
My bad. But I still think I'm right. I still think I'll be fine.
I don't think so there, but they've cleared it anyway, so that'll give away the ghost. Sparta's trying to move in. Kiaya still behind enemy lines. Artemis actually cutting towards it here, getting behind the play.
Nah, some of these fights are fucking wild.
Meantime,
Like,
Kiaya
what is going
still
on?
surviving. The kick across the team here. Sonic Wave on
Like,
Slater's.
Renekton's alive.
Should
Oh,
finally
never
fall.
mind.
Artemis still alive, getting one for himself as Slater. Kiting back. BJ with his
Whoa,
team.
Palette
pulls Artemis
smurfed
in as
it.
well. But BJ gets onto Slater. He doesn't have the damage though. Slater's so huge in this game, and Artemis is still kiting, still going, but he's totally alone.
He's the only one left. The Pallet is just going to keep him away as the rest of GAM get
This is
control over
awkward.
mid. Pallet can kill him if Artemis isn't careful, but it doesn't matter. GAM, they have the health bar on Levi. They're going to turn over towards the Baron.
A glorious TP, but
GAM get their
I don't think
opportunity
there's
to
nothing you
take
can
control
do.
of this game now as Catty moves in to help with that Baron. And this is such a messy fight for Wales.
And Kiaya is on a ward, so they knew this was happening. The cleanse from Artemis, it's a good positioning from him, but again, with Glory going down, there's not really enough damage there but from just Artemis to carry this fight, especially with both of the damage dealers on GAM still up and available. This ult as well hits onto the clone. These clones have been getting so much value from the Wukong, where the Nautilus goes in, gets the knock-up, BJ tries to escape, but
Yeah,
Slater
Pallet's
flashes
smurfing.
in to follow up on it, and then Artemis is just running for the hills. So you see work trying to be done in these fights, but there's just not enough if Glory's going to go down like that.
And now GAM get themselves.
Whoa, they're
a
TPing on
Red Bull
Artemis.
Baron power
Glory
play
can
to
slow them.
work
Oh, he
with.
fucked up the timing.
Catty, the missed
Oh
timing.
my
On the
God.
scout of the week, and now Artemis has to use that stopwatch, but the entire gang is here. Catty the target.
Oh, nice
Artemis low on
stopwatch from
HP,
Catty.
but still surviving. No, Kiaya cuts him down, and Catty survives as well. Kiaya still full HP. How is this a 1-5 for GAM? And now BJ is going to be caught out. Sparta trying to just buy space for his team, but not of himself, and will slowly be whittled down. Glory trying to save his Malphite, but I don't think there's anything that can be done. And Pallet, you're going nowhere, Glory. Pallet
Wait, Pallet is clean as fuck.
control of this. He wants a Swiss.
Glory is going nowhere, but I can tell you where GAM are going, and it's the base of Team Wales off the back of a magnificent pick onto Artemis. That could be it right
Hold
here.
up.
GAM calling
Hold up, are we
cheesy
ending?
Cormerol 'cause they won
Are we
the
ending?
Swiss today, that's for sure. A 10,000 gold lead as they start to hammer away.
Are we ending?
At the Nexus. In goes BS try and buy time, but this is all GAM. They remind Team Wales why
Okay.
they were the first
Well,
seed from the
I wanted Team Wales to win, but I don't mind having GAM either.
Championship Swiss
Any
state.
VCS team in Swiss is fun, because you know they're going to get stomped, but they're going to upset one team. And for some reason, it's always a European or an LPL team. Okay? It's a European or an LPL team. One of them's going to get blasted by GAM. So I wouldn't be surprised if like they beat BLG, or I don't know, they beat Fnatic or G2. It's gonna happen.
Game from the VCS first seed.
Hooks across the board as well. These guys know each other, you know.
They're gonna go 1-3 and they're gonna get knocked out in Swiss. But that one win they get is gonna be against an LPL or an EU team. I'm sure of it.
You can see Team Wales not too.
And the other
desperate.
3
At
losses
least
will
if
be
you're
to like
gonna get knocked
2 LCK teams and
at
an NA
least a
team.
from your own region that then
Because they just won't
qualifies
beat
to the
NA for
Swiss
some reason.
stage.
But they will beat Europe
I mean, they've got to be heartbroken.
or LPL.
I mean, being that close.
Everyone clap!
Having
Congrats
that game two
to
go
GAM.
so well in your favor, having some moments
Yeah,
where it could
I
have
was.
been
Wasn't
your
it at
time to
MSI
pick
that
up
GAM did really
that
badly?
mantle and
Was it at MSI?
ride the pride of your region in towards the next stage, but unfortunately, not to be the case here today.
As if the
'Cause
crowd
let's
is
be
chanting
real,
TSM.
There was hero performances across the board.
Did they just
like
start
Paladin
chanting
this game,
TSM?
I think we got some incredible performances from Levi, but across the game, this entire series, Catty, for me, stood out. That guy
Bro,
was such
shut
a
up, crowd. Don't
monster
chant
all series.
TSM. Don't be weird.
Absolutely, and he will be our Oppo Player of the Series. Congratulations, Catty, on a monstrous performance today, showing up and multiple solo kills in that mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, commanding Glory.
All right, it's showtime, boys.
Although we kind of say, hey, Artemis is the flashy player, it has been Glory's been the backbone.
BDS
of
versus
Team
PSG.
Wales, and he just broke their backs, honestly. Like, constantly finding these big moments. The Syndra was absolutely insane. The massive damage in game
I'm
two
gonna have to
out
go
of
get my
Victor,
BDS shirt
and
on
then
in a
even
sec.
coming into this last game as well, the Orianna, some of these shockwaves, absolutely stellar. Turning around what was the matchup he was winning in game number one, saying, no, I can do it both sides of the equation. Catty had Glory's number the entire way through this series.
Absolutely brutalized. Phenomenal stuff coming out from Catty and from the whole of GAM. Congratulations, guys. They've made it to the Swiss stage. And look, GAM have made interesting things happen in the, well, not in the Swiss stage, in the group stage of Worlds previously.
All right.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff coming
It's
out.
time
and
for
I'm
EU to
excited
go
see
home.
what they can do
Shut
in
up.
the Swiss.
Same. I am really, really excited, especially even after MSI, where they were able to get that big upset over top esports. This is a team that is capable of playing with the best and taking down and causing those upsets, and you know that they're going to be looking to do the same again.
Well, we're gearing up for the
Aw,
last
he
series
wanted a
of
hug.
the playing stage. An absolute banger between Team BDS and PSG Talon. As we go to a break, let's
Aw.
take a look at some of the shots from yesterday's atmosphere in the arena, brought to you by the Oppo Cam.